That's literally the situation we're in right now. That's literally the situation we're in right the fuck now.
Is that PWW's ID?
Somehow or another, this dude is like, these are purchases around your area with an account that
Don't worry, I was playing music over that.
Of yours.
Maybe it didn't catch it.
And DSP's like, yeah, it's not
You
mine,
played 10
man.
seconds of
It's not
SpongeBob?
mine.
It's fucking over, bro.
Fucking A.
You're done.
I wish I knew. Just like, like you just mentioned, those Discord chat stuff. I don't know how they did that. I have no idea. I guess I'm stupid. I'm a dinosaur, right? Like, I don't understand how they faked all that stuff. I really...
Bro, how did we fake being in the Discord? Guess what, Phil? I was in your Discord too.
Don't get this VOD muted. I'll probably cut it right before, because if I go, I'm going over 12 hours at this point, no matter if I want to or not. It's going to happen. I'm probably going to cut it, the first part, right as he begins to play this clip. And then the second part will begin after the clip. And I'll just explain it in the description.
How do you fake a bank account? Or is it a real bank account that they somehow had access and found one that's close? I don't know. How could that be possible?
Do you think that somebody went in and created a fake bank account and made 12 hours, 18 hours, however long it was, do you really think that somebody dislikes you that much that they're willing to make a 12 to 18 hour audio recording of every single transaction from a bank
DSP
account
technique?
Look,
I'm not a video editor, guys.
Where you live, right in the same area, at
I never
shops you may or
claimed
may
to
not
be.
visit. Like, this just seems like way.
Maybe you're the one editing videos, motherfucker.
My honest answer?
Yes.
Yes, I believe they.
What? Yes? How does it get better than this? How does it get better than this?
Hate me that much. I have other situations that are similar.
You're kidding me.
Happened to me, and I can tell you about them if you want, or we don't have to. It's your call.
It's just way too elaborate, man.
But
I hear you.
There's more.
Me for 2 years, saying they were someone to get into my group. They moderated for me on my chat for 2 years, saying they were a person. They had a whole persona of who they were. All my other moderators were friendly with them. And then after 2 years...
Yeah, Ann didn't see this. I told you Ann didn't see this. That's why he's going over it. He has no idea.
It's true. It's documented.
Hey, Lesson Technicolor.
What about Phil? What about that?
What's up, Frank?
What about that?
Frank, thoughts on this interview? I know you saw like 1 second of it.
DSP account.
That 1 second being right now.
Why are they tied to your phone number?
I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Ah, look at them.
I don't know what that means. How could they be tied to a phone number?
Oh,
well, when you register an account, you have to put a phone number attached to it, right? Why would that be?
No, to my knowledge, if you're going to play any mobile game, you don't ever enter your phone number into it. It's tied to your... Well, I guess it could be tied to many things.
Line?
Tied to... What's that?
The line.
Look at his face! Look at his face! Look at his face! Look how quick he jumps!
Tied to your... Well, I guess it could be tied to many things.
Line?
Tied to... What's that?
I didn't catch this the first time. Line app? Line app?
Look at him. Look how quick he jumps!
Intensely skipped it because everyone's live watching that shit. I'll watch Mark react to it tomorrow.
Line?
Tied to... What's that?
What's that?
The line app?
What's that? Huh?
Line,
perhaps?
That's one of the apps, correct. There can be... No, wait, hold on. I'm trying to think like currently... Okay, I'm trying to put it in perspective of a game that I played
He's
today.
confused!
Like, for example, WWE Champions. I believe it's your Apple account, it's a Facebook account, or there's a third one, and I don't know because I don't think...
The Line app.
So I use the Apple account.
Twitter.
I mean, I never entered my phone number. You know what I mean? Like, it was just the Apple account you log into when you download anything off the Apple Store or whatever. There's no phone number entry there. So I don't know how that would happen or how you would even tie it to a phone number. I have no clue. I've never entered my phone number into any mobile game that I've ever played. If you bring up the Line account, that's something else entirely, which we could talk about too, because they've tried to spin that into it too.
Okay, what is the Line app? What is the Line account?
We have? Holy crap.
And it's been a great interview. I know it's been tough. I'm certainly...
It's been tough. It's been tough. It really has.
You know, I don't want to make you uncomfortable or anything.
The
but
banana
I think that
didn't
we
do
should
anything
move to super
for
chats
me.
because, and I don't know if we're gonna have the time to read them all because I saw super chats going the entire time.
Right. Well, there's a lot more to get to here, and I think that those who are contributing they will be read and they will be appreciated. But I feel like there's more substance here that we need to hit on before we talk about that. And I think those who are contributing will contribute because they want to contribute and they appreciate that this is happening. And Phil, I want to be clear, like, dude, I told you all along, man, I really appreciate you doing this. Like I said, you had other offers. This was not meant to be an interview to start with, but I appreciate you coming on and being a part of this. I know that those who want to contribute, they will contribute. They will give memberships. They will super chat. They will buy merchandise, whatever, because they want to support. But I think that there's more substance here. So let me continue with this really quick.
Yeah, it's your show.
Right, it's our show, buddy. It's our show. Let's talk about this, man. So we'll move on from WWE, and we'll talk about something else. You have been. I
wish I ordered Popeyes, man.
Been doxed, and that is ridiculous, right?
What's the faces win?
Now, to be clear, there's been a
You're
lot
here
of,
at the perfect time.
The idea of what doxing
Dan
is,
hasn't watched a second of this shit.
Like, I want to know who I'm getting my information from. People are like,
how's it going? I'm on hour 10.
Putting personal information out.
10 hours, 25 minutes. Technically 40 minutes because I had 20 minutes of audio issues.
Your personal information has been put out. Like, why do I know that your personal phone number is tied to
I saw the interview live.
Right?
Like, I reacted to it with Ludwig.
All these things.
And
But
now I'm watching Ann watch it for the first time.
Not necessarily doxing, but
and Tevin watched it too on his own stream. Dude, everyone booed. It was all hands on deck for this shit.
And then we can talk about this.
And apparently Peace is on right now. Peace is gonna go over it. It's crazy. It's all hands on deck.
Oh, by the way, I have your IP, I have your name, and I have your address. So, congratulations.
Oh, Fraga was on too.
You really did.
Mark the one was gonna look at it.
I have all your fucking personal information. Now, I'm gonna say this up front. I'm not gonna give it out.
Yeah, even Wings of Redemption looked at it. But Aces win. This was a banger interview.
I got you. How about the fact that it's fucking Twitter?
Do you think that's okay?
It sounds like a threat, right? That's the first time I've
actually heard
this clip since I
just ticked all the boxes.
Yeah.
That is a threat.
That is definitely a threat.
Be Awesome One, I know you're out there right now. I know you're in my Discord too. Big up Be Awesome One. He's a really cool guy, and he is pretty chill, just like everybody else in the super secret Discord that doesn't exist, but totally does exist. Whoa.
Anime Night's coming up, baby.
That was a threat.
That is, I mean, okay, no, it's not. Again, this is kind of goes back to, you tell a dark joke,
it was.
One way, it came out a different way.
So this was a real reality check. Yeah, I think everyone that thought it was gonna be a nothing burger got annihilated. And you know what? Aces win. We're not even at the best part yet. I don't know if you know this, but a special guest is about to drop in.
That's why you wouldn't have said it otherwise.
It got me that angry. They had actually
would justify it
for no reason. I don't even know who that guy is. All right, and the only reason I knew was because someone had found that information, sent it to me.
Think about everything that they could have possibly asked Phil that actually would have mattered, and they asked him about it.
You know, this is a situation you heard me say.
Yeah, we're not spoiling it. We're not spoiling it. Let Aces watch.
That's what I should have said. I shouldn't have said, "Oh, I got all your information." Blah, blah. You're right.
No spoilers.
100%, you're right. I never doxed
So it was a threat. So you admit that it was a threat.
It was
a threat.
That's a threat, dude.
It was me, correct.
Real talk. I'm here for the long haul. I sat through a hailstorm. That's how determined I am right now.
Someone sent me the information.
But you understand, like that's not something that you should.
Oh, Craig, you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Craig, your audio.
Yeah, what happened?
It was salvaged by this disconnect.
Crap.
Yeah, I mean, I have people that support me. I have a few different companies. I have a coffee company, and like I have people's information, and I would never ever use it ever and I would never claim to, even if someone pissed me off, even if they bought my coffee company, I knew where they lived. That just feels like a weird, like you say, your anger or whatever, and it just slipped out. It's like, is there things that go on that like in your head that might, because the way it sounds, like it seems like you kind of just fly off the handle sometimes and do shit and say shit that that gets you in trouble. Like, I mean, it almost feels like I need to be worried about you, dude. Like, what's going to happen next? You say you've changed, but, it turns out that racist.
When are we going to get the Boogie react to this?
7 months ago. It wasn't a year ago. That's pretty recent, dude.
You can say it's racist. You can say it's racist. That was not what I was making a joke about.
Bro, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. The internet thinks it's racist. I saw it, and it's fucking racist. So you're talking about a killer who's killing people in their basement, and then so you're bringing up the slave, like sending a little girl off to the slave trade. I don't know. It's pretty obvious. All right. So I know you claim that it isn't, but it really did sound that way. But that's whatever. I don't know, man. It just feels like.
And you're free to think that. You're free to think that.
What the heck happened?
He's trying so hard to ignore it too. Look at him. He's not even answering. He's just yeah. Let's go over to Craig's problem. Craig's problem is more important than me talking about slavery and fucking racism.
I got tired of this bullshit.
No, but anyway,
to
follow up on what you just said. So that clip, just so you know, 2015. You know, that clip is from 2015. Not to say that means anything. Yes, I will admit I made. There you go. You're back, Craig.
All right, got me. Good. Thanks.
So that clip was from 2015. That's, again, one moment in my 15-year career that maybe I made a threat.
Saved by the mic.
But I shouldn't have done it. And I openly 100% admit that. I didn't even know I had ever done that. I don't remember that. I really don't. I never know that it even happened. So I apologize for that. I should never done that.
I don't remember it.
Hit me with false copyright
strikes. Yeah, you don't remember a lot of things.
Lost me, tens of thousands of dollars that year and onward and to this day. But that's a moot point. I did the wrong thing. Oh, you can't fight a wrong with a wrong, correct? You can't fight fire with fire. It just makes things worse. And I shouldn't have said that.
PW Dubs with a $2 super chat. You leaked my license, bro. Or 2 years ago. Bro. PW Dubs. Oh my God.
You're
it's
right.
the guy.
Right. I feel like that statement in itself, the idea of like you can't fight fire with fire, you can't fight
no way.
I feel like a lot of this conversation.
It's like Smash Brothers. Everyone is here.
Deny. And it's, I don't know, that's not true. That didn't happen.
That's not true. Maybe you're the one leaking licenses.
Please tell me they bring that up. Please tell me they bring it up.
I feel like just across the board, there's this.
I don't think they actually bring it up. No. That's the one thing they don't bring up.
These are the things that Phil does. These are the things that has happened. And you're just saying, well, no, it's not. And
I didn't say no, it's not. I said,
or that's not true, or that's not my account. That's not me. That's not my. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. It just when there's a mountain of evidence, you can't just say, well, no, that's not true.
There is definitely a reason why I'm in the position I'm in. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. This is 15 years of me all day, every day, putting myself on the internet, making mistakes. When I started 15 years ago, there was no groundwork of seeing, here's someone who's done it, and here's the right things and wrong things to do.
Yeah, Adam is definitely looking at it.
Mistakes over the years. Like I was just saying, that clip's from 2015. When that happened, I'm sure everyone called me out and said, how dare you make threats against that person, even if they've hurt you? Oh, you know what? You're right. I probably shouldn't have said that, and now I won't do that stuff anymore. And then maybe I did it again. I don't know. But I'm doing my best to improve and not make those same mistakes again. I do slip up. I absolutely do. What I would say is, and Craig, I have no clue if you did this or anyone else. If you just watch a stream of mine, just come by one day.
Don't worry, they did. They prepared.
Did you see anything like that on the stream? Did you actually see me? You know what I mean?
No, look, there is something.
Aces when it was anything but.
And choosing things that people say during interviews, during streams, during whatever, right? There is absolutely something to that, and it only takes 10 seconds to screw things up, right? I totally understand that, but it just Adam, you said something yesterday when we were talking about this. You want to? You're talking about a collection of moments. Do you want to kind of say what you were saying yesterday? I don't want to steal your thunder on that.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Well, you were saying that in the event of these collections that your detractors put together of you saying these things, there's a lot of them. Like there's a lot. And if you were to go through most people,
it wasn't a fuck no. It was more like, yeah, we already did.
There wouldn't be as many. They wouldn't be as long. There's just
they probably
a lot
they were prepped
through.
by Agent Proper and some other detractors. They probably told them to make sure to watch his stream first so he can't use it as an argument.
And I think that's probably the biggest thing here.
If so, thank you for the bits.
Being one of the most prolific content creators.
Black Mage.
Over 100,000.
Confirmed. Did you give me bits earlier?
No, I don't care. I'm not saying it's good content. I'm saying it's just habit. You can say it's shit if you want. I don't care. But when I put myself out there that much, there's just that much more to microanalyze. And when I'm a small-time guy, and you see concretely, if we make that video about Phil,
go back
to sift through, and maybe you have a more watchful eye on you than most people, but it just seems like there's a lot there, man. And I think that's probably the biggest thing here.
It is garbage.
Right.
It is true.
Being one of the most prolific content creators of gaming that have been, over 100,000 videos.
There's that illusions of grandeur.
The delusions of grandeur.
No, I don't care. I'm not saying it's good content. I'm saying it's just you can say
I think it's garbage too, actually.
When I put myself out there that much, there's just that much more to microanalyze. And when
I think it sucks too, man.
And you see concretely, if we make that video about Phil, number one, you're getting the clickbait views. You're getting money because you're probably running ads on the video, or people are donating to you to continue to make fun of me.
Phil, I wasn't making a fucking dime off of you. And it wasn't until I got fucking erroneously removed from YouTube with a bunch of false copyright strikes that you didn't help defend. I did. After that, when I came back, yeah, man, I went ahead and just went over to Twitch and I decided, yeah, sure, why not? I'll just fucking monetize you and I'll monetize whatever the fuck I'm doing. So you're actually the cause of it, Phil. Your inaction, your stupidity, and all the shit that orbits around you, I wasn't making a dime. I was just laughing at you for fun. Piece of Peace is still true to his word. He just gives it all to the animal foundations to help all the animals, all the puppers. But you know what, Phil? Fuck it. I don't even care. I'm not going to take Google's blood money, just like how you don't want to take Keemstar's money. But you know what?
Twitch has done some bad stuff
you know
in the past,
all the good
man.
Just,
What's
up
up, Green Lobster?
Toilet.
Welcome
Went
to
down
hour
the toilet,
11
dude.
of the stream.
This is how you don't play. I became the whipping boy of the internet. People made entire channels so profitable based off just making fun of me, right? So when I'm out there as the target and people realize, well, people have been doing this for years and they get away with it. You know, this started making fun of my gameplay.
Hey, Adobe Suite's pretty good fun. I've been giving a whole bunch of subs to just random ass people.
You know, it kept going big, as much as you can, as toxic as you can.
I feel like I've spent half of it and just literally gifting subs to other people for a bunch of random shit.
Dude, I'm one of those
people.
people.
Wings of Redemption, you got Boogie. We're targets because we don't really, we make mistakes repeatedly. We all do. And sometimes we make the same mistakes over and over.
Yeah, I can't believe it either, Green Lobster, but I'm glad he did it.
Maybe not as much as us, maybe not to the extremes that we do. But those other content creators are big and they have ginormous audiences that back them and defend them. And, you know, the crazy stuff. The other day I saw a video of Moist Critical picking up an assault rifle in his video.
And?
Are
you still mad at Moisty pointing you out when you were fucking doing the weird scorn crying? Because that's the only reason why you're fucking mentioning Moisty right now. He was holding up assault rifles. And so, what's the point? What's your point? Should he be demonetized? Should he be punished for that? Phil is literally saying, why isn't he in trouble for that? What the fuck was he supposed to be in trouble for?
That's a good Roberts.
Maybe he got demonetized on that video. And
to hour 10 or 11 or
Did he
something.
point at it and say, I'm going to shoot up all my viewers and shit? No.
I'm going extra,
He was pointing out how to disassemble that fucking, that rifle and showcasing that it's not a clip, that it's a magazine. He was correctly identifying what the fuck it was called. You absolute fucking empty-headed idiot.
Mm-hmm. You lame brain moron.
I'd be off the internet. That would be ending for me. I'm out of here. Right? It doesn't even matter what the context is.
It actually does matter the context.
I'll be off the internet.
But it very much does. It very much does matter the context, right? Like if you know what he was doing was he was making a point. I saw the video you're speaking of, and he was talking about some beef he has with some other guy. I don't really know the whole deal, but the guy that he was talking to was talking about you know, clips. He was talking about clipping streams and clipping, and the guy who was kind of threatening him with a gun, who was talking about the clips, and he's like, no, listen, that's not a clip. This
Aces win. What are you doing?
Explaining these things.
Big ups Aces win. They are not blooper world order. But they are gifting.
It is against terms of service.
The gifted subs. Big ups. Aces win. The two gifted. We got the one gifted for Vice City automatic for tier 1. And a tier 1 to Guy with 2 names.
You see how quick Phil backed down on that?
Appreciate the positivity, man.
Yeah, because he knows he has no leg to stand on.
Thanks the people who have been here for the any amount of time, really. Whether you were here the whole time or at least for a little bit. I did not expect to go for as long as I did. You want to know what the plan was for today? You want to know what the plan was for today? I was gonna go on with Ludwig. We were gonna do the interview for like 2 hours. We were gonna talk about it afterward, and then I was gonna end the stream and boot up again in the afternoon for the Kirby gameplay, and that was it.
Easy life that you chose.
And then it turned into this.
There's a lot to talk about, and I would imagine that going to talk to somebody.
Thank you,
Aces.
Aces.
Not a bad word. It's a very good thing for a lot of people, to where you can just go and get these things off your chest and talk about these things. Have you
yeah, absolutely. He's gonna watch some of this.
At one point, I did for sure.
Where's my gun?
I would say.
Where is my gun? Wait a minute. Where's my firearm?
My job, my personal life was falling apart. But I've never.
That was my depression.
I'm not anti-therapy or anything like that. But no, I've just never gotten to that point where I've considered doing or seriously pursued that.
I'm just throwing this out there. Is it because you think that it's not you, it's everyone else?
No,
that's the feeling I get.
I'm a flawed human, man.
I know you've admitted your flaws from the past. Like you say, like, yes,
I found my gun.
2015, I said that fucked up shit, and I took that.
Wait, hold up.
You know, this is how not to play way wrong, and I admit that now. But it's like it's really easy to do that, right? To convince someone that you've changed. Not saying that that's what you're doing, but it could be. All right. So it's like
he needs a 3D model gun.
It's kind of like you can do no wrong almost, and that's the vibe I'm getting. And
I could do no wrong that.
No. Like not in your past, but it does feel like you kind of have like, well, I've changed, so people should understand that. And like, I don't know. It's just a vibe that I'm getting that you're because there's been so many times where we've asked a question and your response was,
"Don't do it, Ann."
Instantly blaming other people.
You have so much to live for.
That was a consistent answer throughout the entire 3 hours and 10 minutes that we've been live. So you know, it's like a
bam.
Addition responsibility elsewhere.
I think that's like, if I can echo what Adam is saying, right? Like, Phil, we want nothing but good things for you, right? We don't want negative things.
Yeah, I can just use a persona.
You know, to allow you an opportunity.
It's how I summon out my persona, guys. Persona.
I mean, and Adam is correct. You know, pretty much. What about this? Well, my detractors or the people who are after me, at what point?
I need that sound clip of Ann just saying persona.
For some things, right? For this is how I was in the Street Fighter community. This is how I was then. But I feel like there are other things that have yet to be, you have yet to atone for, whatever the word is, that are just. I just go back to it, man. It just seems like there's just this
persona,
and this we're talking fucking JFK level conspiracy theory here.
What are your thoughts on the interview, Chris? I know you were here the whole time.
And if you were just to say like,
Frank says he skipped it because he wants to see other people cover it. Lame.
Yes, I need to improve. I think people will be like, yeah, cool. Let us help you, instead of stop lying. You know, and that's what it feels like right now, man. It just, look, only you know the truth in your heart, right? And the evidence attached to it, right? Which there is a mountain of, right? It's.
So, Craig, you sound like a detective right now trying to get a confession. I'm just saying.
No.
Something just to say.
I'm not trying to. I'm more trying to sound like fucking
Dr. Phil.
I know. There's a fine line between the two, and
I understand.
I'll be honest, it feels like you're trying to get a confession, and I'm not trying to like make it weird and
and I apologize for that.
You've already been there a couple times. So
I know, but I'm just having a really hard time getting through it, and I apologize if that's what it sounds like. That's not what I'm trying.
Not even just tonight, but he still has to come on tomorrow.
I may not, and for that I
it's not even. This won't even end with the night stream. The pre-stream's gonna be about this tomorrow. The pre-stream.
There is no win in this situation.
Maybe even the gameplay. We're still gonna be talking about Keemstar.
Oh boy, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I had lots of coffee for today. What of it?
Where's the bad dragon?
It depends.
Interview was nuts. Had to order Domino's to survive it. Wait.
There's people out there that would be.
I didn't have Domino's. I had Popeyes.
Genuinely shocked. Myself.
Pretty good, man.
Because I don't think you're gonna send that screenshot.
What do you mean, ew, coffee?
It would be for the better. I think that, you know, I mean, I don't know how many people who hate you know who Craig is, or can even trust Craig, or think that you.
Yeah, he's doing a level 1 podcast now because he's got autism.
Exactly.
He can't not do a level 1 podcast today.
So FaceTime with him. FaceTime him. Pull it up, and Craig will be like, "We FaceTimed." And he opened I saw him open the app. I mean, there's ways around it that Craig would be like, I saw him do it live, right? I mean, there's ways around that.
I will.
Yeah, see how, dude, he was so quick. He was so quick, but then all of a sudden he was like, no, oh shit. He already countered my point I was about to agree with.
Why I am so not convinced that anything I do will help at all. Can I please just tell you a story?
It's your show, Phil, man. Yeah, absolutely. Go crazy.
It's not my show. It's your show.
Our show. Right?
Well, listen, we provided you a platform for you to do it, and listen, you have thousands of people ready to listen to you right now. So,
by the way, you guys have been great. You've been great interviewers. You've been completely fair with me. You've given me. Thank you. You guys have been the fairest shake I've ever gotten on the internet.
Where the hell
Seriously,
is it?
You should be commended for being as neutral. I know you're saying he's trying to get a confession out of me. I don't feel that way. I don't feel pressured.
No, he's trying to help you. That's really what I'm saying. But he sounded like it. So.
And the thing is,
Shy Guy in the booba.
I'm telling you, it's what I'm telling you.
I know, but it's clearly Craig trying to help.
Okay. So here's the story. Okay. When I was first talking with my now wife, okay,
my wife,
I was so scared that people were going to harass her or do things. We didn't live near each other. We had online communication. After talking for several months, we started dating. Okay, she flew out here on her own dime, by the way. It's another conspiracy that I paid for that way. No, that's not true. We started dating, and after
wait, hold up. Wait a minute. She flew out on her own dime.
Yes. This is great. I spent the entirety of today doing Mario Kart cups.
Just
We're getting those gold cups, you guys.
Not with this shit.
Wait, am I live?
He literally wants to tell this Discord saga. It's like, oh man, the detractors were in the wrong, bro. I'm so glad that he's willing to tell the story 3 hours in, because everybody's like, dude, he's a piece of shit. And like, by the time he tells the story, nobody's gonna care.
After a few months, she visited for Christmas. Okay, this was Christmas of 2017. I took some pictures while she was here, but I didn't take a picture of her face. I just took a picture of her back, decorating my Christmas tree. saying, here's someone nice who's in my life now. My life has changed because I'd previously been in a relationship that was very public, and sadly it turned out toxic. We broke up in 2016, or excuse me, early 2017. So this was like something new and positive that I wanted to share with everyone, but I was apprehensive about showing her face or anything. So all I showed was her back.
I have no idea where the bad dragon is.
I talked about what we did when she visited. We made some brownies together. We did this, we did that. Very, very basic stuff. I'm not making this up. It's documented. You can look this up on the internet. I wonder if you guys have come across this. There were people, my haters, made up an entire fabricated story about that was not someone I was dating. That was an escort that I was paying. The money that I was bringing in on streams, I was paying for a European escort.
Yeah, that's right.
Across the globe.
It's the escort saga.
Right? Well, they had evidence.
What does that have to do with anything, though?
Dude,
they had evidence of it. Documented evidence.
What does this have to do with anything? Thank you, Adam, for saying the thing that we're all thinking of. What does this have to do with anything? He's literally only bringing this up to debunk the trolls. But everything up until this point has been Phil being unable to prove any of his cases.
What was that accent? Mine.
So he's literally saying,
that's my real voice.
Guys over there. They're being
what you're hearing now is a
negative.
fake voice. Think about it. I sound like a cartoon character. You guys thought this was my real voice?
Oh, geez.
It's actually this one, guys.
Damn it, Sarah.
Oh, look at this.
Think about it. Think about it. Huh.
Doesn't
Dingus sound like he should be like in a fucking cartoon show?
It's well documented. Everyone said I was guilty.
It's because it's put upon.
My innocence for about
You've been bamboozled the whole time. Yes.
Relationship blossomed and all of that. Eventually, she moves in with me.
I told you guys I was a voice actor. So you remember Dark Cloud 2? That was actually me. You guys think that's a joke?
Well, now hold on, because
I'm gonna be in Dark Cloud 3 once they greenlight it.
Your detractors actually cleared you of that and said like, no, this doesn't add up, right? They're looking for evidence of this thing adding up, and they're
after the fact.
And they're the ones who apparently put the evidence out that said like, hey, this is
use a voice filter. Exposed.
What happened was for 3-4 months they're making my life a living hell, just like with this WWE Champions thing. Phil is guilty. Look at all this evidence. It's all there. It's outright. And then basically when she moved in with me, well, now what are they going to do?
Yeah, I'm Adam Sandler's stunt
so now
double.
They figure it out. It's fake. You're right. They did research. They found out it's these two people in Europe who apparently they do this.
So the detractors cleared your name. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for admitting that we did.
No, it's not going to be a 24-hour stream. I'm still going to boot up tomorrow, but it's going to be in the late.
Try to get them to shut up about it or something.
I need my beauty sleep, man.
To give you some perspective, did anything change positively when that was disproved? No, nothing. They were on to the next thing already. They had already created 2-3 more narratives that they went on to. This is something concrete, almost exactly.
I mean, if you think about it, I was planning 2 streams anyway, so like 10-hour stream, that is ridiculous, but if you probably added the time between both streams that I planned, it probably would have added up to 10-11 hours anyway. That's how I'm gonna cope.
You watched it. Secret Limited.
Secret Limited.
Hey,
it's that guy.
Look at that. This shout out to Secret Limited is going to be immortalized now because DSP said it and it's in a stream and a bunch of people watched it. There's going to be like 100,000 people who have watched this stream and they're going to get to this point and they're going to be like, Secret Limited, who's that guy? And they're going to go over there and they're going to literally watch that fucking, that entire fucking thing. And they're going to do it for the next year and the year after that and the year after that. It's going to be great.
They made a video documenting
publicity.
This. They called it the Escort Saga, okay? The thumbnail for the video
gotta get gold
me,
dust.
my ex, I don't know why she was in it, and the escort's face, supposedly who it was. This gets disproven 3-4 months later. Did my detractors say, sorry about that, Phil, mea culpa, yo, we made a big mistake, let's forget? No. You wanna know what he did? This is the same guy who made the WWE Champions video. He took the face of the escort and put a horse's head on it, and he said, my wife looks like a horse. He never took the video down. He never
the fucking internet, though.
I know.
Come on.
When these things get proven wrong, move on to the next. It's just the next thing. I will send.
So what does this have to do with it, though?
Because I will disprove anything, and they will just move on to the next. It will never end. That's what I mean.
So it's the internet. So who fucking cares then?
So then why even bother? Why bother with any of it? And that's the attitude I take. And now, Adam, you just hit it dead on the head. Because this is the attitude I take.
Look at it. Adam is so done with this.
I was just supposed to be a guest on
He knows how stupid this is.
Come out and have it be like this. On my streams, we don't have this. That's
why
I wanted to
Adam is so done.
Answers on this stuff. You watch the show, and that's the last thing I'm talking about, right? So this is off my streams. I'm making content. I just want to be left alone. They won't leave me alone. They're the ones who continue the narrative. I'm with Adam. It's the internet. It's going to go on forever. So then why even bother? Why disprove anything? It's on to the next anyway. So once I disprove WWE champions at great personal risk, okay, on to the next. And by the way, now something might happen to me because I exposed myself. So that's why I don't care about it anymore. I've really become, in the 15 years I've been a content creator, I've become so desensitized to this stuff. It's like, what's the next one?
If you truly don't care, then you won't bother sending him a screenshot because it doesn't matter to you then.
It doesn't matter either way. If anything, if I send Craig the screenshot, it would be out of like respect that he gave me his time today on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's something to think about.
That's.
So yeah, if you don't give him the screenshot, then I guess you didn't
define
respect
humans.
his time.
I mean, do employees
That's actually pretty
count
cool, Phil. I'm glad that you admitted that. I'm glad that if you never send the screenshot, it'll have been because you have no respect for Craig.
A lot of trust.
And you know what? I have massive respect for Craig. You know what? I'm willing to eat crow. I'm actually willing to eat crow. Craig, I gotta apologize to your fucking ass, and I'm gonna fucking tweet at you too. I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry for fucking doubting you. I still think they use this for drama and clicks, but goddamn, I gotta fucking apologize to you. I will eat that crow. I will gladly eat that crow. I will humbly eat that crow. Caw-caw.
Too, because again, I'm not saying Craig would ever do anything dishonest or
yeah, Adam carried it.
I'm telling you, there's been times
but
this exact
Craig at least gave the follow-up. This is so much more than fucking Double Burger did.
I'll say this. I haven't done anything to dissuade your trust or lose your trust. So, you know, look, ultimately this is your call, but the offer's there. And I know you said you didn't want to do anything, you know, with your phone.
I'll take that L. I'll definitely take that L, Tevin.
That by leaving,
we love taking that L.
Even doing this after the stream,
you know what?
There's still allows the opportunity. You know, it goes back to the
no.
Like if somebody
and bros, not
right
again.
Stream, you were to then email that to me right now on stream. And it was this was to happen literally right now in real time as people were watching.
It's on his bucket list. It's on his bucket list. But seriously, it's like number 3 on Craig's bucket list for that to happen right now. I'm just saying.
Once again, I think this is all done. It's all done. It's all done. All right, let's continue on, man.
Bro, Phil, how the fuck did you not know the camera was on? You know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't going to talk about this, but
I did. What the fuck, man?
This is what I was talking about. He doesn't understand.
When it happened, I tried to spin it. I tried to spin it in a very positive light, and I rolled with it. It's one of the rare times where I learned in my life you roll with it and it'll go away. It never went away, but at least people, you know, it's just something funny now, right? Imagine if I had reacted to that the same way I reacted to this is how you don't play. Like, that would have been the end for me. Like, if this guy, what's he gonna say? He didn't do it, or whatever. Of course, yeah, it happened. It's something stupid. But the truth of the story, sadly, is not happy. Okay. Here's the truth. I've told it before, but never in this context. So in 2016, it was probably the second worst year of my life. Everything was falling apart in my personal life. I moved out here to Washington. I used to live in Connecticut my whole life. I moved to Washington in 2014 with my then girlfriend.
Okay, I gotta ask. Does he somehow or another add even more specifics to the story? Because I feel like this gets embellished every single time, over and over and over again. Is this about to be his 1992 moment? And we're just gonna tell it and we're gonna add like more spices to it? Yes? Oh my god. Almost, but no. All right, well, let's see. Let's see what he does.
Our relationship was great. Over the course of 2 years of systematic harassment on the internet, being swatted, doxxed, all this stuff, her family members being harassed, my family members being harassed, our whole relationship fell apart. Okay? In 2016, I was living with her.
Exactly. Now you have him over here joking, like he's one of the guys making the jokes. Yeah, man, I fucking whacked off every fucking day, dude.
It got to the point where
he probably didn't say every day. Yeah, man, I was depressed. I beat by me, you guys.
We pretended we smiled, whatever. No one knew that. I was depressed.
They don't call me Swollen Dingus for a reason.
I saw it was this room.
Fucking weirdo.
Was the only place in the house where she never went. She never came in here.
It's my safe space.
I know that sounds stupid.
That's my safe space.
I can have my own safe place.
Bruh, she came into that room when you were playing with 2B. We were playing Nier Automata.
I was thinking about that clip too when I heard that the first time. She's been in his room.
Still haven't did it right.
She'll fucking force his way in. Or her way in.
I couldn't tell you the specific day when it happened, but I guarantee you it was something awful that happened. An argument, a fight, whatever it was. And I came in here, and back then, I was very different than today. I'm professional. I have layouts blocking the screen and everything. Back then, I just had, you know, my dashboard.
Got like a couch in the corner that you
exactly.
Go do that now.
Yeah, so I had the
exactly, yeah. He asked if he had a couch for whacking off, and he said, yeah. He didn't wait for him to finish the question.
It was a rarity. I only did it for like FromSoft games where I was going to get really upset. People like to see me rage on camera, right? So that, again, that meant that dark side Phil character. I left it on. And so I come in here and I'm feeling like shit. I feel awful, like probably depressed, awful thing. And I you know, I beat one off.
I don't know if I want to ever imagine that. DSP was so angry and depressed, he went into his room and beat one off during stream.
Well, you don't have to imagine it.
Is that supposed to make it better or worse? Board. Oh my God. Are we really adding that to the soundboard? What was the last thing I added? Oh yeah, that was the last thing I added. It was Cobra huffing.
It makes you fucking sad.
That was the last thing that I added to the soundboard. Okay. It makes you fucking sad.
It makes you fucking sad.
Okay. I want to hear this again, but I want to hear this in regular time. I want to capture. I can snip off the parts I need.
I'm feeling like shit. I feel awful, like probably depressed, awful thing. And I beat one off.
Oh, I gotta hear that.
Probably depressed, awful thing. And I beat one off to relieve myself before a stream. And I beat one off.
Oh.
To relieve myself before a stream. And I beat one off to relieve myself before a stream.
I'm gonna have that a follow notification, I think.
And I beat one off to relieve myself before a stream.
It's gonna be like somebody follows, like big ups for the follow.
And I beat one off to relieve myself before a stream.
Yeah, that's definitely a keeper. We love that soundbite. I don't know why. It's almost better than the artificial growth. Wait, does the things play on this? Okay, it does. I've been having these on pause for like a whole bit. So I do apologize. If anybody was like doing follows or anything, I do apologize.
Black Mage 66652 tiered 50 big.
Yeah, we're clipping in.
These biddies are the only meaningful interaction I get from my wheelchair. Now show me butthole.
What?
Okay, but this is just divine. Exquisite.
Vikes 1011 cheered 100. Wow, that's a lot of positivity.
Let these play. Okay, that's it. Oh my God, it's this one. It's lagging. No, we're about to skip this. We're about to skip this. No, get out of here. Thank you for the 50 bits. Black Mage 6652. Cheer 50 bits. These biddies are the only meaningful interaction I get from a wheelchair. Now show me butthole. I'm not showing butthole. Thank you. Vikes for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Kaminoshi Pai for the 500 bits. I will play the song in its entirety later. And Vikes again for the 100 bit cheer. I'm sorry, I had these off for like the entire time because I've been like hyper focused on this. I don't want to have that playing as I'm doing this. Like I wanted to have it completely disconnected. But I appreciate the support. I really do. For those of you who are wondering,
I do
hit 1,400 followers on Twitch, which
I need that support.
I think 10 away, maybe
to pay my bills.
I will be doing the guaranteed 24-hour stream.
Yes.
Just a little bit of a
24-hour stream.
Plug. If anybody's interested in following, twitch.tv/AMG1337.
It's all over the internet. And like, oh, the camera was on, huh?
So it was depression.
Oops. It was part of it. It was definitely part of it.
That was my depression.
Obviously, you don't sit down in front of a, why would you even do that? I mean, what an idiot to do that, even in a situation. But it was probably something so horrible. Another argument. There's many of those.
So you said the camera was on, and then you started the stream and then did that, or like you were prepping for a stream, but the camera was on, so it just happened.
Yes. So basically, I
have a question. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to walk my through. Okay. What was the lead time between starting the stream and completion? Because that's pretty fucking impressive. I'm just kidding.
Not long, man. It was, I would turn on the stream. I call it the pre-stream roll or whatever. So
I don't. I really don't care.
The pre-stream.
The pre-stream roll.
Oh my God!
Oh Lord! All right.
So it's a normal thing.
No, it's not. Obviously, no. It wasn't.
You got a name for it, Phil. You got a name for it.
The time that I turned on the stream to let people come into the stream.
Oh, thank God. Oh, jeez. Okay.
That's not a routine I do every day. No.
I mean, it'd be a hell of a pre-show. I'm just saying.
Well, that was probably the hardest joke to listen to in the entire interview.
You could monetize the haters. You could start a wicked OnlyFans, Phil. I'm just saying, a wicked OnlyFans.
And here's the narrative. Here's the truth of the matter. First of all, it took place on YouTube, not on Twitch. All right, there was maybe 20, 30 people there when it happened because I just turned the stream on, right? And it was right, laptop in front of me or whatever, camera's on. So embarrassing. But what's the narrative now? Darkside Phil masturbated in front of thousands of people, including small children, on the internet, live on Twitch, and didn't get
that's the
banned for it.
joke that people say.
Okay? I don't know.
Well, CNN rehired Tubin after he jerked it in a freaking Zoom meeting, so I mean, things can happen.
That's a
dog.
joke. People don't actually mean that you whacked it in front of thousands and thousands and millions of children. You don't even get millions of real adults
It doesn't show
viewers on a stream.
I haven't seen it, and I don't want to see it.
It's actually like from the neck up, and it's kind of just like me tilting my head back and looking at the
Okay, so
It's just
my O face. It's just my O face.
hey man,
That's it.
there's been worse videos of prominent YouTubers with their heels above their heads, and it's been worse.
But I'm
like I should
that's
fast forward
the
this.
association a lot of people will always have with me.
Please
This is
do.
like worthless right now.
On the internet in 2016. All right. I'm ever gonna live that down. If anything, here's what I learned from it. That's gonna always, no matter what these idiots say about me, that's always gonna be my most embarrassing moment.
You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna give you some advice. All right, I want to give you some advice right now. You need to own it, and you need to have a box of tissues behind you. As a fucking joke, dude. Troll it back.
Here's
Fuck
the
it.
thing. I hear what you're saying. However, again, you have to understand something. We're joking about it. It's funny to joke about it, but actually, it's representative of a really bad time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, sure.
The thing, my wife doesn't ever want to talk.
And they like me.
No, this is I have to. Don't fast forward. Why? This is stupid.
Think about it. She met me after, and she still likes me. She married me after that. So obviously she's moved past. She doesn't want to talk about it. It's like, why am I going to monetize the most embarrassing moment?
Phil,
you know?
damn it, that would have sounded so bad. I was gonna say beat your demons, but in this context, it's like shit. I mean, conquer your demons. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I don't want to like go there, but it's like, no, fuck that. Like face it and conquer your demons. Like I didn't mean to make that pun. That was unintentional, but it was so good. But you know what I'm saying, right? I'm trying to like, you say you don't want to go there, but like conquer it, dude. Own it. Own that shit.
The problem is, again, when you focus on a focal point like that and that it becomes your end-all be-all, I don't want that to be what I'm remembered for. It probably will be, but I want people who come to my content every day to remember that awesome stream they had or that cool game playthrough that we did. I don't want them to think about the guy who had an O-face beat off on stream. Like, it's so stupid, and it's such a dumb thing that I've moved past. I'm not in that part of my life anymore. I'm so much happier now that I don't need to dwell on the past anymore. I don't need to think
literally
about
wanted to have a fucking emo.
I'll say this,
forever.
If you're not going to monetize it, we will. Later tonight, the Beat Your Demons t-shirt will be available on the store.
Oh my god! No, that's terrible,
yes.
dude.
Yes. I thought it was really funny. All right.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a few things that I want to circle back with
Beat
you.
Your
Phil, you still there? You look
Demons.
like you're frozen.
Did we lose him?
I hope not. Oh, well, if he drops, well, he can come back in. Yeah, he does look frozen and such. But...
I was just kidding. I mean, I couldn't help the puns. They wrote themselves.
Phil, make sure you pop back in. I'm sure that he will. I doubt that he quit because he would have been dropped from the thing. It's definitely an internet issue of some sort.
Must be frozen.
I do not think that he.
Not a rage quit.
Fast forward to this point. I'm not gonna.
Whenever you're ready.
I don't want to listen to all of it.
But there are a few things that I want to circle back on. Mainly on the 5K. Okay, let's see. He dropped, so he'll pop back in. I do want to circle back on the business expense because I feel like Phil kind of skirted that question a little bit. No, we didn't really get the idea of. I don't know, man. Like I said, if we can have a little one-to-one here, I feel like there's just so much here that doesn't add up.
Man, I mean, I don't believe him. I mean, I don't. There's too many things. I mean, I caught him lied, and then he admitted like a minute later that I was right. And it's just like, man, that your whole credibility was already shaky. And right, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying this now because he's not here. I mean, you guys, I've been very blunt to his face. I'm not gonna like, if he hears me, it's not like I mean, I straight up told him I didn't believe him about that joke that he made, and it's just like, dude, that's such bullshit, So. Well,
while we have a second, hopefully Phil's going to rejoin us.
It's time
I do want to thank everybody for your super chats today,
now.
and I see a lot of people
Thank you.
And there's shit, and I wasn't being easy on him, and I wasn't going to because I said earlier, I'm an honest asshole, dude. Like if I don't know you and
I'm
like,
honest,
and
guys.
There's shit, and it's a serious situation. Like I'll get serious. Like this is the most serious show we've ever had on this channel, right? We're constantly laughing. And like when you said you were going to bring him on, you read his email that he said you could read publicly, and it seemed like he just wanted to be joining and doing a regular show, and it kind of evolved through the weeks of it's going to be an interview, and now we've done this interview today, and I mean it was tough.
Right. Well, I'll say this. Phil just emailed me and he said, "Hey, I'm still here. I might be getting DDoS. Not sure." So
what?
I will say this. Look, we do have
might be getting DDoS.
So while we have a
out
second,
of
Phil's not with us,
here.
I'm actually going to invite somebody to the chat right now. Keemstar is going to join us to give his side of the thing. And when Phil hops in,
enter.
Like I said, I don't want to make this weird for Phil, but I do think that while we have a second, we'll bring Keemstar in. Keemstar has the
Does
link,
E5
and,
arrive?
joining us any minute.
Oh my God, this is.
I will say this. Guys. I appreciate everybody staying with us. And while we have you for a second, I want to remind you guys we do have some other guests coming up.
Yes, nice segue.
James Rolfe, the Angry Video
I couldn't have done it any better myself.
Blah blah blah.
Sidescrollers, and support us over there. But joining us now,
I gotta say, I really didn't mean to make that pun beat your demons. It was just so funny. I couldn't stop laughing, and I jeez.
All right. Keemstar is joining us. Hello, Keemstar. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Hello, sir.
Good. It's nice to meet you. You guys have absolutely crushed this. I think you've done more than a fair job.
A new challenger approaches.
And especially like how difficult he is. But with him talking about the $50,000 offer,
preemptively made sure to have
the
like
Lol
scenes
Call
set up for
podcast,
this.
I just really wanted to get on to say my piece because he's just dishonest. I think you guys experienced this, right? He had an opportunity to clear his name so easily, and he just put it off and made excuse, and then goes on to bring up some other situation with hookers and some other lies. And it's like every content creator has been lied about, right? But in this one issue where he could just prove his innocence so quick and he doesn't take advantage of it, then it's like, and
I told him it's just making you more sus. Like that, it's making me trust your story less. That you're not like, you know what? I want to fucking prove this shit. Like I'm sick of these lies. Let's prove it. You know.
Well, I'll say this. Look, Keem, we appreciate you hopping on. Phil has rejoined us. Phil said he didn't want to be on the show if you were on it. So I'll say, can we invite you back on after we're done with Phil?
Sure. Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. I appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna bring Phil back on. We don't want to make things weird. So appreciate you understanding, man. And you have the link. I'll DM you when we're ready. Okay, buddy.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Keem. Appreciate it, man. All right. Boof. All right. Phil, welcome back, man. Sorry, we had a second. He had reached out and he wanted to share his side of it. So we appreciate you.
I saw him.
So let's continue. Everything okay?
I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what just happened.
I have no idea, man.
Back up, and I don't know if it was my ISP or if I've just been DDoSed. I would not put it past them to DDoS me at this point. I've never, to my knowledge, my IP address has never leaked this one. But if it happens again, I guess we kind of know. Right?
You like that passive aggressive? I saw him, yeah. Yeah, I saw him. I know you guys brought that fucking bitch on.
All right. Let's circle back on some stuff here, man. And
did I miss anything?
Idiots.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah, there's a few things that I feel like we kind of went through, and I feel like we do need to kind of address. And I want to circle back to like the business expenses because we talked about the 5K, we talked about that. But we didn't really get an answer, right? Like, and this kind of all ties in together. The idea of like, as somebody who works online, I've been doing this for a long time as well. I understand that spending 5K on anything is a lot, and the idea of a mortgage being a business expense, that's not necessarily true. You can from a tax perspective, you can allow me to tell you, because from a tax perspective, you can take the square footage of your office space in your house, and that can be deductible, right? And you can use that as a business expense. You can take the internet.
I don't know
do
if
those
I want to
things,
show a fee.
but your entire house, your entire mortgage is not something that can be a business expense, right?
You don't know that.
So
how do you know that? You're not a tax guy.
Right. It's not. It's not the way it goes.
You don't know that. How do you not know that? Are you a tax guy,
with
Craig?
Everything lined up, right? There's still a lot. Like, are you spending that money on food, or what are you spending that money on? Because you can pay for meals out and things like that as long as you technically talk about business. And I've done that hundreds of times.
Fee.
Where you go out to a meal
It's
and you say,
only
we're gonna have a
shoes.
business meeting, and it's just you and your wife talking about whatever.
What the fuck is wrong with this
only
chat?
shoes
Just
down
one of
there.
those things.
There's
But
nothing
walk me
else.
through once again,
Just shoes.
What are your month-to-month business expenses? What are you paying for as a streamer who works 12 hours a day? Kind of walk me through this.
Well, again, I could tell you what I'm doing now. I mean, we're talking, what people are referencing is something from like 2019, I think, right? Is that a tax return for my
but I want to know about
taking
today.
them off.
I want to know about today. Like your expenses that you have on a month-to-month basis. What do those look like? Are your expenses?
You know what? How about
No,
this?
it has. Wait,
Sure,
hold
do your
up. Let me
thing, yeah.
double check. Hold up.
Should be fun.
Hold on, wait,
all right,
let me
Phil is off, and
put it
looks like,
away.
I wonder what this could be a surprise. We'll see what happens.
I'm an old man. Okay?
Yeah.
No, she has
I do
underwear.
something that no
She
one
has
else does. I
underwear.
use paper and I
I
write
had to
on it
double check.
to track things. No
I
one
had to
else
double
does this,
check.
right?
Now hold on, Phil. Before
I
you
had to
show
double check.
anything, I
Oh,
want
I'm
to
not
make
gonna
sure.
show. I'm
See,
gonna look at
I
it.
have
I'm
underwear.
not gonna show
There's
anything.
underwear
I'm gonna
down
do
there.
something. What I'd like to do
I have striped
is
ones
kind of
on
go
this
through
one.
here because people say every day, where's your money go? That's what essentially that's what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Where's the money go?
Okay.
That's coming in. I will 100. You guys are chopping. Tell me.
No, you're good.
exactly
You're good. You're good.
I'm
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, I brought out the sheets of paper.
Here we go.
You like
I'm
that?
gonna go through this. I'm not exaggerating. Line for line, this is what I'm paying this month, and this is
Please.
all my money goes plus a few other things.
Handwritten?
Okay, and this is literally all of it.
Great.
I have a subscription to Hulu. It's $10 a month.
Wait,
Business
what?
expense. Okay.
Definitely
Oh, the
not a business
Hulu
expense. I'm just saying
subscription
this is
he's
where my
never
money
told
goes.
us
This is
about.
everything. I'm serious. I'm going to cover it all.
Oh,
Okay.
Hulu.
I have my internet.
You never told us about Hulu. Why don't you react to stuff on Hulu, Dave?
Internet. It's it's not an hourly rate. It's like you have to pay a ton of money.
Hourly? Who pays for hourly internet?
No, not hourly. I said unlimited.
Oh, I thought you said okay. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I meant to say data rates, not hourly. My
Got it.
Data rates. You know how much you use. It's it's not an hourly rate. It's like you have to pay a ton of money.
It's on an hourly rate. You have to pay a ton of money. And then he like, wait a minute, what?
Hourly? Who pays for hourly internet?
No, not hourly. I said unlimited.
Oh, I thought
no, you didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I meant to say data rates, not hourly. My
Got it.
Data rates. You know how much you use.
Yeah, Hulu is new because he didn't say. I thought he specifically said he didn't have Hulu. He has something else, unless he just recently got Hulu, which is really stupid either way. Like, why do we have Hulu?
My dues here, where I live in a community, a condo facility community, so it's the dues, monthly dues. I've got, let's see here.
I mean,
Game Pass.
but you're reading off personal expenses, and that's no one's business.
Right. I'm reading off everything. I don't care. I'm reading off everything, so you know where my money goes. Because this is what they want. They want to know where all my money goes. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think it was about the $5,000, the business expenses, that they were like, what is going on with this? Like, how is this the case? So you're now giving them more shit when you were seemingly very nervous about giving anyone any more information that isn't public. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to, before you continue, it just seems like this is counterintuitive for where you have said your stance is on like revealing public information. So like,
well, I'm not going to tell you any account name. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I get that, but still, it's still personal stuff that it's like, all right, well, I don't understand that's not what the subject was about. Right. It was about the business expenses. Right. These aren't business expenses that you're reading off.
But he doesn't know how to correct
some of this would be considered business and some wouldn't. You know, like I was just gonna say, Game Pass.
But what's the point? Is kind of where I'm leaning. Like, what is the reason for giving us your personal expenses?
Because people want to know where my money goes. You're asking me
your business, the business expense money. That's what they're talking about. That's what I've seen on the internet. That's what I've seen that people are upset. There's the business expenses, the 5,000, and then like I don't know where this like $500,000 thing is or what that even is, but there's some questions.
$500,000.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard. I've seen. I didn't look into that much because I have multiple shows that I do, and I couldn't dedicate too much to learning about you. So I figured I'd come and just hear from you. But like that's from what I've seen. It's the business expenses that's what people want to know about. Like how are you spending that much money on the business?
Here's the thing: if you were to nickel and dime every single transaction I do, when it comes to like video games and stuff like that, I don't think it gets close to that. I don't know how it was divvied out in those, in that report or whatever they used for the bankruptcy. I don't know how it's calculated. I'm not my bankruptcy attorney. I'm not my CPA. I know it's done right because I went through it with the bankruptcy judge, line by line. So
is that where that?
No, you didn't. At least you didn't do it publicly. But that's where the 5K comes from, and you definitely were not spending 5K on average over those 6 months that you were given. The only reason why 5K even came up, actually, I don't even know. Maybe you had a heavy expense month or something. But the 5K literally made no sense.
Large number comes from is the bankruptcy number, like how much debt you had.
Oh,
I'm trying to take a. Oh, you know, right? I mean, if that's what
I don't know the total number of debt.
Seems like a pretty big moment in your life that you would know.
I never, it's not a milestone. Oh man, I'm so happy I got $500,000 off my back.
I'm not saying it's a good milestone.
No, it's a horrible milestone. So I want to move past and forget and get, put in the past. But I don't know, maybe that's what that number is. But again, I don't know. I can't go line item by line item. I don't know. It's from years and years ago.
Go back to the response when he says he does not know how it's that much. You hear that?
See, I don't know how it's calculated.
Too much to see or what that even is, but. That's what they're talking about. That's what I've seen on the internet. That's what I've seen that people are upset. There's the business expenses, the 5,000, and then like I don't know where this like $500,000 thing is or what that even is. But there's some questions. Yeah, I don't know. I heard.
No, I'm not muted. I'm eating my chicken because I'm gonna die if I don't eat anything.
I couldn't dedicate.
But thank you for being concerned.
Learning about you, so
I have this mysterious blue drink.
But like.
I have this mysterious blue drink.
Like how are you spending that much money on the business?
I think it's Powerade.
Here's the thing: if you were to nickel and dime every single,
they didn't have the drink I requested.
When it comes to like video games and stuff like
so
that,
they had to get a. It's the good old. They didn't have what you wanted, so here's a substitute.
You should know, Phil. I don't know how it was divvied out. I don't know how I spent all that money. Well, bro, you kind of do need to know how you spent that money.
I wish I had some
That's the problem. You can't even justify half of that.
In those, in that report or whatever they used for the bankruptcy. I
wish I had some faux too.
I'm not my bankruptcy attorney. And that and stuff like that. I don't think it gets close to that. I think it's.
I don't think it's close to that.
Dingus drinking mysterious
that's
liquids.
Actually a good eat, David.
I do.
What else is
when
new?
It comes to, like,
it's blue when it tastes like berries.
I don't know how it was divvied out.
I don't think it's close to that. I don't know how it's divvied out. Bro. Really?
In those, in that report or whatever they used for the bankruptcy, I don't know how it's calculated. I'm not my bankruptcy attorney. I'm not my CPA.
But you're the one who feeds your bankruptcy attorney and your CPA. You should know how much is everything. How would you not know what your expenses are? This is so fucking ludicrous.
I know it's done right because I went through it with the bankruptcy judge, line by line. So
is that where that
And this is his defense. His defense is, I was with somebody who had authority. We went through it. They approved it. Therefore, it must be correct. Bro, you're the one who's spending the money. You submitted the information. You better hope it's correct, because if it's not correct, you committed a crime. And that's kind of part the problem. If you're saying, well, I don't know, maybe it was 5,000, maybe I don't know if it was that much or whatever. It's like, dude, really?
Large number comes from is the bankruptcy number, like how much debt you had.
Oh,
I'm trying to take a. Oh, I felt.
It can be my foe.
You know, right? I mean, if that's what
I don't know about that.
It seems like a pretty big moment in your life that you would know.
Never buy the green walk for sure.
It's not a milestone.
I mean, again, it's not like I chose the blue walk.
I'm not saying it's a good milestone.
No, it's a horrible milestone. Something I want to move past and forget and get put in the past. But
Greg is going back live to go over the stream right now. If Phil's not there, I don't care.
Line item by line item, I don't know. It's from years and years ago. And guys,
what?
You still there?
Yeah.
Okay, you froze again.
If anything juicy comes out of it,
they call me
with
Mr. Freeze, so.
Okay, but yeah, like I can't, I don't have that. I don't know. I would assume this is my assuming.
I still gotta go over the fucking night stream.
Anything that's considered associated with the business or not, I don't know.
Tentatively, I might conk out. I might actually conk out live on stream.
Talk about all that stuff. I feel. Okay. A couple things that no one knows. I guess I have to. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this, but again.
Phil, you do what you're comfortable with, man. I think that's the biggest thing. Is
I really don't want.
He is so he really don't want to do this. A very specific narrative, so he wants to give the information that he thinks is going to absolve him. And he's like, I really didn't want to do this, bro. Nobody's asking you. Nobody's actually asking you, and the information you're going to provide is not going to help your case. You cannot make the 5,000 appear out of nowhere.
Look, let me go put the paper away. I'm going to tell you. Okay, hold on.
All right, let me put the paper away, guys. Look at him. Adam's just like, nah, I'm done. This is fucking stupid.
All right, I don't want to talk about shit, but I have to.
Okay, no. Hold up. Wait. Pause. Is he about to attempt to cry? No cat thought the sun reveal was coming. Okay, I'm playing this at normal speed. I want to hear DSP at normal speed as we hear this story.
It sucks.
Well,
no, you don't. You said like
30
minutes ago you don't give a shit, and it doesn't make a difference. So pick a point.
Dude. Oh, thank you, Adam. Thank you, because he knows what's about to come. He knows it's about to be shenanigans, and he's like, bro, 30 minutes ago you said you didn't give a shit. And we said you're good to do whatever you're comfortable with. And you don't have to do any of this shit. So what he's about to do right now is going to be absolutely fucking disgusting.
Pick a place to stand.
Yeah, I know.
Either you don't give a shit and you're going to move on and let the haters hate you no matter what because there's nothing you could do, or try to appease them. It's not, you can't be somewhere in the middle where you're like, I might appease you. I might actually do this. I'll think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Adam, I don't care
one
about
or the other.
I care about you guys. I
care about you. I care about you.
It's breaking down. I care about you, Rue.
At least have a place to listen and hear my side. That's what this is. And I appreciate you guys so much for giving me this time. I really do. I'm starting to get emotional now, thinking of,
Life's been tough.
Yo,
it's been tough. It really has.
All right, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm gonna do it.
A few
Fuck it.
No
We're doing it live.
Okay, so it doesn't really put anyone under the bus or anything. I've been
It's
involved
the best
in
music
a
for
few
this
different,
segment.
legal things over the years. I've been involved with medical issues, my own health and my wife's.
Way. No way. It's literally it's been tough. It's literally it's been tough. No fucking way. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna actually lose it.
All right, and it's not stuff I should talk about with my audience.
And he's probably gonna have to go over more stuff tomorrow.
I'm gonna give you a tip because I found out that you have maybe a medical issue or something going on. That's no one's business. I've said to let me explain. I said to my audience, if you're gonna come to a DSP Gaming or a DSP React stream, please come support me because you like me and my content, okay? Don't come support me because you want to stick it to the haters. I don't want that pity party. Keep that,
Ironically, that's what we're getting right now.
Come and just support me for my content.
How many times has he said the vest was to show how great he was doing and sticking it to the haters? And that's how we did the vest streak. What?
If I tell you stuff that's going on that are expenses, medical expenses, legal expenses, and it's again, I'm not going to tell you, I have some medical conditions. Okay.
Well, then this is your forum. Like, this is your forum, Phil, right? If there's some sort of like medical condition that is causing you to live, paycheck to paycheck or stream to stream, and you pride yourself on transparency. I can't think of anything more transparent than just telling your audience you have something going on. And like, you know what? People are people, and they'll understand that. Like, if God willing, I came out and I had cancer or something bad happened, I would.
It's not that. It's definitely not that. Okay, I don't want to make anyone think that I'm trying to. Again, this is not a pity party here.
Right.
It's not that. It's that I have a few chronic lingering things that come back over the years, and then yes, there's a medical cost. There's deductible, of course. You have to pay to a certain amount. In a nutshell, I've been involved with a few legal things. And I've been involved with some medical things, okay? And essentially what's happened over the years is I can't really pay them because of the financial situations that I've been in, okay? And
Did you pay any of those things as business expenses?
I believe, and I don't know.
You better not say yes.
Isn't it true that certain, like your health insurance premiums and stuff is covered or is a tax deductible? I don't know. Again, I get asked this by my tax guy. I do. He says,
your tax guy was asking you this?
He said, I just got an email the other day that said, we need your breakdown of what you paid for premiums, if you had any medical expenses, if you had.
You're like how he was about to go into the sad boy segment, and like how quickly he recovered from it. Look how he's not crying anymore. And he's not trying to cry now. Look how quick that was.
Any of this, we need all this to file your taxes.
In fact, if you want an actual sad boy moment, this is an actual sad boy moment. This was him forcing the tears out.
And you'll know that you'll always be a legend in the world of entertainment to me. Keep going as long as you can. Above all else, be sure that at the end of the day that you're happy, love and appreciate you, man. Take care.
Here it comes.
And the reason that I read that to you guys is because I just want you guys to understand that means the world to me when I get a message like that. Like, it's been tough. My life has been tough over the last decade. It has. And when I read a message like that, I'm sorry that I'm tearing up like a baby. But when I read a message like that, it makes me feel like it was worth it. Like all the shit.
You think this is gonna be me someday? Like maybe 5 years from now, I get a message from Air. Air sends me a handwritten note. He flies a pigeon carrier to the Dink Slayer. By then, I'll be doxxed. Air flies a pigeon carrier over. He sends me a letter. The thing is, your streams, you've helped me through some hard times, man. I'm gonna read it live on stream. I'm gonna start blubbering. You guys mean the
actually,
world
I like
to
this
me.
version better. This version is actually secretly my favorite version. If you haven't seen it before, you're about to see it. It's from a great content creator, Give Blood. The greatest version. I love this version.
And the reason that I read that to you guys is because I just want you guys to understand that means the world to me when I get a message like that. Like, it's been tough. My life has been tough over the last decade. It has. And when I read a message like that, I'm sorry that I'm tearing up like a baby. But when I read a message like that, it makes me feel like it was worth it. Like all the shit that happened to me, and all the stress and the mental shit that I go through on a daily basis, sometimes that is worth it because there's people out there you got something on it. You know, it wasn't just some dick.
Yeah, I like my gameplay, Greasy Cop. I'm doing my best, man.
Stupid videos.
I'm gonna go for the all gold cups on all the DLC tracks on every mode.
People out there that, you know,
Gonna see some early sleep, but I want to see this VOD tomorrow, Dicker. I'm
That's
gonna
like
upload
low-key
it.
my
I'm gonna have
first
to split
favorite
it at
version
this
of that
rate. We're
story.
30 minutes
It's
away
just
from
that
me
one.
basically
If
being
you've never
forced
looked
to
at
split
Give
it.
Blood,
I'm gonna
Give
have
Blood
to.
has a lot of very specific clips and specific videos, and more importantly, sometimes they have very secret, very sus streams. And sometimes I get not notifications, but I'll get like, oh my god, their stuff is gone. I know that they have another channel too. It's like Give More Blood. That's right, Give More Blood. This one had like a lot of good ones too. King Cobra, welcome. Let's rock. Yes.
Welcome. Let's rock. Yeah.
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 You can do something with that. You can do something with that. It's possible.
That doesn't sound right, dude.
I don't know. Again, no, listen, please.
Welcome to the
Here's the
secret
problem.
club,
I don't want people going over my
Sexy
tax guy. You know what I mean? He knows what he's doing.
Thank you for the
he's a
follow.
professional.
But he clearly doesn't, because you've been in tax
It doesn't
issues.
sound like it.
No. My tax issues are
No,
not from before
no.
this shit. They really are. I used to have tax issues with the old
Hold
account.
up,
You
no.
might get
Guys,
used
believe me.
stories.
You
I
gotta
used to have
believe me.
an old guy
No.
who fucked everything
Hold
up.
up.
This
Adam,
person I have
please.
now has fixed everything.
Okay.
I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. This guy is great, and I want people to understand that. Okay. But basically, okay, I have a few ongoing things. When you don't have credit anymore, okay, but you still owe, some things can get erased, some things can't, all right, by a bankruptcy or whatever. And I'm in a situation where I have ongoing costs that I'm on payment plans for. Okay? Not, oh, a credit card. I can't get a credit card. I have no credit. My credit sucks because I have bankruptcy. No, I have payment plans. So, for example, I incur a legal cost of several $1,000s. Okay, Phil, you don't have to pay that today. You can pay it slowly over time. Here's your payment plan, right? With the IRS, I owe them back taxes. Phil, we understand.
We already know
As long as
this,
you're
though.
in repayment status, you're paying this amount every month. This is, you know what I mean? So that's where my money goes. I'm embroiled in all these ongoing things behind the scenes that
This is not
absolutely
new info.
no one needs to know about. Medical stuff, legal stuff that I'm going through, and tax
He's
stuff.
been-
And people, where does your money go?
He's been dangling that stupid medical shit for quite literally 4 years now. I don't want to hear it at this point. He's been hoping and praying that at some point he's going to reveal, guys, I have this mysterious medical problem, and this is going to be the reason why I haven't been able to reveal to you for a long time, because the trolls would have used it to against me or something. I don't fucking know.
And then just think about
I don't
this.
care about your
I'm
dumbass
streaming 6
fucking
days a week
rashes
full-time.
and your
I'm
gout and your
stressed some
hand
days,
cream.
you know?
None of it. I
And then
don't
gotta
care.
come on my streaming here. You
Probably
blow
has
your money on
eczema.
mobile games.
More
My
eczema.
wife and me are feeling so much stress with this going on. And, you know, we didn't go on a honeymoon when we got married. We haven't been on a trip since 2019. We haven't done anything.
Phil, I get it. We understand, which is why, you know, we talked about therapy. We've talked about all these. We
right.
understand, right? We've talked about all these things. But you still haven't answered the question. I'm going to ask you this really directly, okay? On a month-to-month basis, how much money are you spending on WWE mobile games and or any other mobile games on a month-to-month basis? Are you spending on iTunes or any sort of mobile device?
Okay.
Just a straight dollar amount. Whatever it is, it's okay.
Okay. Do you want? Okay. This month, I have spent probably $10 to $15.
HeadX.
I don't believe it.
That is an honest answer.
I don't believe
And by
it.
the way, it wasn't on WWE Champions.
Okay. Well done.
I need
Just
to
curious.
walk around for a second.
Well, here we go. Because you know, if I tell you, they're just gonna.
I'll leave it on the scene.
No, okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If
They
you say
already
it's
said it's a new game. It's a Street Fighter game.
okay.
You don't have to say it. He says, "Oh, they already know it's a new game. It's Street Fighter, bro." But let's just pretend for realsies that you could have just hid that. You could have just not told us, and people would have just speculated. But if they already know, that means the trolls already pulled up accurate information. So now you've basically confirmed if people find a relatively similar account on this new whatever the fuck he's playing. I legit Street Fighter, whatever. If they find that account, then they're just gonna be tracking it for money. So DSP can never play or can never spend any money on it. Street Fighter Duel, I don't fucking care. It's whatever.
Street Fighter 1. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it good?
It's all right. It's one of those you build a team of fighters. They fight against each other. It's not you don't even actively play. You just
It's
build
like
a team.
tap RPG crap?
Similar, yes.
Okay,
And that was just for experimental purposes. I'm not playing it a lot. I'm playing every once in a while. I spend $1 and get a bunch of stuff, so I spend a couple dollars here or there. And of course, I will get destroyed for saying that I spent $15 on it, I will. I'm going to get destroyed for it.
So let me kind of move this along. We've been going for a long time, and thank you again, Phil, for your time. Appreciate it. We're approaching 4 hours. I got a few things that I want to make sure we hit on before we go.
4 hours
before we
My God, so, I've been existing for so long.
Keem is here, and Keem has said that he will be respectful, and he would love to talk. I think this is a tremendous opportunity.
Look at how
to bury
grumpy
whatever hatchet
Phil looks.
or whatever it is you guys
He's
have.
He's got a scowl on his face.
Defense. I think this is a tremendous opportunity. Are you open to that?
Already
if you
grumpy.
want him on the show to talk, I'm not doing business with this man under any circumstances.
Yeah, you establish that. That's fine. That's not what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm not trying to broker a business deal or anything like that. But
feels like an hour, bro.
I'm curious what he wants to talk about. I'm not being on his stuff. I refuse. So.
Well, let's. Okay, I'm gonna bring him on. Right?
Wait. So you're okay with him coming on to talk?
As long as he's not going to sit here and insult me, or you guys have already asked me so many questions. I don't want him interrogating me too. It's your ego, not his.
That's not. Right. I mean, Keem, he's watching obviously, so it's like that's not the case. We're the interviewers. He just said it. He agrees.
Yeah, he agrees. So look, we're gonna bring him on, and like I said, I think this is not a tremendous opportunity for.
Oh
friction.
Yeah. I can completely believe how much money his fucking idiots gave him on the pre-stream. I'm so glad that they did that. I'm so glad that they were so blind, they were so stupid that they were unable to comprehend the questions that were being asked. Simple timeline questions. Simple fucking question that DSP cannot answer because he's so fucking afraid of his life because the trolls are going to come out with like fucking rocks and shit and just stone him to death or something. I don't even fucking know. But he was so afraid to answer any of those questions, and they're like, Phil, we totally believe you. Here's a bunch of money. It's like, bro, you're only hurting him further. Because now it's like, yeah, man, people really don't care. It's like, okay, but what if there were a couple of people that actually looked at it and they were your fans? And they said, wait a minute, this actually makes sense. Why isn't Phil answering any of this? Why isn't Phil doing any of this? What if he ended up driving away some smaller people? You don't know. None of us knows. But apparently it's going to help him out in like the short term. He's going to have a view boost for a while. I think it'll be probably for the next couple of days until it gets too boring. Then people just nope the fuck out. And then we'll go back to normal. And it'll eventually be, maybe not this month, but it'll be next month. We'll probably do the begging because that's when the taxes actually have to get paid.
There's an opportunity to build a bridge. So let's do this real quick. Keemstar, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. And Phil, thank you for letting me on to talk to you directly. I do mean what I said here in the chat, that I will be respectful. I'm not here to interrogate you, but I desperately want to represent my point of view in this situation between me and you. Because what I've heard listening to this podcast or this interview or whatever you want to call it, is you describing problems that you have in your life, paying bills, being harassed by, your detractors or whatever. And I actively went out of my way to solve major problems in your life. And me and you are not friends. In fact, before I put together this business opportunity for you, me and you were fighting back and forth. It started with you on your podcast out of nowhere, reacting to me retiring when I turned 40, and you said, well, that guy's evil, and all these horrible stuff and blood money, whatever you said about me, because you don't like my show Drama Alert. And many of your detractors picked up on right away that the reason why you don't like my show and you don't support me is because we covered the fapping situation in 2016.
Well, that's really untrue. Dude, you covered it fairly.
Go ahead, respond, Phil.
You covered it fairly. You didn't even really harp on it. One of your guys contacted me behind the scenes, said, do you have anything else to add? Do you want to be on the show? I was like, no, you covered it fairly. I don't think you were unfair at all. That's not the case.
Thank you, because I don't think I was unfair either. No,
not at all. Who told you that? That's bullshit. That's the detractors making shit up. I didn't
everybody jumped to that conclusion why you had such a hateful,
Correct.
I've never talked to you. The only interactions I've ever had with you is just covering this one story about you.
Oh my God, Keemstar's here.
This is a great example of why I wanted to bring you on, because there's clearly a miscommunication somewhere along the lines, right? Clearly. So, Phil thought Keemstar did this, Keemstar thought Phil did this. All right, so.
Yeah, it's so obvious right now that the reason why Phil is completely agreeable with this is because he's put into a mode where he can't confront Keem. He can't shit talk Keem. And it's not in his element. He has zero control of what's going on right now. The only way that he can dodge out of this is quite literally pull the plug. So he can't shit on Keem at all because he knows that he has way too much riding on the line.
We're in a better place, which is great.
Think about it logically. Think about it logically. He gave a lot of shit to Keem way back when, even though he had no beef with him. Why? Because DSP was a hateful person? Maybe. Who knows? But I mean, the only thing that he had covered at that point was just him jacking off.
From that, you know, I see a clip and it's on Phil's stream. He's reacting to my retirement and he's saying I'm this horrible, evil person, da 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 da, and he doesn't support me. And I responded.
Hold on, Keem, is that true, Phil?
I don't know. I'm sure I've criticized him. I don't know specifically what he's talking about yet.
Okay, continue.
I don't know exactly what was said. I'm going off of memory, but it was something along those lines. The clip gets sent to me by multiple people. So I respond to Phil because the only thing I know about Phil is him being a lol cow, right? Him on stream begging for money to pay rent and stuff like that. That's all I know about him. So I responded to him on Twitter, which I thought was pretty clever. In gaming terms, and I explained to him that like we are roughly the same age. We've been doing YouTube for like 15 years each. We started at the same time, and I'm retiring now, and I don't ever have to work again. So I have completed
I'm glad
this video game of
bend
YouTube. And I said to
Phil,
Phil's
just
you're
fucking
still on
done.
level
He wants
1.
out.
All right, you're still on level
He's
1.
looking
and you're
for the door.
restarting, you know, level
He's
1
looking at
over
the
and
data.
over again. Like,
look at how many times he looks over to this other screen. Why is he even looking over to this other screen? Why? Just pay attention.
A video game, and you're getting nowhere. You're still at the point where you're begging people on stream to pay your bills and whatnot. And I thought that was a good response, right? Even though I am talking trash and, you know, we got a little drama going on for Twitter and whatnot, you know, I thought that I was actually giving you good advice. And, you know,
yeah, I was gonna say that
is that advice or is that more like in
that
text
felt like
form,
a backhanded smack with, you know, internet Twitter battles, you know.
100%.
All right, rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated.
Was that Phil needs to do something different?
Yes, hello.
You know, imagine you're playing a video game. You're on level 1 and you try the same technique
the 11th
over and over
hour.
again, right? And you're dying. You have to
Swollen
restart the level
dingus.
over. Like you're never going to be level 1, and that's the situation that Phil has been in.
No, no, I'm not Dingus Dedga yet.
Do you feel like there's any truth to that, or do you
That's
feel
not
like
true.
Keemstar is out of his, out of his
Maybe
way
you're
to,
the one
kinda
that's
make you look
Dingus Dedga, motherfucker.
Well, first of all, you know, the best way to give life advice is to, you know, say it in an insulting
Don't
way.
worry, I got another
Because
drink.
everyone's very receptive to it.
I got more Popeyes.
Fair point, but
Phil.
Popeyes is gonna carry us.
Is there some truth to it? Yes. Okay.
Maybe I'm
But
just
here's the
acting.
thing.
I'm not
If
as
you have
tired
criticism
as you
of
think.
me, then criticize me
Yes.
fairly in a way where, you know, maybe I have a chance to have a conversation. Instead, you just go to your platform and you say something nasty about me on there. I'm a tiny little guy.
You literally hide on your platform every single time you want to talk about
I'm a tiny little
anybody.
guy,
The
you
moment you're off
guys.
your platform, you can't talk any of this shit. The safety's gone.
Okay? When I say something on my stream, who hears it? A couple hundred people? Yes, my detractors then echo it. They extrapolate it all over the internet. Boom, it's amplified, correct? But I'm the little guy. You are a big guy, Keem. You're huge. You have a giant reach on the internet. Do you not understand that the stuff that you say and do has repercussions for everyone around you? You seem to be someone that you're not self-aware. You don't understand that when you say something like that. Now I have to live with that
the
shit.
fucking
From months on end,
projection.
you're on level 1. Phil, level 1. Yo, you've been for 15 years. You're just on
Level 1, level 1.
Damn, that- there's hella
Level
shit in my
1,
life
level
going on.
1.
So much stuff. I don't need Mr. Big Time punching you down, which is what you do. That's why people don't like you, man.
Yes.
You don't understand that.
I didn't see it that way. I saw a clip of you talking all kinds of shit on me, like unprovoked, and I just responded, talking shit back.
What's up,
but
Peaches?
also giving you advice. That's
I
the
was
way I saw it.
decompressing and recording
Anyhow,
my
after
Smash
that
replays
incident
so I can
took
delete them
place,
cursing and to know where you limit space, and I
months
found
went
a
by,
certain
and
Pac-Man.
this bothered me because I saw
I don't know
the
who you're talking
solution
about.
the
You better
entire
be
time,
talking about
that Phil needed to
Abadongo.
do something
I don't
different,
know
all
who
right?
you're talking about.
I am a person that recognizes entertainment.
You recorded our
I really get
matches?
it. You got to understand, Phil. You have haters.
You didn't have my consent.
I have more. I have
This
more
is
than
not a one-party
Yup.
state, idiot.
DSP
Yup.
combined. I have way more haters,
Peaches,
but I'm
you
still
just
successful,
fucking
and I
confessed
still
to
have new
perjury.
business opportunities, and
Baby.
I'm still making money. I was supposed to retire a year ago, and I'm still doing new stuff and being successful on this platform. Because I
Explain the
understand this
$5,000 a
business
month
very,
in
very well.
Smash
And
clipping
even though you
expenses.
have that hate, you know, they are viewers. They are your customers. The detractors are your customers. The haters are your customers. And
Peaches,
they're
did I
more
even ask you
loyal
what you
than the
thought of
people
this?
that
I know
give
you
you
saw
money, that
someone
donate
watch
on your
this. I didn't
stream.
think you were
The
here the
people
whole
that hate
time.
you
You were
for it,
somewhere. You were probably watching it with
It's
Fraga.
like you can't pay for that shit.
Right. DSP, you are so fucking stupid. You have no idea how much the detractors help you out. And I know the simple solution is, well, if you want DSP to fail, you should fucking stop covering DSP Pro. I don't care if he fucking fails or not. I literally want to watch this clown show until it's no longer funny. And DSP can't figure it out. He can't pick up on these simple points. And he sits there and he cries and he whines and he mauls and he bitches and moans. And it's like, dude, come on. Your fucking detractors watch your shit more than your fucking fans. They microanalyze everything.
I mean, look at how many people are here.
Yes.
2,500 people are here.
Sorry, I got Tevin in my ear. And when he says no and yes, that means I gotta say no and yes. It's like second nature. Sometimes I think about what would have happened to this sector if I had not introduced it, or well, I didn't introduce it, DSP did. If I had not helped in aiding to popularize the saying that is yes.
All obsessed with you and watching your content nonstop. The solution really is to get the three of you to do a podcast. All right, those haters are going to watch.
Dark side filled wall cow.
Absolutely love that these three guys have come together to make content. Now, between the three of you, you guys don't have the business sense.
Detractors are analyzing like a reaction channel, watching the newest Marvel movie trailer.
Right? You guys don't even understand how.
And there are still some people who are going to boot up tomorrow and talk about it. Like Ann might be forced to talk about this tomorrow. This might not even be the end of it for him. Watched most of it on Tevin's channel, but I was working too. It was exhilarating. Great content. So many great moments.
Just not in the way that you want.
I had hope because he knows what to say up front. But the follow-up questions were going to be an issue. He crumbled and is in complete disbelief of how bad he looked.
All right, we never got to have this conversation, so
an amazing dissertation.
You're not going to do it.
I agree.
I would also own 25%. I would do the business aspect of it.
He's so
I've had
mad
many success selling podcasts to exclusive deals.
I definitely will agree that Dingus popularized the yes. It's the Dingus accent. Yeah. Right? Now I see. It's weird because I popularized it, and then Tevin.
All three of you would be in a situation.
I can't remember if Tevin really started to say it after I said it. It's one of those. Was it me or Juzzy who did Garfield first? Who cares? But Juzzy says I did, but I don't even really recall.
Just to start off before
who really said yes first? But because Tevin popularized it, now I see people who I know don't even know who Dingus is. They say yes.
He loves the idea.
It's fucking weird.
He understands it. He gets it. He reaches out.
It's like a monster you've created.
And now it's time to talk to
you.
DSP.
Created the monster.
The way I understand it, called you, contacted you, and told you what was going on, right?
I think the reason it works is because there's so many contexts in which you can use yes, because
yes, I had no idea.
You can attribute it to so many things.
We never talked, but he said that there was this idea for a podcast.
Whenever DSP goes, yes, that could be like yes.
Boogie told me that.
Then you have whenever he tries to be sarcastic, it's like, yes, like I'm totally doing this. Yes, obviously, yes, that's what I wanted to do the whole time. So it's like two instances of him using yes that got kind of melded together. You can kind of they're interchangeable whenever you say it. And then you have the opposite when you have him go, no. It's like poetry. Each stance rhymes with the one that came before it.
Yeah, thoughts. Yeah, the thoughts that you have, Phil. What are the thoughts?
Yeah, the Ralph fucking. I poisoned Tevin with the fucking Ralph accent and the Wings accent. Sometimes he'll do the Wings accent. I'm fucking terrible. I'm like a fucking toxin.
I like how
here.
his phone went off. What? There's my phone? Why did my phone go off?
I've absolutely.
Well, I'm glad that
anything with Boogie or Wings. In fact,
I'm glad I'm infecting people.
With Boogie back and forth a little bit more.
Yes.
Would you be interested in maybe doing a podcast with me or me being on his show or whatever? Whatever it may be. These guys, I did a react about Wings last year about his documentary.
Fucking Matt Jarbo's in the chat.
I knew of Ralph from Tevin, but I was never interested until you started talking about him. Yeah, Ralph is fucking wild.
But your issue is with
the only thing that would have made today better, besides them talking about Derek, would be if Ralph mentioned this interview. Like, fuck, Keemstar mentioned it. If Ralph mentioned it, we'd really be going to town.
To potentially sell the podcast to something and put 50 grand in your pocket initially, that's a 100%
this fucker,
no-go for you.
Dark Sidefield came in and whooped Keemstar's ass, baby.
Yeah,
because Ralph hates Keemstar, so he's got a cap for Phil. That's why you should have brought it up.
Literally talking about if there was 50K. Dude, he was literally talking about he was talking with his wife and the 50K could help him out. And they thought it was good, but they didn't know about it. And now it's like, if the 50K was there, would you take it? It's a
RTU just got unbanned live. Remember when DSP said he would never talk to him?
Only a Sith deals in absolutes, and this guy can't deal
now
with it
in his chat?
Absolute.
Oh, man. Really?
Something dark side.
Sure,
something
you can say whatever you want about me.
Sure.
But I just want to represent how I feel about the situation. I'm not done.
Medicare knew about it. Medicare was tweeting on post, and he sent in a super chat.
When you look at your history on the internet, it's very interesting. And I'm actually, I'm impressed with what you've done.
You know what, Rich?
I watched a documentary about you.
Because I talked to Keem and had Keem talk shit to my face, I'll unban you now.
Keem, you're a piece of shit.
I think it's coming through my giveaway for a Switch game.
Trying to do.
Last year, he started off trolling.
I didn't hear about any giveaways at 2%.
He turned that into an empire of money on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's so admirable. And if anything, one of the things you absolutely need to be praised for is your determination. You were shut down time after time. False copyright strikes, real takedown requests, all kinds of shit. People wanted you off the net, right? You're still there. You never gave up. Damn, that's a success story.
Phil, it sounds familiar, dude.
Fucking scummy.
Yeah.
Answered.
I guess. Sounds like you.
I guess, man.
I don't.
It's
really
true. We just heard your story and.
Yeah, listen to it, Keem, and then listen to him backtrack on it when he gets on his own stream.
All right. When you look at what Keem has done and what I have done, I'll probably be forgotten. I'll just be a fart in the wind, right?
Yep.
I got 100,000 videos on the internet. No one's gonna remember Darkside Phil besides the guy who jerked off on stream, and you know, probably this WWE champion
in front of millions of children.
Just like everything else, who cares? But Keem, you know, has a big body of work. He's known. But when you look at how Keem made his money, okay? Again, I'm going off documentaries and things I've seen. I mean, Keem, you have to openly admit that there were a lot of things that you've done that you probably have no issue with whatsoever. You always feel from your perspective, because there's always two perspectives on everything, right?
Holy shit, Phil. I gotta say, this is fucking rich coming from you right now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it is. You're correct. You're correct. It is rich coming from me. I am hypocritical.
Fucking Adam.
You're getting your information from the detractors.
That's right. That's right. It is hypocritical.
And that's where you're basing
yes,
this on.
yes, it is.
This whole episode, you have been talking about how much shit your detractors have made other people think about you. Like, do you hear yourself right now?
Indeed, I do. That's the nature of the beast. That's how YouTube works, man. That's how all this works, right?
Fuck, man.
You're right. So, from what I've heard and seen about Keem, you know, I call them a misery broker. All right, Keem, on a day when you have a good day, it's because someone else has a bad day.
Adam, please.
Someone else has drama going on. Someone else has horrible things happening in their life. It's your good day, man. It's time for you to blow that up, and then you interject like a shoe wedge. Get into that life. Get into that drama, right? You gotta be a part of it. And now get them on your show so that you can pull this out to be not just a one-time thing, but now it's going to be pulled on for weeks and weeks. If there's something.
Phil, do you know the internet at all? Do you know the internet at all?
Yes, I do.
Do you see who's successful on the internet? I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably be more successful if I talk shit on people, but like I don't, and you know, I do what I can because that's just where I'm at, you know. So it's like you can't be upset when people use the algorithms for their advantage, which Keem seems to have figured out.
You're right, and at one point I was a really stupid.
You're right.
Man, I feel like
I'm hypocritical.
Content that's not harmful to anyone. I'm just doing gameplay. I'm dicking around on the internet here with my viewers, and this guy gets over and he's doing this drama content. People are saying it's hurtful, you know. You're right. At the same time, everyone has what's called a moral compass, correct? And you know, I've been talking about this on my streams recently. I was raised a Roman Catholic. All right, I'm not religious anymore, by the way. So this is not like an excuse.
What does religion have to do with anything?
How is this relevant?
And values. And to me,
Adam, call him out.
The only way that I
call him out, Adam.
On the internet and get or just get over in life is by stepping on.
Adam's tired. He's checked out. He's letting Keem doing the talking.
I don't think that's what Keem's doing when he's making videos. You know, I see. Yeah, D-Day Cobra, shout out to him. I saw him in chat earlier, you know, and tweeted us out. Thank you, buddy. He talks shit on anyone. Like he'll freaking, you know, he monetizes the haters better than anyone I know. Right? Well, I've talked to him personally off air, and he's a fucking great guy, and like has a good moral compass to me. I don't think talking shit about people on the internet somehow changes who you are, right? As your moral compass. I mean, you said moral compass, and it's like, come on, dude. Like
exactly, Shiak. As a Christian who doesn't practice,
Phil, listen,
that's literally what he's saying.
If me running Dramaler is like a taking
as a non-practicing Christian,
right?
let me tell you why you're
wrong. The way
I
understand it, how you're explaining it, is like a YouTuber will get canceled, and then I cover the story on my platform, or you know, you had the fappening, right? And I covered the story on my platform that I'm making money off of other people's downfalls, right? That's the way you see it.
Yes.
Well, there's people on YouTube that run documentaries on important things that happen on the internet. They're also in the same situation, correct?
What do you mean by that?
They're making money. They're making money on a newsworthy story.
Right.
On the internet.
Like factual reporting of things that are happening, like a news network? Like, what do you mean?
Of course. And then I inject my opinion on these stories as well. But there are YouTubers, right? They're commentators, and then there's commentators that do like documentary style stuff that cover drama on the internet. You're saying that every single one of them is accepting blood money because they're voicing their opinions on what's going on.
Well, simply voicing your opinion is one thing, Keem, but let's take a look at your history here. There's been
let's take a look at your history.
Where you've
He's literally doing it
again.
And extrapolated drama.
You're doing it again, Phil. You're doing it again.
Explain that. Explain that.
Yeah, tell me more. I'm not aware of these.
The documentary I watched last year about June the King made this one. And I guess there was a situation with a YouTuber, and I forget if he was a Minecraft YouTuber or another YouTuber. And, you know, originally he appeared supposedly as an upfront.
Keem's response to this bit was the best.
Our show covering this drama, I think it was allegations that he had been with underage girls or something like that.
Yeah, wasn't it, Peaches? This shit was gold.
Part of it was orchestrated.
Wait for his response.
Like, I guess he wanted to get back at someone, his ex or his current girlfriend, and Keem participated in that.
Okay, Keemstar!
I have no idea what you're talking about. That doesn't even sound legit whatsoever. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have the right to deny it. That's fine. But, you know what? It's out there. Just so you know, it's out there, man.
But I just want to say,
I don't even remember you guys. I don't even care. I don't remember.
All right, that covered a story on my misery, right? If I
it was a Tuesday to me, Phil. That's what you don't understand.
Doing exactly what Drumler does.
It's a good point.
Well, and on top of that, just to
yeah, he supported and monetized something that made fun of Keem's downfall.
He's saying it didn't happen, even though you're saying there's a mountain of proof in this documentary, right? The same thing is being said to you right now about WWE legends and everything like that, and you have the right to deny it too, even though there's a mountain of evidence to documentaries online.
Correct. But the difference, Keem, to respond to your point, sorry, there's a lot of points that just came out.
Dude, he is just squirming the entire time. This guy has no clue how to attack without literally being called out for being hypocritical. He has no angle he can approach because he knows there's no angle he can approach. Because everything he has done up until this point has been hypocritical.
Everything that's said about TSP is out there.
No wonder why he was flustered earlier
today. There's nothing you
can
do to make people
no wonder why I tuned into that pre-stream. He was like literally doxing people that were accidentally tipping him, and they were saying it was anonymous, and he was calling out their real name. No wonder why, because DSP literally got shooken and stirred.
The documentary is.
I'm swollen, not stirred.
Stuff about you. Okay, you understand? The documentary is actually covering your entire history. I learned a lot of things about you that I find very admirable and very positive by watching that. It really did cover. I
have a lot of
stuff that's happened.
A lot of respect for you.
Actually, how do you know it's
I have a lot of respect for you, Phil. I mean, I have a lot of respect for you, Keem, but I don't trust you, Keem. What's up, Mr. Bond? Mr. Bond! Dude, it's hour 12, man.
100% trustworthy or not? Because when it's about me, it's all facts. Right. When it's about you, it's all lies. I'm confused.
Yep.
It's not all fact, and it's not all lies. It's always somewhere in between, right?
Shade of gray, dude.
We're not stupid. We're not bored yet.
Shade of gray.
When you watch that documentary, you gotta kind of suspend your disbelief. Say, okay, believe it or don't, right? Make your own.
That's overtime.
So you chose to believe this one when it came to Keem.
In a couple.
I'm trying. I'm gonna make it.
There's been lots.
No, the stream's not ending. We're gonna keep going, you guys.
Can we come to the conclusion that me and you both have a bad reputation?
Yeah, DSP is live right now. Guess what? I gotta cover that too.
I wouldn't even say I'm successful at all. So
okay.
yeah.
I'm not successful at all.
What you were saying. Okay, I think
you know what? I agree, Phil.
Continue with what you were talking about leading up to this.
I agree.
To Boogie, Wings, and DSP. 50 grand on the table to start the podcast. Continue.
So knowing how to help all three of them, all right, and then also creating a business opportunity for myself, right? You know, it is all these things combined, and not only just helping DSP, Wings, and Boogie and myself, because this is a brilliant idea, but it's also helping every single person that's in this chat right now. It's also helping every single one of your haters, every single one of your guys' actual supporters.
We got everyone's take on this today.
A win.
Except for Blooper. So where is Blooper?
Where is he? With Keemstar here. This is actually what I've wanted. Somebody to actually fucking pin him down and ask questions. And somebody to back up that person to make sure that DSP isn't doing any kind of weed whacking and shit and just going all over the place.
Why is he doing the podcast? Because he's so shook he doesn't want to do gameplay. Did you think he was going to do gameplay at all today?
Answer the questions directly because he kept fucking squirming around. The reason why this was 5 hours long is because he doesn't know how to give a straight answer to anything. He has to have everything sugar-coated in a certain fucking framing and everything.
Wanting to reach out to help you, I found you to be so incredibly difficult to work with. Boogie already contacted you and told you that this was about a podcast. I publicly tweeted, reach out to me, $50,000, and you ignored me. Then we finally start talking in DMs, and your response is, well, email me, because I want to set up a call. We're already talking in DMs on Twitter. Why can't we just jump on a call and talk right away? We're already communicating. You tell me to go email you. That is so weird from my perspective. If I reach out to the biggest YouTuber on the platform, Mr. Beast, and I text him, hey, we got to get on the phone. I got to talk to you about something. I'm going to talk to him within 12 hours. And this is a wildly more busy guy than you, Phil, all right? And that's the biggest YouTuber on the platform. This is how content creators communicate with each other. We don't email each other. Like, we have managers to do that stuff. We have lawyers to do that stuff. I have a team of people that will get in an email.
Yeah, but DSP doesn't have lawyers.
Ever. I'm never in a Gmail.
To be fair,
this is what are you talking about?
What are you talking about, you guys?
Disrespectful to me. When I'm just communicating you in Twitter DMs, we're talking back and forth, and you're telling me I have to email you in order to get on a call. I was so confused by that. But I play along, all right? I think one of my people may have emailed you or something. I got a phone number. We set up a scheduled time when we're going to call, and we're going to talk about this. And I call you during the scheduled time, and you don't answer the phone. And then I get a message back saying,
no,
I'm sorry.
wrong.
I was streaming.
Incorrect.
I told you to work at this time. Well, even if that is true.
That's not true.
Streaming. That stream is not more important than my phone call and my opportunity. It's not.
Phil, what do you think about that? Do you think that's accurate?
Incorrect.
You have an opportunity to
no.
put 5 figures in your pocket and you kind of give us your mindset there, because I don't.
It's all semantics because
semantics.
First of all, Craig knows how to contact me.
Semantics.
To be on the show. It was pretty straightforward. Wouldn't you say, Craig? It was pretty easy to reach out to me. It wasn't hard to reach me, was it?
No, I emailed you. Yeah, it was easy.
And when we were able to talk back and forth pretty reasonably with no issue, correct? I don't think we ever had an issue, right?
No. I think what we're hearing here is...
hold on. You think Craig is a big YouTuber, though? Come on. Look at this guy.
Oh, no. I'm not even saying...
Hey, once upon a time, buddy.
Look at this guy, you guys.
It has nothing to do with size. This has to do with just being reasonable. If someone has a business...
Would I leave the stream for... Hell yeah, I would. You kidding me?
But instead, you go to your
giant
Sneed Valley
Bank
on Twitter and you just scream...
Even if it was for 500, I'd leave the fucking stream.
$50,000 on the line. It's
Fuck
hostile,
it. For $50? Hell yeah.
So you got
the hell, man.
on the defensive.
Betrayal. Betrayed
you did
me.
not see that he was actually reaching out to help.
Yes, I totally would leave the stream, you guys.
So according to what I've just heard,
money, yeah.
You were talking shit about him retiring, and he jokingly responded, and kind of slapped you a lighthearted slap with a glove, but said, "You know what? I'm gonna hook you up anyway." That's the vibe I'm getting. And you were stuck on that. What year was this, by the way? Just because I kind of have a... So this was recent.
Yeah, roughly a year ago.
Wow. Okay. No, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a little further back. I mean, it
I'll leave the
feels
stream
like
right now
Phil,
for $5. Yeah, that doesn't count.
Of you're trying to find that way past this.
We're almost there.
We're
almost done.
And I don't mean to call
and
anything
at some point
out,
I'll
but it does
have
feel
a
like
snack.
That's being stuck on level 1.
I need a Scooby snack.
Right, and it feels like, I mean, shout out to Keem for actually reaching out after you were talking shit. That's not something that happens. And if he was truly trying to help you out, that's kind of surprising. I would, if someone was talking shit about me and I was as successful as Keem, I'd been like, fuck this person. I wouldn't even acknowledge them. Especially as you say, it was just some small time. I don't remember what wording you chose, that you weren't even successful in your own mind.
But him talking shit to me isn't a personal thing, right? It's an opportunity for me to make a Twitter video and make some entertainment for my audience. When I go on the internet,
that's how you internet right there.
Thank you, Adam. DSP has never understood since day fucking 1 how to navigate the fucking internet. He has no clue. Keemstar took an opportunity and he made content out of it, which is what DSP should be doing, but he has no clue how to do it because he's so fucking inept. Everybody literally has to handhold him through everything. He doesn't know how to stream. He doesn't know how to set up Stream Deck. He doesn't know how to set up a new PC. He doesn't know how to set up new capture cards. None of that shit. Everybody has to handhold him every fucking step of the way. The only way this would have worked is Keemstar literally would have had to hold his dick the entire way through. That's the only way it would have happened.
When I go on the internet, I am not thinking about, will people like me? Will people hate me? I'm thinking, let me make a piece of content that people will enjoy watching, whether they like me or hate me or whatever. Let me make some piece of content that people are interested in. That's all I ever think about when I come to the internet, is serving viewers.
And that's the way he should be approaching this. It should always be serving viewers. Technically, the piece of content that I'm making right now is literally serving viewers. I could have booted a Chrono Trigger tonight and I would have been serving what, 30, 40 viewers, maximum maybe 50? And then people would have been asking me about this. But you know what's better served? If I go over this dumbass podcast that everybody's already seen, I haven't even seen it, and talk about it at length. I take a 5-hour thing and I make it literally 7 hours.
All right.
Yeah, 7 hours.
Because they just want my dumbass take.
You know, I don't want Yeah, just with this conversation, you know. I mean, you came on to
in
do
a
an
maid
interview,
outfit.
Craig. You know, it was a tough interview.
Get out of here.
You know,
all I could have done
deep into throughout, you know,
well,
what was
wait,
going
no, I
on.
didn't.
And you
I
weren't
didn't start that
prepared
sentence correctly.
for,
That's how you know
didn't
it's been a long stream.
that Keemstar would be on the
I
show
could have
today.
played
I didn't know
Kirby.
either.
Neither did I. Yeah.
This all just kind of happened naturally.
This is
I could have played
All right,
Kirby,
service,
guys.
all right,
I just
service.
wanted to ask you if you're cool. Like, I would
Hey,
love for this to
12
continue. I just wanna make
hours.
sure
I'm
you're cool with
holding
it.
my thumbs
I'm
up.
okay with this, but
A whole
obviously
thumbs
we wanna
wiggle.
Get back to the other topics too, right? I mean, we kind of put everything on pause
Yeah.
when it came. And
We
I mean,
will,
big
sure,
ups
but
to
I think
Ann,
that- I think
too.
something good is
It
happening.
usually doesn't go
We're
this
working through
long.
Things. We're understanding what each
Oh.
perspective is. I understand your perspective.
Is it
Phil.
really 7
I
hours
understand
for Ann?
Keemstar's perspective. So I got a question for you, Keem.
Oh God,
this-
it is.
You don't mind if I call you Keem, do you?
No, that's fine.
Okay,
Everyone
cool.
calls me Keem.
All right. All right.
Yeah, big ups
Is
to
the offer
Ludwig.
still there for this to happen?
I mean,
If Phil is open to it.
I would say potentially, but not really, right? You know, I took Wings of Redemption and Boogie 2988, who were willing to work with me and understood this business opportunity. And I'm setting up a boxing match between the two of them, and I'm gonna break the internet with this.
I'm
all
gonna
right?
break
This
the
is
internet,
an
you
awesome
guys.
opportunity for Wings, an
You
awesome
already knew
opportunity
that.
for Boogie.
Is this the micro
This
one?
is going to be
Oh, God, it is
broadcasted
the micro
on
one.
May 13th, and I haven't even announced this anywhere yet. This is an exclusive. It's going to be free to watch.
Whoa.
It's going to be free to watch. And
Can I ask a question?
And this
Yeah.
is why he hated
I am
him.
the guest, right?
Of course.
I can
Yeah, please ask. Yeah.
I am the guest, right? I'm the important one, right? I can ask a question, right? Bro, he's so mad. He's so mad that he literally took this. Keemstar literally took all the fucking wind out of his sails. It's not even about him anymore. And that's why he's super mad. Dude, that's why he was super mad earlier. It was like, he literally stole his thunder.
you know, again, I understand your reason.
I'm
here.
grinding.
You're saying content
I
you
wish
wanna
I was
see,
grinding.
Right?
There we go.
Is there any line?
Oh,
you won't
Booba
cross
out of
when it comes to
nowhere.
Content that you think people want to see that you can make profit on.
Is there
Do you
any
have
line
kind
you
of
won't
restraint?
cross?
Do you ever feel that
Hold on,
morally
one
something
sec,
is too
hold on.
far? Because I
gotta
personally
make
and many
sure.
others hear this about this boxing match coming.
I have to
okay,
look
now, let me give
under
you my
just in
perspective,
case.
Okay.
okay.
Wings of Redemption, Boogie, two desperate guys. We all know they're down on
shit.
their luck. They could definitely use some money, right?
Build
We all
into
know
a
this.
banana.
Publicly project that to the internet. They're both, technically, from what we can see and understand, they're kind of unhealthy. Maybe not. Who knows? But you only know
Agree.
what they project.
We're
Correct.
doing booba time.
Do you not feel that having two people like this, overweight, possibly unhealthy, doing a boxing match against each other, so that everyone on the internet can laugh at them, could possibly, just possibly, be either putting them in harm's way, or
Okay, she
maybe
has
be
everything down
considered
there.
morally
Like
reprehensible
everything is
because of the
okay. I had to
repercussions that
move
happen in
around
this
just a
match.
little bit. To
Do you
make
not think
sure.
they're adults that they can make
What did
their
he
own
mean
decisions?
by
That's
that?
I'm just
fine. I mean,
curious.
anyone can make their own decisions. That's
I'm
fine.
sorry, Kane. Please answer them.
Let me respond. All right. Every single influencer boxer,
She's got everything she
whether
needs
they're
down
healthy
there,
or
you
not,
guys.
is putting themselves in harm's way for entertainment.
It's a light
They're all warriors, and they all deserve respect. Wings of Redemption and Boogie haven't gotten any respect.
get
In
it,
fact,
like-
it's disrespect. Very similar to you. All right.
There we go.
And by doing this, they will get respect. Whether people laugh or not, they are going to get respect for jumping in that ring. But you mentioned that they're unhealthy. Of course they're unhealthy. But I can tell you right now, behind the scenes, and nobody knows this, both of them have actively already lost weight training for this fight. This is a
Nice.
positive thing in both of their lives. And I don't think
You
either
guys
one of
believe
them
that? You guys
have the
believe
ability to
behind the
seriously hurt
scenes,
the other. Do you?
Wings and Boogie
Do
have
you
lost
think they're in
weight?
real danger by fighting each other? I think
Yeah,
these
they've
are equal
magically lost
opponents.
weight. Can't you see it?
This is
Whenever
not
you watch a
serious
Lummox
boxing.
video,
Good
Wings
Wings
John
is dropping
Valentine, get
pounds.
outta here.
You can't even tell.
These are two overweight guys that are going to go
You
at it
literally
swinging.
appeared
Are
right
you
as that
gonna watch?
happened.
No.
Yes, you are.
No,
Yes,
I'm
you
not.
What do you mean you can't tell?
No.
You're crappy.
Phil,
No,
Phil,
I
you know
don't
who is gonna watch it, Phil?
Everyone else.
Everybody.
Everyone. Great answer. That's
Yup.
exactly what I would have said.
I just
Yeah.
don't believe you. It really comes down to what I just said a
not
little
gonna
while
watch it,
ago. When
Dude,
I look
dude,
at like
dude.
making content,
100% when this boxing match happens, I'm fucking watching it. 100%. It's
Uh-oh.
just happening.
for the internet and doing
And
stuff like this,
and Dingus
my question is, will
react.
this serve viewers? And I know
Yes.
it will. I know so many people are going to tune in. I know.
Oh,
so
shit,
many
I
people
thought he
wanna
was-
see
I
this,
thought he
and
was-
don't
I
believe
thought
you
he
when you
wasn't
say
gonna
you're
be
not watch
interested.
this. I think you are going to watch this fight.
You're so
Phil-
mistaken. You have known
Phil-
nothing about me then, dude.
Well,
In this
what's that? And this
corner.
is just my morbid
Exactly.
curiosity.
Everyone
If
includes
there was an
us.
opportunity for you, Phil, to do something physical, box, whatever, I don't know, whatever it may be, that was a kind of a YouTuber versus YouTuber opportunity. Would you be open to that? Open to anything like that?
Wouldn't do it.
No.
That's not what I'm about. I'm on the internet to share my passion for games, to have a cool social
Your
interaction.
passion
with,
for
my viewers,
games?
my fans, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not
That's
here to make
passion
a
for
mockery of
games.
myself.
I think my passion's
do
gone,
a
man.
publicity stunt. I don't do that kind of stuff. People
Isn't
say
this
I
a
do, but
publicity
it's your
stunt,
perspective.
DSP?
From my
Yeah, the
perspective, I
Cyrax
just wanna
versus
be
Music
in my lane with my
Bismarcky,
viewers,
that
doing
was
good,
like
fun stuff.
really, really
I have no
hard to
aspirations
top.
of grandeur or anything like that.
It's
I
still
don't
gonna be
wanna blow
fun
up
to
'cause I did a
watch.
stupid internet
I'm still gonna
boxing
have a
match with
blast.
someone You know, it's so stupid to me. Immature.
That's fine, Phil. If I could finish.
Very curious, and thought the Boogie Wings fight was gonna be nothing until he heard it was free.
Having, you know, a bad
very suspicious. You know, May 13 is very close up. It's coming up.
Like I really did retire.
It's
like
actually less than 2 months away.
Now I'm doing DLC, but I'm not paying for the DLC. The DLC.
Can they really get in shape before then?
More and more stuff in this.
Jordy was talking about like as if the fight was gonna be months out. Yeah, I hadn't got no contract yet. Yeah, we're working out the contract.
Wings and Boogie.
We're working out the details of the contract.
How many G Fuels?
Yeah, I picked out my gloves today, man. I was supposed to train and it didn't go too well.
I would love to do a show with those guys. I'm friendly with them.
Craig's like on his third one.
He's supposed to be in the ring in 2 months?
Guys have iron bladders.
It was multiple times. I kept calling, I kept DMing you, and you said, "Oh, I'm streaming now." And
I'm not sure, you guys.
Went by.
By the way, that's false what he's saying, but I'll let him keep going. It's fine. Whatever.
What?
Believe it as fact, you know.
No. We want to hear your perspective. That's what we're doing here.
Did he not call you multiple times?
He called me at least once, maybe twice, but I think it was just once. It could have been.
Could it be possible you're misremembering, Phil?
You said during this interview that you don't really remember is shocking.
Hey, Frost Anonymous. I'm here on level 1 on the 12-hour stream.
Wasn't you, or that he didn't call.
How are you
doing?
doing?
All these things. If constantly, I'm just calling it out.
This is the second time I'm seeing this interview.
A lot. So now you say actually he called maybe twice.
The
Could
killer
Criggler.
How are you doing, sir?
Could it have been 4 times?
It definitely
you didn't even notice.
It was 1 or 2.
How do I know?
3 or 4.
I'm just.
And you know what? I still gotta look at this night stream. I still gotta look at the fucking rap. The rap is gonna be lame.
I'm like, this must be him because I don't have his phone number. I'm assuming this must be him because you know you get locations.
I'm gonna need to go out tomorrow. Maybe I'll fucking go.
He's calling me when I said I was busy.
On a grocery haul, like a big grocery haul. I need to get out. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do a grocery haul tomorrow. And then we're gonna do Mario Kart again, but multiplayer in the night.
Important business call. I appreciate you guys.
For the St. Patrick's Day bag.
They're gonna stay there watching because they want to know what's happening. They want to know more about.
If you stream was nuts, I saw only half of it.
Yeah. Because you're streaming, like
I quietly reacted to it while taking notes with Ludwig, and now we're watching again.
Keen is just over with this.
But the fact that this guy can't
DSP is just
no, not a dingus Walmart stream.
He just wants off. He's tired of hearing the bullshit.
I had to DM him. He wouldn't contact me.
I'm not taking you to the store.
In the DM about what this was until I demanded it. I'm like, dude, just tell me what you're talking about to see if I'm interested. I don't want to get on a call with you unless you just say, what if you had said something I'm totally not interested in?
What are your thoughts on the interview, Eros
I
Anonymous?
had to like pull strings to get him to even say,
was it everything you expected it to be?
Talk any further. He demanded a phone call. I give him my number. I give him the specific times to call. He calls the wrong times.
Well,
right?
I mean, according to what I hear from Keem, hold on, I just want to say this real quick. According to what I'm hearing from Keem, he was going to put up $150,000 to do a show with 3 guys. Like, that's a risk. That's him investing a lot of his income to try to help these guys, including yourself. And I think a phone call, wanting to do it over a phone call is like
full of hot air.
That's nothing in comparison to what he's trying to do. All right, I just need to say that.
And Phil, listen.
Do you want to know why I don't like the phone call idea? Why I wanted it in writing? Would you like to know?
In just a second.
We heard about this from a pre-stream. What he's about to say with the phone call.
And we're communicating for the first time, back and forth.
Like I was watching Jeffrey Epstein being interviewed and interrogating him the size of his penis.
That you actually understand that this was a great opportunity.
That's
why we needed to be on the phone.
Quite the vision, the visage.
We could hear each other's voice. We could talk this thing out. You can ask me questions.
This is the same problem that DSP had specifically with renting out his old property, where he refused to because they were trying to communicate via phone for the people who were going to do the renting. And he refused to. He just wanted to do it all by email.
Dropping me right before they can.
I get it if you're doing contracts and shit, but it doesn't hurt to contact via phone. It showcases how Phil is he's too ingrained in a certain way to do anything. It's kind of lame.
The text conversation, the emails back and forth, all right? That's not like really how business
I did finish Xenoblade 3. I thought it was great.
That's how managers communicate.
It has a
weaker
end.
When we're at the very beginning,
I mean, no, it has a.
We're trying to figure out.
Xeno 2 has a stronger end.
It has to be like real communication back and forth.
Xeno 2 has a weaker start, stronger finish. Xenoblade 3 has a stronger start, weaker end.
It was so important for me to get on the phone with you.
Okay.
Do you agree or disagree? Does it make sense to you, Phil?
What I was going to say was the reason I wanted it in writing was very simple. All right. Again, you have to understand, Keen, you have a lot of stuff that's said about you on the internet. You know that. We've agreed to that.
But
right?
so do you.
I'm so sick of hearing that from you.
It's so frustrating.
If I'm going to deal with this guy, if I'm going to deal with this guy, I want our conversation in writing. Because what's to stop me?
Adam is just done. He's fucking done.
And the next thing I know,
he is
it
so,
doesn't matter, Shybot. You know it doesn't matter.
That's like me going to Craig. Like hell no.
I'm just gonna pop on when he pops on. I'm gonna look at OBS in the darkness of my room, and when I get the "and" notification, that's when I'll start the stream.
But it was a good show, you know, and it was a chance for you to come clean and like really try to tackle some of the shit that's out there. But it's like you're using the same kind of shit. That
Engage, I'm loving it.
Against you, but you're using it against Keemstar.
I think I told you what I thought about it already. I prefer it to Three Houses. Doesn't mean I don't like Three Houses. I muchly prefer Engage.
You don't know me. We've never even talked.
How do you not trust the man when you're
getting
gameplay,
cast,
the internet is not a real
yes,
place.
Story. I prefer the story of Engage.
I tell you this. I do business with the biggest content creators on this entire planet. All right. I don't just run a show called Drama Alert. I develop video games. I represent YouTubers. I get them brand deals. One of my companies represents the biggest streamer on the planet. I have a long business history with FaZe, Mr. Beast. Like
Mr. Beast.
Like you don't know anything about me. You don't, right? But if we
you
had a
don't know
conversation
me,
and you got to learn about me and what I've done and the business opportunities that I've created for this industry for the last
DSP,
15 years, your opinion
he doesn't believe any of this. Look at his
wildly
face.
different than you watching a
he has
drama
a stink face.
documentary.
He has a perpetual stink face on him the entire time because he doesn't want to listen to this guy.
Documentary about me, something that you be.
Does he think Keem is lying? This can be debunked easily, you know.
It talked a lot positively about you. Why do you think I watched a drama video about you? That's not what I watched.
So it talked positively about me, but by watching it, you had a negative view of me.
Yeah.
That doesn't. It's not.
Yeah.
I respect you immensely, but I don't know after all. It's not just that. There's other things too. Other people that have said things about you and their dealings with you. I have to kind of be protective of myself and my business and my family.
Was there ever?
Was there ever a story being involved with you? I do. I feel there's a risk that I could be, hung out to dry somehow.
I know that there's multiple things that I've done wrong in my career, like 1,000%. I have said outlandish things in the attempt of making entertainment and entertaining people. In 2015, one of the biggest things.
Yeah, he thinks he's on
my
Keem's
team
level.
got a story wrong, and I went on air with the story wrong. Falsely accused someone.
He feels these two are equal.
Of being a pedo.
They're
wrong
not.
Identity. It wasn't even the same guy.
And the thing is, I don't even like Keem. Keem's fucking stupid as hell.
No, you love Keem. You love Keem, man.
Sorry, Phil, but you kind of have to listen to this guy. He's doing it right and you're doing it wrong.
You're going through chemo.
And Adam knows.
You're a
Brain
chemo,
is just
bro.
checked out.
All right. If you look at that story and actually look into it, the person that exposed Keemstar for that and brought that to the internet was Keemstar. I exposed myself for getting it wrong. I right away tried to make, it right with that guy, offer him 20 grand. This is like back in 2015. If you actually look into any of this stuff about me,
this was absolutely not what he was expecting at all.
Stuff, and he's definitely
read his
wrong,
tweet.
But you're gonna see
read his tweet from last night. I'm pretty sure I read it on here last night too.
Now,
it was something like, I'm feeling good about today. I'm feeling very good.
These gentlemen running this podcast to treat your
Wait, Keem lied here?
About you fair.
Whatever. DSP's not going to do the research.
Or at least a respect to get a phone call.
If Keem's talking to someone and that someone lies to him, Keem's dents will tell him what the lie is on Twitter.
If I could finish, because I'm almost done with representing.
DSP's dents aren't smart enough to do on-the-fly research to help him in the middle of debates.
It rubbed me the wrong way right from the beginning when he was trying to send me to an email, which made no sense to me.
Massive Keem retcon.
I think 2 weeks roughly went by.
Nobody called him on it. Who cares?
I went on YouTube, and because I was looking up DSP stuff, doing research for the podcast, the algorithm
got exposed by someone before, but he said the news was wrong.
Into it. And I'm telling you, the minute I tuned in, I saw Phil begging for money to pay rent and utilities, and I just lost it in his chat. I'm like, I cannot believe that you're doing this right now. 2 weeks ago, I was trying to get a hold of you, offering you the greatest opportunity you've ever been offered in your entire career. Phil, if this podcast was
10 minutes, I do too.
Everyone in the chat,
it's not that great.
And you
if it's 3 minutes,
looking at 50,000 hours, it wouldn't be 50,000.
If it's less than 3 minutes, I'm canceling tomorrow's stream.
Millions. It would be
enjoy your St. Patrick's Day.
It would be a brand. This is something that would be clipped on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram. People would talk about this, just like you're being clipped on your little live stream now, except for we would have an opportunity to monetize it.
Phil, do you understand?
He can't. Kind of he's just in complete he's in complete denial about it.
No, that tweet from that was in the middle of the interview, Eagle.
He's already mentally checked out. Dude didn't even give a shit. Phil ain't having it. He won't have any of this shit. Given an offer, explain to him that this is an opportunity.
DSP's too frazzled to take advantage of Keem lying, even if it was blatant and in his face.
Wings and Boogie end up like benefiting tremendously from this dumbass fight. I hope they don't. Well, I hope there's a lot of shenanigans that happens from the fight. I hope they get gas really, really early. I hope one of them trips and falls and maybe craps themselves. And I hope they walk away with some money. And then I hope that fucking Wings spends the money very, very quickly on dumb shit, and Boogie spends the money on dumb shit, and then I can laugh at them again. But DSP literally gets given an opportunity and does nothing with it. Fuck him. I don't even care.
I think what Keem is saying, he has this business experience, right?
They'll get gas quickly, like within
turn the other
seconds.
Way. But there's a lot of things that you're saying today. You're talking about, Keem making mistakes.
Exactly, he knows business. I fucking hate Keem. I don't
that
like
can also
it.
be said
I don't
about
like
yourself.
his content.
And the things that you're saying are
has
very.
sense.
I mean, it's like holding a mirror up to yourself.
If DSP wants money, Keemstar could have gave it.
Between Keemstar making mistakes, you've made mistakes. Things that we touched on during this podcast, right? Mm-hmm. You do understand the similarities between what your argument is for not wanting to work with him and the reason why you have so many detractors.
Sure. What I would say is the difference between me and Keem, outside of wild amount of popularity difference, is that if you take a look at the body of work that I've done in the 15 years I've done it, all right, you would say, has Phil ever really outright, anything he's done actually concretely hurt someone to the point where, like, wow, what a heinous person. People will say that about Keem. They will say that about Keem, okay? And at the end of the day, when I have to make business decisions about who I'm going to associate with and who I'm not going to, that's a factor. And it's a moral factor for me. It has nothing to do with Keem's business sense. Keem, you are a great businessman. Everyone knows that. I think you would actually run the podcast very, very well. I do. I would love to do this podcast with Boogie and Wings. I have a problem with you morally, dude, with the content you put out. I do. And
I'm gonna let him respond. Let him respond to that.
Listen, you just said that you've never hurt anyone, right? And you talking trash doesn't hurt me. That's just an opportunity, right? But when you treated me the way you did behind the scenes, this sounds like bullshit coming from me, but you hurt me. I was offended. I was hurt. Like, why are you treating me like this? Why can't you treat me like a man, and why can't we have a conversation? If you came to the conclusion that, no, I don't want to do this, this isn't right for me, that's fine. But you really showed me no respect at all. It was so disrespectful how you were treating me, making me email. I have to call at a certain time. I'm calling and you're not answering the phone. And then when people were asking,
your
fans asking, why didn't you do this
good work on your
During
Zelda stream, I think.
I forgot to mention this.
I'm sorry, I've been over here 12 hours, but I saw you were live.
Keem, you just said it. Like, just what you just described is probably the main reason I have a problem with you. You are someone who has no self-awareness, and you think that you're the most important thing.
Bro. Really? Oh my God. Tell me somebody calls him out on this.
Tweeted on your Twitter that I should contact you about a business opportunity. No one does that. They contact the person about the business opportunity directly.
We all do it. We all do it.
Yeah, it's the internet, Phil.
It's the internet, man.
You said you've been doing this for 15.
We all do it. And it's just Adam chimes in, we do it, and then Craig says we do it.
15 years, but like, do you not understand the way algorithms work, the way anger is addictive, and how people are hooked on crazy shit? Go ahead.
I want no part of that drama. I don't want to be on a podcast that is going to be about that. I don't want to be involved with someone.
That's not what he was. I don't even know what the podcast was going to be about.
He's being egomaniacal. I have to just.
He claimed it was just an idiot DDoS with no other real context.
Really?
I did not say that.
No, he didn't say that.
Ah, yes, we're going full ah yes now. It's the ah yes voice. Ah yes.
Can I give you some context? From the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, every single day, I talk to at least 20 different content creators. And this is true. This is not an exaggeration. I run an influencer boxing, Happy Punch. We represent fighters that do boxing. I have all my staff. I have YouTubers and content creators that we represent business-wise with brand deals and stuff like that. And then I run Traumler, right? So I have to get on the phone with different content creators to validate stories or get people's takes so I can, inject that into the story to make sure that, like, what I'm reporting and what I'm talking about is accurate and have a full perspective, right? How all this business operates, right, between content creator and content creator is like Twitter DMs. It's like a tweet, DM me, let's hop on a phone call. When we're talking about contracts and stuff, then you have lawyers, you have managers, they're in emails, emailing each other back and forth. But
look at how done DSP is. He's not even paying attention. He's
he wants out.
For fucking Keemstar to stop talking. That's how disrespectful this dude is.
Content creators, which we are both content creators.
He doesn't even care.
We are on the same level.
He doesn't care.
Higher than you. You're not higher than me. We have a mutual respect as content creators. We should be able to be in Twitter DMs and then get on a phone call And you didn't treat me like that. You treated me like dirt. This is not about me thinking I'm God. This is about how you treated me in those Twitter DMs.
Keem, I gave you the times to call. You called at different times, and we never had another interaction ever again. How was I disrespectful to you?
So when they ask me, is this opportunity, still available? When I say maybe, because like, I don't know how I could work with you. You are very, very difficult to work with, to even communicate with firsthand.
Because I didn't drop everything to talk to you, I'm difficult to communicate with, even though I have
what are you dropping?
Publicly listed ways to contact.
What are you dropping?
Please explain to me what you're dropping. Like, what is so important?
What are you dropping? Your fucking pre-stream podcast?
My job. I'm here 6 days a week, full-time streaming to make a living.
But this job that I'm about to offer you would pay wildly more and solve all these problems that you have going on.
First of all, you don't know what it's going to solve. That's a huge assumption. Second of all, I didn't know what the thing was because you never told me. You didn't call at the time you were supposed to.
Didn't Boogie give you?
We are going in a loop. You're right.
Yeah, it's happened a lot on this episode so far.
Right. So look, I think let's leave it here. Right. A bridge has been gapped. We brought a bridge together, right? I don't know if something's going to come from this with Keem and Phil, and there's obviously still friction there, and that's fine. But I'm glad you guys had an opportunity to talk. And
exactly,
I think more than anything,
that's the thing. The entire time Keem showed up for this, he just disrespected him over and over and over and over and over again. And he's wondering, like, yeah, man, there's a reason why I won't work with you, because you're a piece of shit. It's like, you know what? This is the reason why a lot of people don't want to work with you, because you kind of treat people like second-class citizens. You don't even give them the time of day, and you want people to give you the time of day and respect you for what? For being an asshole? Well, great, Phil. You made an ass of yourself in this entire interview. I think I can, with 20 minutes to go, I can definitively say DSP has taken a major fucking L in all of this. You know what? I want to check out. What is DSP doing right now? Hold up. What the fuck is DSP doing right now?
Segue?
I need to know.
Night stream?
We're not making money, man. Blah, 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 blah. How is he doing the level 1 podcast later than usual?
Let's start working on that together.
Whoa.
Put too much thought into
Look at the level 1 podcast, guys. He's doing so good.
Thank you to Full Lavora.
He's doing great, guys. He's having fun. Down to level 1.
Maybe you're a newcomer. Maybe a few of you. I doubt there's very many of you that are newcomers.
He literally lost 3 subs and made 39 bucks. Wow. Wowie, wow, 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 wubsy, 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 wow, wow.
We're chilling.
So
wow,
cool.
Wow, wubsy, 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 wow, wow.
This is the content I like on the internet. Okay, this is what I want to keep doing for the rest of my life if I can, correct?
I want to hear those.
So the money dried up real quick,
I love that podcast.
What was I saying? Oh.
What was he saying?
Now I got distracted.
Pretty sad.
I really did. I got distracted. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Shit.
Like, damn, the money evaporated.
I was shouting out Full of Aura.
Now we don't even remember.
Crud.
We're still frazzled.
Well, I lost my train of thought. Son of a bitch. I'm getting too old for this.
Oh, you think?
Oh.
No, I was saying that I was telling those guys this is the kind of content I like, right? Correct. But I don't remember what the next point was I was going to make.
Phil, you're learning more about, business in 2022, 2023, and how interactions, and the importance of being quick and nimble and things like that along here, because that's the
what a field trip. You guys, I'm getting too old.
If it weren't Keem, because again, I already had a negative association in my head of who Keem is. I had really
very
little interest in doing any work with him. If it was someone else, maybe I would have. But that's the association I had. I had a moral issue working with the guy, so it wasn't a big deal to me that he was reaching out to me.
Before I leave, because I'm pretty much done, I've expressed everything that I want.
I appreciate it.
Can I give you some criticism?
Bill, is that okay?
Yeah, because I came in saying that I'd be respectful and I wouldn't dunk on you or any of that stuff, but I do have some criticism that I desperately want to express to you.
As long as it's respectful.
Yeah, the Medicare super chat.
I'm going to do this.
For those of you who miss it, Medicare had a super chat. It was this. I am legit stunned by how much damage DSP inflicts on himself by being stubborn and not understanding opportunity cost. Great interview, by the way. Nice work, Craig and Adam. A literal guy on his deathbed. Cancer Man himself jumps in here and tells that DSP is an absolute fucking abject failure because he sits there and he hurts himself. Cancer Man himself. We want, can I have some prayer hands in chat, please, for Mr. Metacore?
Mr. Metalcore.
Mr. Jim Bob himself. I'd love some prayer hands in chat, please.
This in the most respectful way, and then I'll go. And of course you can respond, but I don't condone people harassing you, people doxing you, people going into your private, life and doing all this horrible stuff that they've done. But I believe the reason why this has happened is because people don't trust you. You don't come across as trustworthy. So when you're on stream and you're asking to pay utilities and rent and all that stuff, the audience
Medicre's still alive. He's not on Twitter anymore, but you can find him on his post. I've shared this link before, but in case you guys don't have it and you want to follow what Jim is doing,
to dive into your personal
you can follow Mr. Medicare, Mr. Medicare. You can follow him here.
To just pull up the screenshot and show the WWE account. And you didn't do it. Your internet cut off. At that point, when your internet cut off,
you don't want to join the site. Just fucking bookmark it.
It's gone. Because while your internet was out, you could have made a fake.
What is post? Right? It's like a Fediverse instance. And if you don't know what that is, I don't either.
Or is ever again, because people will say he just photoshopped it. He just made it up. You're never going to be able to prove that.
Anyway.
You had one opportunity to do it right away with these guys, and that was it. And you didn't take advantage of it. Because I personally, watching it, and so did the audience, thought that you were lying. And if you are lying,
basically what Kuromazawa said,
and you're not being honest,
you can find Mr. Medicare there.
The best advice I could give you, right, is just be like, look, this was my account.
Yeah, decentralized. That's the word the kids like to say these days, right?
And I would do things different.
Oh yes, it's decentralized.
Restarting level 1 over and over and
That's
over
what I say when I move my sources in OBS.
If that makes any sense.
I move it from the center. All right, it's decentralized.
It's not true, so I'm not going to do that. But I appreciate the input. If it were true, I would fess up to it.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for having me
on.
Thanks. Appreciate it, man. I'll appreciate you hopping on. Really appreciate it.
Definitely.
All right. Hey, Phil, you've been throwing curveballs today, which I did not see coming. All right. I did not see them coming at all. But
Story of my life, Craig. Story of my life.
Hey,
story of my life, man.
Do you want to keep going? I've got till around 4 p.m. We could keep going. If you have more questions, I'm down for it.
So,
hold up.
Let me say this.
Let me ask this before we continue. Is any of this even worth at this point? Because this is like 15 extra minutes. I want to see the last of this.
Movie. So maybe what I could do is once a week.
Should I listen to this?
People said it was split up into 4 parts. So maybe week 1 I review parts 1 and 2. Week 2 I review parts 3 and 4. Right.
Let's see
the
rest
spread
of
it
this.
out over the next couple of weeks. I think
he really wants to go home.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay. And then, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the movie this week, The Whale for next week, and then we think about what's the next movie that I watch.
It's worth it. How does it get better, Emperor?
Apollo.
It gets better. It just does. It gets better.
Final Fantasy 9.
I refreshed the chat.
I
reached out 10 p.m. for me, and I haven't.
Don't worry, I refreshed it.
So I can't go much longer.
Give us 15 minutes. Let's go 15 more minutes. Okay. And if you guys are new, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Once again, we stream Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. We have some great interviews coming up. Once again, Mark the Cyborg, James Roth, the Angry Video Game Nerd, coming. Follow me, and you can see down there, and Adam as well, and obviously Darkside.
Dude, look, he's so desperate to go home. He's skipping through the plugs.
Like 15 more minutes. And once again, I appreciate everybody hopping in, being a part of the day, being a part of the stream, and all your super chats have been amazing. I want to let you know that we will definitely take a look at them. I don't think we're gonna read them on stream, but during our post show over at patreon.com/sidescrollers, we'll bring Blabs and Travis in, and we'll continue on while so Adam can go get some food. But I wanted to play some audio. This is actually I reached out to several of your detractors, Phil, and I thought it would be fair to allow them to ask questions. So I wanted to play this for you, and and we'll just kind of go from there. Okay? Does that sound good?
Sure. Fire away.
Are you okay with that?
I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're saying, obviously. So.
Well, this is from It's a Gundam. Are you familiar with that name?
I'm familiar with the name, and I'm definitely familiar with the voice.
Okay, well you're gonna know the voice. So here you go. This is a question.
Hey, Philly, it's me.
Philly cheesesteak.
Yes.
Your favorite YouTuber. We're best friends. Remember
Philly
that time you thought it'd be funny to
cheesesteak.
put a restraining order on me, Phil?
Yes.
Well, Philly, my question is, what the hell did you spend $500,000 on? You didn't pay off your house. You didn't pay off the condo. You didn't pay
Pretty sure when we were watching this live, Ludwig was flailing his VTuber's arms around. He was wildin'.
What did you use the business loan money for? You never improved your content. You've been using the same camera for nigh on 5,000 years.
No, and I can already see Phil. Phil is right now thinking, he's like, wait a minute, that's not true. We got a new camera now.
If it wasn't for like the Dutch brothers sending you a new web camera or like LEDs in the background, you'd have
Thank you so much, Gundam.
He fell for it,
Papa Gundam. Thank you, Papa Gundam.
I fell for it too, man. I fell for that too. No, don't worry. Gundam's caught up on the lore. I fell for that too.
$120 million you defunded the police
with
and put into black communities. Where did it go? You know, Phil, you screwed up. You never should have been a YouTuber. You should have been a politician in San Francisco. You would have gotten away with it, baby. If it wasn't for those meddling detractors.
Is it going to end at some point?
No, it's actually not too late. I mean, politicians tend to be older.
Mm-hmm. Look, that was a long question. I think my first question after that is,
I think we handled that though already.
Oh my God!
But
now Gundam.
500,000. That's the first
shit,
I've heard that
how can
figure.
Oh yeah.
No, I mentioned it earlier. We talked about it. And
could be the bankruptcy. I'm not sure.
And I asked him, and if it was the bankruptcy, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you taken out any business loans? And if so, what were
in
they
the past
used for?
He's thinking about
loans?
it. He's thinking about it. Look at him.
Everything that all that debt that got written off was credit cards and stuff.
No, you had two fucking loans. You had two fucking micro loans. One of which was a business loan. I know a lot of people like to do the 13 credit cards. It wasn't. It was actually 11 credit cards and 2 small loans.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I had personal loans, not business loans. I've never taken out any kind of loan officially in the name of the business or anything like that.
I love when everybody says the 13 credit cards, like, bro, it wasn't 13 credit cards.
You know, I don't know. It's very rarely do you have an opportunity to kind of interact with.
Did he used to be on the Howard Stern show? His voice is so familiar to me. He used to be. Was he that clown guy?
Was he that clown guy?
Nice own. You really destroyed him.
No, I don't.
Oh man, big ups for Phil pointing out that Gundam may have been the clown guy on the Howard Stern show. The Howard Stern show that he brought up all of his material from, and that's why he was able to attack the Jews, because, you know, Howard Stern
Hello,
did the
Joe.
jokes, right? He made fun of, like, the black people and the Jewish people and the women's, and they had them, like, fucking sucking down hot dogs when they were naked and shit. That was pretty cool. But then you look at Howard Stern today, and he's quite literally pussy whipped. And I'm saying that factually as an opinion, you asshole. You're actually like a piece of shit, and your content sucks dick.
I don't know. He's one of the many developers who make videos about me. I've literally never watched a video of his, so I don't have anything to say.
Do you
think
that,
Gundam does more than
by
DSP
not
videos?
Watching his videos, you're like, do you think that if you were to spend time watching their videos, you'd be able to react and you know, you have a reaction channel? Don't you think there's an entire niche market of you reacting to negative content about yourself?
Perhaps in the future, yes. Now that I'm doing that, it's only been in operation for a month. It's something that I would consider dabbling in the future. The thing is, there is something with these detractors. The more attention you give them, just the worse it gets. It eggs them on to do more. So my opinion is, people are not coming to my channel to see this. They don't care about that. They want to see gameplay. They want to see whatever. I don't want to inundate them with that.
I thought we want to grow DSP Reacts.
Say a new show idea: the Detractor Reactor.
Yeah, maybe that should be something we do. A whole
Pretty good.
Show where
Maybe that should be something we do.
Two good show names so far.
I did react to the original "This Is How You Don't Play" last year.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Nobody counts that.
I tried to take it off the internet, so I couldn't react to it.
Nobody counts that, guys.
Wow.
Everyone else had done it, but when I went to do it myself, no, you can't do that, Phil. Like, what are you talking about? It's fair use. You
gotta download it. Gotta download it next time.
Well, someone gave it to me, so.
Can we talk about that though, real quick? Have you ever tried to remove reactive content from?
No, wrong, incorrect. I've never done
your
that.
business that people have reacted from.
Maybe you're the one removing shit.
So you're saying someone actually watching my content and reacting to,
or just posted clips of it.
The only time that I have tried to ever take anyone down was straight up ripping the raw content and illegally reposting it with absolutely no transformative work whatsoever added to it.
Careful, Phil. Raw DSP went down, so that could be construed as you getting rid of raw DSP.
The moment
that wasn't Phil. Come on, you're reaching in. That wasn't Phil. I mean, there's like a non-zero chance that it might have been Phil, but I don't think it was Phil. Come on, you're just stretching commentary.
Put on their channel, no context, no commentary. That's illegal. Everything else is fine. So no, I've never tried to do that. At all to anything that's reactive content or reacting content like that. No.
So I understand that, right? And technically, legally, you are correct, right? But this goes back to
it's okay. My commentary is not much better.
And the internet, I know that people are going to take this episode and like, if I'm sure Gundam and Keem and all sorts of people are going to go and they're going to make they're going to make content based off of this content.
Hi, Craig. How you doing?
Hi, Troll Channels. How you doing?
Ultimately, that's going to help the show. That will benefit.
Yep, that's true. That's the other thing. This is actually going to ultimately help. And you know what? Low key, I'm actually kind of sold out, or I'm sold on the idea. Depending on who he interviews, I actually might be okay with this.
Sidescrollers, because more people know about Sidescrollers, right? So, you know, I just feel like I feel like I've kind of zeroed in on what's happening. Like, Phil, the internet has changed, and you haven't necessarily changed with the internet, over, you know, whether it's the things that we've talked about today.
The loneliest dinosaur.
So there's big opportunity for you to adapt and change with the internet. You've changed some formats, you've changed some, you know, changed your content and such, but the internet still is adapting, and it's adapting literally exponentially fast. And it's something that, you know, needs to be done if you're going to be, you know,
a detractor who is impressed by how you handled this grifter. Having Keemstar on was brilliant. God damn.
A relevant content producer online. And I don't know. I would just love to hear your thoughts on that. That's just a reoccurring theme that I've heard today.
Well, of course, what I'm going to say is, well, today I've changed and I'm much different. He said that a million times already on the show, right? I mean, I really am trying to be different and more receptive to criticism and being open. Like the React stuff I'm doing right now that I just started doing last month, that's something I was so against for so many years. And that's a running pattern with me.
This was in Mario Kart DS
says, hey,
as
Phil,
Peach Gardens.
Check this out. Oh, actually, there is some meaning to doing that. You can add context. You can add, you know, your own perspective. You can make a React that's not just
of which, I'm about to get hit.
But instead intelligent content. And now I know that I need to keep doing that. I feel like I'm getting better.
Never mind.
It's a work in progress, just like everything in life, and with any person who's trying to grow or evolve. It's a work in progress for me to become more open-minded. I feel I'm a lot better at walking in other people's shoes now. I'm a lot better at listening to other perspectives and suggestions for improvement. You're right. I need to adapt and be open-minded to change in the future. Correct.
Phil, I gotta say,
why is
it took a lot of balls to come on the show and handle the questions.
If anything,
so.
that's the one actual positive thing I hear is that Phil never gives up. Phil is the unbreakable rock that the police crash against, and he's still gonna be here at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put up with all of it, and I'm not going anywhere, man. I'm gonna keep making content. I'm not gonna give up on it. I love it. You know, it's my passion.
I love it.
I've ever had.
I'm
happy to be here with you guys and be honest with you as much as I could.
So happy to be here, you guys.
You know, thank you. You guys were great hosts. I know it sounds like we're ending now. There was a great, great opportunity at least to get my.
Sounds like you wanted to.
After this, there's 10 minutes.
We still got a few more minutes because I want Adam to be able to get food. But
is there anything that you feel that you
need to touch on before we leave?
I'm so goddamn
hungry. It gets better.
You could go on for hours and hours. The things people have said about me grooming my ex-girlfriend.
Is that what you want to focus on, though? He asked you specifically. Is there anything that you want to bring up?
Okay, well, let's do this. Phil, would you be open to coming back on again?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, cool. We could do like a part 2 and
keep
watching.
And
just kind of hit on more of those things, right? Because I want to be conscious of everybody's time. All right, well, let's do this. We'll schedule a part 2 for some time down the line, right? And get you on for a part 2. But in the meantime, what is the one thing that you wish you could address right now that we haven't addressed today?
Oh my gosh.
Well, the first thing you just said was that groom and shit. Like, is that what's up with that? Because I don't
of
like.
Course, it's blatantly false. It's my ex. I met. She contacted me. I never contacted her. She contacted me via YouTube DMs when they were a thing. That's how long ago this was. Over a decade ago. She was an adult, a legal adult. We spoke for months before we ever started dating. People say I met her when she was like 16 and I groomed her for years. I never even spoke to her until she was 18. It's a complete and bold-faced lie. Okay.
You started dating after she was 18.
I'm sorry that I have to bring this up, but I talked to my wife about it. I want to get this out in the open. People say that I'm.
Dingus give and a post-show footage. I think that's up to Hate Army.
Some kind of a horrible woman abuser.
He's the one who paid for it.
Basically, I groom these women and I bring them into my, to my personal life. My wife and I met online, casually talking for a few months before we ever started dating or anything like that. Okay. Basically, she was in a really bad place in her life, an abusive relationship. She got out of that relationship. And when she did, then we started talking a little bit more romantically, and then things pursued. People made stuff up and said that I basically stole her from her ex and that he's a victim. It's funny because when you look on the internet, they will find all this public information about me and my personal life. They'll find my
wait for it, Ann. Wait for it.
Did you ever find the restraining order that she had against her ex because he was hitting her?
Yo. This is out of left field. Why are you even talking about this? This is not stuff that you should be talking
made him talk about this.
Right? But you make him look like a good guy on the internet, right? Which is what they've done. My detractors have actually done this. They've gone into her personal life with her family. She has nothing to do with me or my content.
You paid for it too?
His wife as a shield.
That's one thing. Leave my family, leave my everyone out of it. Make fun of me. Put the brunt on me. It's one of my biggest regrets.
That's the 5-hour video. Nice try.
Never.
I
feel awful at my wife every day.
Uh-oh.
Dude, and the fake crying comes back again. He was trying to do this the last time, and he failed, and he forgot he was supposed to be crying, and now he's literally fake crying again. I don't care about your dumb, fat bitch of a wife. I don't care. She can work at Kroger.
Oh, that's him talking, not me. I'm very respectful of women over here on the __dingus gaming channel on the Twitch platform.
I don't care about your fat bitch of a wife, Cat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that she's a fucking roly-poly horse of a wife. I'm so sorry, but I don't care. Stop mentioning her.
He's feeling awful about things going on. Like, why are they saying these things about her?
Why are they saying this?
Just all this stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's a million other things. There'll be a part 2. We'll get to it then. But those are 2 things that have always been horrible to women. If anything,
why are they doing this, man?
1,000,000%. You will never find someone on the internet saying that Phil was in a sex scandal, Phil was abusive to women in the past. I have never done that in my life. 1,000,000%.
What's up, praise assume?
But they want to say it.
And, dude. Oh my god. Let me look at what he's doing fucking live. This is so dumb. Is he done? His stream is done, right? Okay, let's fucking reload this so I can see the last fucking 10 seconds or whatever this fucking dumbass stream. So he didn't even care to fucking check out too. Alright, how did this end? Good lord. It's always just nothing content. What are we doing?
Pickle did a super chat says a cameo is more fun. It's literally the same thing. All right, last question. I will take one more question tonight. One more, and then I'm out of here.
We could have played Ishin.
One more question. That's it. So who will get it?
We could have played Ishin. This didn't have to be like
show,
this.
Which is perfectly fine. It was my whole 8 stream.
No, the model's not broken.
Or not.
Sitting on
no one is asking me a question now. I guess maybe we're done.
Cuff.
No questions? No one's tagging me.
$38. The money dried up
Not
instantly.
Really. I'm actually less tired than I thought it would be. I did have a coffee during the break, so. Ham Killer says, is this the last question? I guess it is. I guess it is. All right. Ham Killer's question was it the last question? The answer is yes. Guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this late night version of the Level 1 podcast.
Did we talk about game news?
Watch this on demand on YouTube if you can leave comments. Like the video. Perhaps consider a super thanks, whatever. Helps a lot. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the show. What an interesting day. What a different kind of day. Now we get back to normality for a while here, which is great. It'll be
normality.
Good to have normal stuff for a while. It'll be good to have
what a
normal
day.
Stuff for a while,
very
right, and then probably come back to to this
describes
again,
the day.
another
I
month
feel.
or 2 months or whatever when the part 2 show happens.
He did talk about gaming news. It was
Pickle
weird.
the super chat. I don't know what you're talking about with Rachel. Thanks for the super chat.
Wow.
All right, guys, thank you so
much.
It
was the Level 1 podcast.
All right, and
gaming
for the
news
final
doesn't
time
take a break.
I can say this, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, it's the dumb fucking St. Patty's shit. Get out of here.
I'll just go back over here for a second. You guys realize tomorrow is actually St. Patrick's Day?
No.
So that means tomorrow is it, and I have to do something different. And by the way, I do have something different. I just have to set it up.
Thank God. Can't wait.
So there is no
You're
podcast tomorrow, so I actually don't need that. We get it set up for maybe Saturday, right? All right, guys, thank you. Great.
Hey, there's
Two
no
great
podcast
streams
tomorrow?
today. Even though my streams were super late, the 90-minute decompress this Level 1 podcast were very fun. I had a great time with all of you. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I thank you all.
Do anything.
How does Derek feel about the interview? He probably didn't watch it.
Get back to normalcy with regular gameplay. Sound good? I hope you all enjoyed the show.
Sounds great.
Please. And
please what?
I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.
Yes.
Lean? I don't even have to lean. That was just it. Actually, it.
Peace out, everyone.
There was another super chat afterwards, like $2 from fucking idiot man, Purple Pickle Yum Yum or whatever his fucking name is. Pretty cool. Whatever.
And it really irks me the wrong way. So.
I understand.
Was the interview worth sitting
I think this is a great place to stop.
You know what?
Like I said, let's definitely.
I gotta say,
I'll email you.
This definitely was worth.
I won't DM you. I promise. I'll email you, and we'll set up a part 2. I think that there's still a lot to cover, but I know that I speak for everybody when I say we appreciate your time, we appreciate your patience, we appreciate taking the time to allow us to kind of poke and prod And I know you know, I had no intentions of this being like an interrogation interview. Hopefully you didn't feel like it was an interrogation interview. But hopefully you feel like we're fair, because I feel like I said, I try to be fair to me, fair to whoever we're interviewing, and fair to the audience. So hopefully you feel that was the case.
I do. Ultimately, I would hope that once, you know, we've had all these episodes of the interrogation.
Oh man, if only Kerm was on.
I used to be a huge Screw Attack fan back in the day.
Yeah, man, let's watch him play Wo-Long.
Yes. On Shaq Fu. I was in that video. That's how long I've been a fan of Screw Attack. I just want to chill with you guys and have a normal show. I don't want your whole show to be the Dark Side Phil show.
Does this have the gun?
Hopefully we'll be able to get to that point. I love it for sure.
Oh man. Hey, it's Trombone.
Well, once again, if you guys are new, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. We're going to end the stream here. Once again, make sure you guys subscribe for part 2.
Don't shoot me.
But we're going to continue with
before we end. Hold on, I just want to say to everyone who supported today, thank you so much. I don't know how we're gonna handle it. We've been going for 5 hours. This is.
I've been going for upwards of 13.
It's pretty crazy, but I really do want to say thank you to everyone out there who, whether you know our show or not, this is
I know that guy.
Said. It's not what our show is. We shoot the shit about video games, talk about weird cultural stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he can't communicate with humans, but that's not new.
And
we already knew that.
Craig wanted to give
that's
Phil
not a bombshell
platform
reveal.
To basically,
then the rest gets paid well. I don't even
make your
fucking
piece.
care.
So
I just don't.
I don't know when number 2 will be, but normally we read all our super chats throughout it, and it didn't feel appropriate to do that today because I'm sure there's a lot of them that are probably really good super chats, but there's probably a lot of them that are really would throw things to the side. We know about everything that is going on the internet. I feel like Craig did a fantastic job of putting questions together. That was his journalism degree, by the way.
Fucking
fantastic. He actually used it for the first time in his life. Congratulations, by the way, Craig.
All right, nice.
So thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate you all. All right, please.
No, we're not
Craig.
stepping on you and doing Ojo
We're gonna
Get out of here, Black Man. Thank you
earlier.
earlier.
Phil, you can bounce
for the
you
bits.
like. But we're gonna
stick around, man. Listen, support good people making good content. These are good people. Your other hosts are good people. I would love to do a post show with you guys too if you want.
These guys are good people. You don't even know what this dude does. You literally have no clue what fucking Adam Krigler makes as content. Just stop pretending.
I'm here.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we'll continue the post show over there, over at patreon.com/sidescrollers. You guys can go over there.
I mean, not
and support the show there. We appreciate everybody popping in. I hope that you guys come back tomorrow. That's the big thing. You can have a great show, but I want to see you guys tomorrow and join this amazing little positive community.
All right, that was great. They do their little sign-offs and everything. All right, great. I've endured 5 hours of this and then the pre-stream and everything else. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I've actually survived everything. Holy shit. I can't believe it. I did not eat. I am hungry as hell. But we did it. Thank you, everybody, for hanging around and dealing with all this shit. You could have been doing anything else. You could have actually just been doing anything else when you stuck around for this. And I got to thank you for that.
Yes.
I also want to say
yourself
big
a pat on the
for
back.
those who did give me follows. I am going to shill one more time. We're literally one follower away from the 1,400 follower goal. Yes. Once we are at 1,400, it will be a definitive lock-in for the 24-hour stream. I'm probably gonna follow at some point later tonight, so it'll be okay. And when that is, I'll post it up and I'll let people know. We'll do a timed thing. I'm thinking it'll probably be on a weekend. We will do the 24-hour, probably the 30-hour stream. That's probably what's gonna be. I'm gonna take an extra day off when that happens too, so I'll have a recoup. I'm gonna cry in the car later? Oh my god, don't do that. But I appreciate it. We love and appreciate you. Well, you know what? I love and appreciate you guys too.
13 hours and 10 minutes.
Shut up.
Right.
Stop saying it gets better. We're already done. We're literally done. A decompress, if you will. I wanted to have a decompress today. Oh my god, I literally forgot today is now Friday.
No, it's 11:30 for me. Don't act like please don't tell me even implicitly that I was sitting my ass in this chair all day every day.
Oh yeah. You know what? If Piece of Peace is streaming, yeah, we can raid him.
Oh, great. I don't even have to switch videos.
Call it a night. We crafted. I might be on Minecraft for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Oh, dude, he's fucking streaming. No way. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Stop hitting your mic.
I literally yanked my keyboard. Just hit the whatchamacallit. We can fucking raid peace. No way. Poggers.
I'm pogging out over here. Am I just here to suffer until the rap exists?
It's a really dark screenshot.
I've been banned. I can't end the stream until the rap exists.
Interview 2 straight from the horse's mouth. I don't know if we're gonna get that. Also, a tiny DM peak redeem. Oh my god, please. I'm so tired. I'm so tired, Karma. Please. You sent me a.
How does Tevin do like 14-hour streams every day? I'll never understand it.
Oh, I apparently can't. Oh no, I have to be logged in. I can't. Okay. Karma, you can't tell me that I gotta look at a game and I can't look at
Do I have a gun? No.
It's like a booby game or something.
I can have like a pop gun.
I can't look at booby games. Maybe a tiny peek at the booby game. We'll take a tiny peek. All right, what is this game? Is it a very, oh my god, it is the sus game. Oh my god, it's hyper sus. It's actually hyper sus.
Got a level?
I don't know if I want to show this. If only I could show this very pixelated. Can I scroll down? I can scroll down. No, I can't scroll down that far. Okay. Shit, it's gonna auto play all the things too if I'm not careful. All right, this is the game that Karma is advertising for me to look at. It's adults only. If I scroll up, it's literally a lady who's like half naked because she got like battle damage on her armor. And it's by Mango Party. I don't know what that means, but we got to be very careful. It's very sus. It's oh shit. Okay. I don't know. You didn't see much. It's okay. It's pixelated, guys. You can't see anything. We'll add it to the wish list among other such nonsense. But for $9, I don't know. I'll see if I can find a way of pirating it. The image above, nah, she's got some fat tits though. Real talk, for real. It's on it. Nah, you didn't see anything, Kino. You didn't see anything. It was not suspicious. It's a game for cultured individuals. Okay, I am done.
On the edge of my seat.
Not a big ass for $9. I can't even stream it even if I wanted to, and I actually do want to. I'd love to stream a game like this. It looks right up my alley.
Over to the sign.
For obvious reasons, obviously.
I gotta be first place.
Very suspicious reason. It's like one of those Vampire Survivors, except, you know, not quite. It's more lewd than anything else. We're gonna get Vampire Survivor clones. There are gonna be so many of them. DMP, no more DMP. You guys suck dick. You guys are always telling me, and look at this, and look at that. Bro, what does Ann get to do with what he wants to do? Never.
Ann should just go do not disturb.
You guys are always bullying me.
Again, I never DM, man.
Bullying me again.
If anything, he DMs me.
Bullies.
It's like Dingus. How does this Dingin mix it up?
The name of the game is.
This is how it works. He's like, wow, thanks, Dingus.
Glory and Miserable Survivors DX. Here.
I don't.
Okay, I'm going to bed. I'm going to send you guys over to Peace's stream.
Please do. I'm too lazy to even change the link.
To subscribe, to follow my Twitch. You can totally follow. And if you do, it'll be totally worthwhile. I promise.
And doesn't have Chad energy.
And I'll complain about how laggy my stream is.
He has Chad and energy.
All you have to do is follow twitch.tv/ANG1337. I usually stream there as long as I'm not feeling like shit. I'm feeling like shit right now, so I'm not going to be streaming tonight. But what if I did? It'd be pretty cool. Okay.
All right, go to sleep.
I'm done.
Mimi time.
Do we have an ending song?
Mimi time.
Feel like
Should we have a prediction? How long does it take for Ann to come to this stream?
Prep anything. Oh, we didn't prep any music. Wait.
I guarantee you Ann is coming over here.
One song, and it's literally from Mario Kart, and it'll be super slow, super short. Maybe. No, we don't. Fuck. I forgot to download it. That's okay. We'll play. You know what? SOS seems like it'd be a good one. No, it's not your song.
8 minutes? That's a guess.
No, actually, I know what I'm playing. I'm playing Buck Bumble only because somebody mentioned on the That Being Said podcast the Buck Bumble song, and I remember it all the time. We love
let's do a predict.
Yeah, Buck Bumble, let's go.
It is 10:36.
All right, see you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Before
probably multiplayer game. I don't know. It'll be decompression.
God damn, I can't bet like this. I can't bet like this. No. Let me select time. Okay, are you saying I have to open up my own stream? Commence the raid, Ann! Alright, we're gonna bet channel points. How long before Ann comes over here and talks about what a great stream he had? You know it's coming. Yeah, poster wiggling emotes. They're wiggling. Your whole body wiggles. Let's see. Ann pops in before 11:47. Because it's 11:47 for me. I'm gonna put 1 minute for this. If you really care about this, 1 minute. And he has to come in before 11:47. Oh, this better redirect. This better redirect. Send me to Peace Man. Did he not redirect yet? Who is this man? Oh, did it work? It didn't work! It's that old style and internet at it again. Did he end it already? It just keeps buffering. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump 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 to the bass. Bump 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 to the bump to the bass. Oh my god, it didn't work. I hate YouTube. I hate you guys. You were like, oh, Dingus should start his YouTube channel. Yeah, that's what they all say. Oh yeah, Dingus YouTube is so awesome.
God damn, dude. Oh man, poor Ann. So Ann streamed for, what was that, 7 hours? What does it say?
Tried 13.
7.5 fucking hours, dude. Oh my god, I had a fucking 5-hour stream. Ann just streamed for 7.5 fucking hours. Listen to your fucking jackass go off. Fuck you.
Why does no one care about my plight?
That's gotta be like psychic damage.
Psychic damage? I'm spiritually non-existent.
Yeah, no, we do. Do any Boogie stuff to watch?
Fuck Boogie.
Why is your character?
Yeah.
It's alright, Dingus. You know I'm just being a character
this is
anyhow.
Like a Francis vid, which means I'm not watching it. Well, there's the end of that.
Big ups, fellow ghosts.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. What's the ghost version of Shy Guy from Yoshi's Island? I'm gonna be a ghoul guy. Okay. Boo guy. That guy. Wow. Oh my god. Nice try, Ann. Nice try, Ann. You fell for it. We had a prediction on how long it would take for you to show up. Ba-bum-ba. Ann pops in before 11:47. Dominated.
Dude, I can never find his shit.
Yes!
He just sent something. Okay.
No one's voted against it.
Crazy. How do you honestly deal with suffering? What comments did this get?
Yeah, we had a prediction. It was like,
American
how long would it
MAGA
take for Ann to come?
What are you doing here, bro?
To come to the stream.
Pick it up, bear it.
Yeah, don't worry. I saw the whole stream. I heard how hungry you were.
This is like bury your chest.
Go eat your fridge crackers, motherfucker.
Try to be a better person.
I'm over here with my cold Popeyes and my mysterious blue drink. I don't even know what this is. It's a substitute for the drink that I wanted, but they didn't have.
Oh yeah, wait, they would be butt buddies. They're both pay pigs. All right, that makes sense.
No more fridge crackers.
Ann rated me. I acknowledge that Ann rated me, and I spoke to Ann. You dingus.
What? No! What is this slander?
Okay. The villain also says, I don't care anymore, take me from this universe. I agree. Heart. Hearthy, heart 333.
No, he meant dingus as in like the common slur.
What? Okay, now what do I do? Wait, so did Aquatail upload the thing? Or did not? Oh.
Well, congratulations, Ann, on your amazing stream. You know what? Congrats to everyone's amazing streams. Everyone had a nice stream today. Tevin is still going. I'm still going. We had a great Ludwig stream. Amazing Ann stream. We have a great Peace stream right here. We had a great Fraga stream too. Fraga streams. Fraga sat through the whole thing too.
I think that
everyone
if
took
you
W's.
if the light truly went off in your head to say like I gotta change, don't you think it would be like, well, maybe I should bite my tongue on this one. I may be thinking it, but how about I bite my tongue on this?
Yes, I 100% agree with you, and it's a working.
Gotta prep the 24-hour stream now. It's gonna be rough. Yeah, did you get that last follow?
I've seen this fucking interview like 3 times by now. I don't like making people watch the same content over and over again. DSP.
Because, you know, again, I was someone.
When I need all of Friday to process it, tell me about it. I just like I need to get out. Like tomorrow I'm doing a grocery haul. It's been a while. I'm gonna do a big fat grocery haul, like the kind of grocery hauls that take actual hours.
Those jokes still click in my head. I absolutely should have not done that joke. I will tell you that right now. 1 million.
And then I'll come back later in the night if you're playing Mario Kart.
1,000,000%. The thing I told him to stop.
Because it's St. Patrick's Day, Groove. We need to do like green characters tomorrow, like green characters only. So you're like a shoe-in for that.
I didn't watch his.
I can use Green Shy Guy.
I didn't watch that fucking one thing yet. Look.
Shybot can use Green Birdo.
Where is it? Where is it? Would it be here? Hello?
Team Yoshi. I guess he can be Yoshi.
Which channel is it on? It's on his like React channel.
Make some carrot juice. Why do you think I need to go to the store? I need carrots, motherfucker. I need carrots. I just have the pineapple juice.
What do you guys think about this?
Oh no.
Cool video.
Peace. I already watched this. I just want to watch the rap and go home.
Wait a minute. That's the intro? Okay. So the first frame is this low resolution thing? Like this isn't the thumbnail, right? Is it? Well, no, it's not, right? Like the thumbnail's this. The thumbnail's him jerking off
It can be Yoshi
dicks.
for a day, you guess. It's gonna be my Green Shy Guys against the world
and
then.
I just get a low resolution
Do Green Birdos even
something
exist?
looking at
I've never
me
seen a Green
for,
Birdo.
like, a few seconds.
Hold up. Are you even allowed
How
to
many
be Green
seconds is this?
Birdo?
Like five solid seconds.
Oh shit, Green Birdos exist.
Welcome to
Green Birdo, Green Inkling, Green Shy Guy, Green Yoshi, obviously. Can be Luigi or Baby Luigi.
And then it's just like, no, I gotta see that first frame.
I miss you, nobody.
The guy?
Thank you for the follow, but you were already following, so it didn't give you a notification.
For Last of Us, so
I didn't know there was a check against that, but apparently there is.
Come back when the daily wraps up.
Purpose episode. I'm going to be reviewing both the final episode of the series, which is episode 9, plus I'm going to be reviewing the series as a whole. All right. To start,
I think I've watched every single one of these, so I think I just have to watch the last one. It's like I just have to.
Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Peace watched all of them.
Both for episode 9 and the entirety of the series. So if you don't want to hear those spoilers,
he should watch the Synthetic Man reviews.
Okay?
I think he'd enjoy them for all the wrong reasons.
Alright, I guess I have to finish the video then.
Episode 8 was my favorite episode of the whole series, mostly because it adhered very closely to the game. And did it cut out a lot? Yes, it did. But it still.
Wait, what? Did I see Chaos Doors or not? I did.
The game. And
I've been in a Chaos Dwarf
new game called Tank Tank Take. I'm familiar with it, but I've never played it.
Yes, it did.
Did it cut out a while?
But it still kind of hit upon the great plot points and pretty much resonated with the same message that the game did.
It resonated with the same message that the game did.
But I was left.
It makes sense to me, right?
We've been told.
Wait, I usually speed these up by like a little bit, right? I'll do like 1-1, so that you get the
that this
full
final
experience.
episode 9, was only going to be about 45 minutes long, and if that's the case,
you know what's funny? He like points at this picture. Episode 9. It's like it's Joel with a gun, and it's Ellie. Like, isn't that like every episode? Why is this episode 9
Phil plagiarized Synthetic Man's
You
reviews.
might as well just had a black square that said episode 9 on it.
9 was only going to be
I'm
about
pretty sure
45
Synthetic
minutes
Man.
long.
Yes,
And if
Synthetic
that's
Man's
the case,
videos were
how are
uploaded
you
before
going to
Phil ever touched the show.
Dude,
Possible.
I was like looking. I was only looking at him in my peripheral.
If only
vision.
Phil had like
be
public
about 45
subscriptions,
minutes
so we know
long.
what he
And if
watches.
that's the case, how are you
Occasionally,
going
we
to...
get a glimpse whenever he does a react.
Okay, I want you to do something. I want you to look like away from the screen directly, like put him out of focus. Like look like in the corner or something.
was only going to be about 45 minutes long. And if that's the case, how are you going to cover...
Like, it looks like he's jerking off right there.
all of the ground of what happens between the David plotline and the finale plotline of the game. In the game, there's a tremendous amount of gameplay. This is actually the final home stretch where the two of them are going through not only humans but infected as well. There's a giant tunnel full.
Wouldn't be the first time. Cameras on, huh?
That they have to work together to get
Cameras on the whole time, huh?
They, by chance, get found by the Fireflies, which allows them to survive at the very last second when otherwise it looks like they were probably going to get killed off.
What are the splits in the pot?
It really does culminate, and this is the
Let
end
me
of
see.
their journey because they've worked so hard. Will they make it to this hospital? After all that they've done, will it be worth it?
It's 20% A, 50% B, and the rest C.
Well,
pot's 100,000.
Keep some of the key scenes. There's one scene in the game where they come across a bunch of wild giraffes that have basically been freed from a zoo when humanity ended, and they were free to reproduce. And now there's a bunch just of wild giraffes living in this city of Salt Lake City, Utah. Well,
City of Salt Lake City, Utah.
Show, except the way that they do it is a little different. In the show, they're going up a skyscraper to try to get a good view of Salt Lake City to see if maybe they can see the hospital, which is where the Fireflies are.
The Firefly.
Somehow, Ellie magically is seeing this giraffe, even though the entirety of this skyscraper is covered in a tarp. So it makes no sense that she'd be able to see the giraffe. They run up several floors, literally not looking for infected, not playing it safe, not being smart, but literally she runs off by herself. Joel's trying to follow behind her. Like, what are you, crazy?
Man, I was able to
Only
do the
find at
gold
the top of
cups
this building,
with
oh,
3
there's a real
stars
giraffe.
for
You
just
see
about
the
all the
giraffe just like
modes
in the
here,
game.
except for Mirror and
They go to the top of the
200cc.
building, and it's very reminiscent. In fact, I'd say
Completely
it's almost
forgot to do that
recreation
when the
of the
waves
exact
dropped.
scene in the video game of them looking down on this park that used to be a park with a sports
needless
field, all the giraffes
productivity.
living there, and they have this touching moment. Wow, there's still beauty even in this Pokemon.
Don't tell me to do the time trials, because I'm not. I ain't
From
that
there,
insane.
they
You guys
stumble
remember
upon
the infamous
the medical
Dolphin
camp. What I mean
Shoals
by
clip?
that is when the apocalypse happened, they were
Or
trying
you
to
don't.
round up the people and bring them
What
to
did you
these
do with
medical camps, essentially to either keep them safe.
I think I'm
or,
gonna
guess they were
die,
expecting to be out there. Of
yeah.
course, there's no one at this camp, just a bunch of dead or no one. And while they're at the camp, they are acting like idiots. They are making tons of noise. Ellie decides to pull out her puns book. All right. Now in the game, again, this was a segment where they had to survive. They had to fight cordyceps.
No, this review is great. What are you talking about?
Look for survivors.
Yeah,
and
you
try to
probably
kill
weren't.
them.
It was a year one clip.
A really ruthless part of the game. The hardest gameplay of the game.
You know what it was?
this
It was
segment.
before the first
Here,
wave
they
came out.
literally walk into
I
Salt
did a
Lake City,
stream
Utah,
of
and
me
there's
doing
not
the
one
time
single infected
trials
to be
for
seen.
every single course in
Okay.
the game before the DLC
What
came
on
out.
earth? Right? What is going
As a
on?
way to practice the
Then
game,
they run into
I want to
because
leave the vortex. This would be a great time to leave the vortex. Hang on, I saw something.
Right? What is
how'd
going
it
on?
go? Did I
Then-
already? No, I think it was the
See
first
that?
time I was doing a stream with Blooper. I had challenged Blooper to Mario Kart. So to practice,
dust.
I was doing time trials.
Right here.
That stream was a 14-hour.
Wait, was there Mode of Dust during a tongue segment?
What's up, baby?
Awesome.
Then they run into
How
the
am I not
Fireflies.
dead? I don't
Oh,
know.
'cause they're
I just
making
want to
so
see the
much
rep,
noise
and
laughing
then
at
we'll
puns from the
send you to
joke book
Tevin's house.
That the Fireflies sneak
Tevin
up
will go
on
for
them
like
and
24
flashbang
hours,
them,
right? He's able to
and then
do
take them
these
to the
more
hospital.
consistently than me, Ree.
Yes, this is how it
And if
happens.
Tevin ends before I
Great
do,
time
we
on
can
the
go to
issue, though.
UNFW's
Everything that I
house.
described is basically
Maybe.
from the game, only they removed critical parts.
What did you
from
think of the
game
interview,
in
Eddie?
this show.
I don't know if
Maybe
you
just
saw
make
to
or
the end. I think you
That
did.
doesn't necessarily make it worse or better.
Hmm.
We're going to talk about that in a moment. But however, what I do want to bring up is the way that this episode opened, which I skipped on purpose. What I wanted to show you was the direct comparison between the game and the show. And now I want to tell you.
No, probably a lizard actually.
No cordyceps zombies if there was no survival.
Yeah, Air fell asleep too.
Whole first part of the episode.
You know how I was able to stay awake? I had tasty
They added a new
Popeyes
scene, okay?
and mysterious blue drink.
I actually like
because the drink I wanted was not available. So they had to substitute with a drink, and they did not clarify to me what the drink was. It kind of tastes like Powerade,
never was it actually fleshed out and explained. They actually
but sweeter than Powerade.
So this show opens up with a pregnant woman played by Ashley Johnson, I believe.
See, Aces win. This is why you have Tevin in your ear at 2%. Then you don't have to rewatch it.
Ellie
Yes.
Okay. She's pregnant. She busts into this home.
Didn't see the post show. Did grab the link. Someone posted here for later. So I left when Anna was gonna watch it all again. Yeah.
Ellie stays in.
No one told Anne there was a post show.
I thought they didn't ever like explain anything about her immunity. At least I don't know anything about Last of Us 2, but like Last of Us 1, I thought it was just like, oh yeah, we need to like look at her.
Today's
brain
been a doozy.
to find out what's going on. Like they literally had no.
Guess what, Eddie? I'm gonna detox tomorrow by doing a big ass, huge grocery haul.
So she's on
Ah,
the run, this
yes.
pregnant woman, because she's being
Maybe
chased by
I'll
cordyceps
get
zombies.
something
She
stupid
goes
for St.
upstairs,
Patrick's Day.
locks the door off with a chair,
And then
it looks like
probably
she's
do
about to
Mario
have
Kart
her
with Anne.
baby. Like she's
Isn't that the reason they needed to like look at her brain because they had no fucking idea what's happening?
She's got a knife. She's fighting off the cordyceps zombie with a knife. She does.
He did a night stream today,
But
and he
as she
called
looks
it the
down, she
pre-stream
realized her leg has been
podcast, the
bitten
level 1
by the
podcast,
cordyceps
because
zombie
he's
during the
autistic
scuffle,
and he can't
and then
not
she
do a
gives
level
birth.
1 podcast
So,
today.
basically,
So like,
infected,
because he
and
was
then
denied one today, he
simultaneously
did it
gives
at
birth
night.
while she's infected. The baby
Hey, is it
now
as a
is
Tom?
Ellie. And what ends up happening in the next scene
We didn't hit the
is
Scamrock
that
goal? No. The
the leader of the
Scamrock
Firefly-
goal wasn't meant, baby. But I'm not gonna cry about it like the guy.
Yes, it's the same
It's not even the
actress from
first
very
time we
beginning of
haven't
this
met
television
a monthly
shows
goal.
up, and apparently
It
Marley and
happens,
this
it happens.
woman
If it
are
doesn't, it
friends,
doesn't. It
lifelong
wasn't meant to
friends,
be.
and the woman-
Hey, Killer,
I'll
was
just
that-
move
was
on
that
with
when,
a
like,
better idea next month.
Adam said like he's black, and then he's like, "Da, you said it," because I like muted it during that part because I was super cringed out. So that might have been when that happened.
says, listen, the baby is not infected. I had the baby before I was bit, so please take the baby. And
well, technically, we don't. I don't. When do they stop selling Shamrock Shakes? That's the real end date of the goal. I don't know if they actually automatically stop tomorrow.
So, this is
Ah,
backstory
yes.
to
As soon as
explain
St. Patrick's
how
Day
Ellie's
is over,
immune and it really
McDonald's
fleshed out
just
in the next
magically,
scene. Personally,
instantly
I
stopped
don't
selling
like
Shamrock
that.
Shakes.
I like the fact that what
Obviously.
they tried to do was add more to the lore of the games. That was always kind of ambiguous. We never
Stop selling
actually
at them
knew
at the end of
why.
March. See, I
It's
got
okay
time.
for
It
things to
doesn't
be
end
fucking
tomorrow,
ambiguous,
literally.
man. Like,
We
it's
could
okay.
probably hit it, and then it'd be a little bit
Like,
late, but we
add
could still
some
do it.
mystery and stuff, Goop. But then they gotta explain shit for fucking morons like you who just need to know everything. And
Then
when
of
they
course,
explain it in a way
I
that you
still
don't
got.
like,
It would mean I have to do another
then you
writing
just wish
stream.
you never. Like,
And
I
Fall
wanted a
Guys.
fucking season 3 of School Rumble so fucking badly, and then that
Hey,
and
Red
then they
Animator.
released it, and I was just like, I wish season 3 never existed. I just want to kill myself. It's like that.
To this cordyceps virus,
Yeah,
and they
no
actually put some
gameplay
effort
at
into
all
to try
tonight.
to explain it. So
He
I
had a
appreciated
vote
that.
for
If there's gonna
Ishin
be some extra
or
scenes, put extra
or
scenes that
talking,
actually are added
and the
to the lore of
trolls
the plot.
voted for
Two
more
thumbs up for
talking,
that.
even though
But
Anne tried to
they
steer
added
them
in these scenes,
towards
we dispensed
Ishin.
that literally. In this
And
episode,
Peace tried to
I've
steer their
already
chats
mentioned to you
toward
the
Ishin.
one cordyceps zombie in
It wasn't
the
meant
entire
to be.
finale of the show. That's it. There are no cordyceps zombies whatsoever in the finale of The Last of Us. A show that's supposed to be about humans surviving an apocalypse. There's no threat of the apocalypse at all.
Yeah, so watch season 2 is really good. Watch season 2, and then don't watch season 3.
I think you can see where my criticism is about.
And then just pretend whoever, you know, if you wanted Yakumo or Eri or Tenma for some fucking reason because you're dumb.
Best way to
then just
describe
pretend that
today,
they
though,
got-
is
they got
well,
a
there's two
DSP.
ways. The first way to describe today is what a day. The second way is DSP's tweet from last night, where he's like, "Yeah, I'm so ready. I got a good feeling about today."
Partial infection happened to the baby, but not
It's
enough
like
to turn the
Chef's
baby.
kiss.
And this baby
Partial infection.
now has ingrained in her some cordyceps. So when other cordyceps,
Are you sure that that's what happened? Did they explain it this much in depth? What the fuck's a partial infection exactly? It only takes one like cell multiplying.
My sister
for it
just
to be,
sent
like,
me a
a
script in
full-on
my chat
infection.
GBT talking about a new Cars movie, but has Danny DeVito in it as a rival car, and the story is written like a Rocky movie, but as a mentor, like creator.
has some cordyceps in her, but because it wasn't a full infection, she's immune to future infections and therefore will never turn from it. Kind of an interesting.
Why does my sister
explanation.
never send me cool
Definitely not
stuff?
scientific. I'm pretty sure this is not how it would happen.
Did they explain this at all? Because he's explaining it really stupid. He's like, definitely not scientific.
Scientifically, No.
Yeah, they explained it basically enough to enable DSP to rant this and sound smart.
Mold spores aren't going to detect other mold spores and say, don't infect. They're giving it like cordyceps does not have sentience.
No, what? No, it's not. It would just be that her immune system can stop it before it infects her.
So it's kind of weird, but hey, I'll suspend my disbelief, right? This is a fantasy game, a fantasy show. Suspend your disbelief. I'm okay with the explanation. Pretty much the rest.
Isn't it weird how DSP could believe this, but Synthetic Man couldn't? Like, Synthetic Man had a whole segment about how he couldn't believe this shit
because we have
with
to
the cordyceps.
We have to figure out this immunity thing in her brain that happened as a result of this half cordyceps infection. We believe we can
because of
make
the
a
SJ double
vaccine that will
Jews.
emulate that in other
Hello,
humans,
Joe.
so they'll be, you know, not susceptible to this virus, or not really virus, but the cordyceps mold spores, and it could save humanity. But she has to die.
I know, taken else.
To which Joel's like, no, you don't understand.
Unfortunately for you, we're not even halfway yet.
I was a lifelong friend of her mother. I was there when she died. I'm the one who put her out of her misery. But I promised her that I would take care of Ellie forever, and I'm lying. I'm going back on my promise to save humanity. So I understand. You see yourself as a father figure. I see myself as a mother. She's still got to die.
Let's be a family and kill her together.
2 guards are escorting Joel out of the hospital. He turns on them. He murders them both, takes their weapons, murders more guards, takes their weapons, murders the next guards, takes their weapons, murders the next guards.
Just like the game.
It feels like a video game at this point. Like, watching the scenes, it feels like you're Joel going through the hospital third person, shooting all these people.
It's a gameplay segment,
well
Goob.
shot. It's only a couple of minutes, because I'm sure if they had a 40-minute killathon, people probably would complain.
Killathon.
But after the 2 or 3 minutes of it happening, Joel bursts into the operating room, demands they stop working on Ellie. The doctor picks up a scalpel, says, I won't let you take her. He cold-bloodedly murders the doctor.
Cold-bloodedly.
Picks up Ellie, gets her out of there. And, you know, the end of the episode is they're driving away in the car together. Oh, and then Ellie wakes up. And he completely lies to her about what happened.
What about Marlene?
They have other survivors. They did the same thing to them.
Wait, what about Marlene?
They said they can't replicate
Hello?
the thing, so therefore there's no cure. Okay?
Hello?
What really happened was, as they show in another scene, Marlene went after him as he was trying to save Ellie and says, listen, even with all you've just done, I know you just murdered all my fireflies in the hospital. With all you've just done, we could still salvage this. And by the way, no, there's no real super chat here. For some reason, there's errors in the pop-ups here. I guess I'll...
That's why you make a separate scene for when you do this shit. Dude, he literally has everything
He'll
in the
reply
same
to this
scene,
guy
huh?
twice.
He literally has everything in the same scene? He only has one scene, huh?
Yeah, I saw that tweet. They call me DSP should be on.
I'm not even live
Probably can't say that, can I?
So basically, Marlene says, well, I'll still forgive you if you just drop Ellie right now.
Like, he would literally just need to make a scene, and he doesn't need to have any elements on it except the fucking camera, the microphone, and then like a PNG element, and I guess a second PNG element for this shit. And you're done. There's literally 4 elements on it.
Stay, we can make this work somehow. In which case, he murders Marlene in cold blood, just like the game.
My blood.
Walks up to her and she says, please just let me live. And he says, no, you'll just come after her. And he murders her.
No.
So very reminiscent, almost frame for frame, the same as the game. Okay? So eventually...
Imagine you're begging for your life from DSP, and he's like, no.
You know, the brother and all his people that we saw in a previous episode. Okay? And they're going to just live there, basically. And Ellie says to him, listen, you got to promise me something. You got to tell me right now.
No.
That everything you told me is true, that you're not lying, that everything is correct, you know. And he says yes, just like in the game. He lies to her, and that's the end of the episode. It just ends. That's the end of the whole season.
The end.
Pretty much dead on, shot for shot, the same as the game. Okay, what are the key differences in episode 9 versus the game? The flashback sequence to show the birth of Ellie and explain why she's immune, and literally no actual cordyceps zombies, no deadly survivors, nothing is trying to kill anyone in episode 9. It's as if it's a safe cakewalk to Salt Lake City with absolutely no risk whatsoever. Some of the things that they show, the
danger is implied, idiot.
Not checking for anyone.
I just feel like if every episode was just like, okay, here's the designated 15 minutes to shoot zombies. I don't know, man. Just seems a little like, seems like it might get old. I don't know.
Exactly.
Or at risk, just being completely irresponsibly stupid. Oh, look, they're walking through a camp of dead, telling jokes to each other in a pun book, and they get caught by the fireflies because of it. Like, if this is completely out of character. It's not. If they just went through this survival situation to get across the country to get to Salt Lake, they're not going to act like that when they get to Salt Lake. It's horrible writing. Basically, the things they changed to write out the gameplay.
Horrible writing?
The characters look like complete morons. It's stupid. It's bad. Then all of a sudden, minutes later, Joel's an ultimate badass, killing everyone in the hospital. Why were you not the ultimate badass out there? How did you even get caught by the Fireflies? It doesn't make any sense at all.
You know, like you can be the ultimate badass and like be walking around and get hit by like a 152 millimeter like shell and die. Go fuck yourself. You know, like ultimate badasses aren't like turned on 100% of the time, usually.
What if they were?
So essentially, my review for episode 9 is going to be exactly my review for the entirety of the series. Here's the deal with the Last of Us TV series, okay? This is called what they call a race to the finish line.
A race?
Season 1.
And there's nothing wrong with that, though.
I.e., who's really in charge of The Last of Us?
Did you just say I.E.? Don't stick your tongue out me, you fucking freak.
Season 1, in the minds of the showrunners, i.e., who's really in charge of The Last of Us? Neil Druckmann.
Neil Cuckman.
Doesn't Tevin have that on his soundboard? Aye, or something like that?
Okay? In the eyes of Neil Druckmann, the first game is superfluous. It is an introduction to what he wants to tell. His story is really The Last of Us Part 2. That's what he feels is the most important part. That's where he wants to get to. So for him, all of season 1 of The Last of Us is a rush. Rush to the finish line.
Rush.
Get this done. Get this story
Yeah,
told.
yeah.
So
because we want to. What we really want to see is the fucking.
The evidence of this completely skipping out.
Rap is life.
What we really want to see is Last of Us 2. Sorry. My brain has to catch up at the 14th hour.
Really against these infected.
You guys want to watch the rap and then come back to this trash? We can do that, and then the people who want to watch this can leave. The people who are they're just so curious about how the daily. It better be like 2 minutes. What is it? Can you tell me? Oh, 420? Fucking blaze it. Let's go.
What is going on, everyone? Phil
looks real tired. Looks like a tired baby. Okay. There's the counter. Counter. Let's go.
Here and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday the 16th.
Okay, well, we're off to a good start.
Of March. Is going on, everyone? Phil here and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday the 16th.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I guess that counts as one.
Of March 2023. A crazy.
Dude, good thing I didn't do a daily rap prediction over here.
I swear to God, any time he moves his fucking head up and you just see this like fucking gap in his teeth or whatever. And
dude, he looks
like,
monstrous
bro,
here.
Please.
I'm actually afraid.
Fucking please stop, man.
Different day by any standards. Today, instead of me just doing content for me and my viewers, I was on a podcast called the Sidescrollers Podcast where I got real
fucked. Real.
But it was, in my opinion, fair
and balanced.
People say it wasn't. I actually feel like it was, and I'm okay with that. All right, I really am.
Nope.
Yeah. And I hope that people enjoyed it. It was a 5-hour show. Holy moly. If you want to see that, you can head over to the side.
Dude, just look at the fucking bulging snort sacks here. They're just filled to the brim. He has got to take care of those soon. I don't know how much more volume they can hold.
Channel on YouTube and the podcast is live, and I'm sure a ton of people will be talking about it, analyzing it, reacting to it, yada, yada, yada. Okay?
Yada, yada, yada.
It was a long thing. So because of that, you know, my content changed dramatically today. There was 0 gameplay today. What we ended up doing was when the show ended, it was around 2:30 p.m. and I did a 90-minute video here on DSP Gaming. That was basically a decompression. Yeah. People just fielding questions. You know, I'm fielding questions from everyone. What did you think? How did it go? What did I ask them?
How is that decompressing? Decompressing to me would be like playing a video game. You know, the thing that you refuse to do? Decompressing to me would be to put that thing in the back of my mind and do something else. That's decompressing.
What do you think? It was just talking.
Yeah, remember when he wanted us he wanted us to vote in a poll to decide if he was going to play a game, but then he didn't play a game? That was fun.
As a fun, you know, decompression style
event. Ooh, lucky Super Horn at the last minute.
All right, add that to the book of grudges. Decompression style event.
Thanks to anyone who watched that and attended that and supported that.
That one's going in the book.
90 minutes instead of my usual 4+ hour stream. People were very supportive and came out in droves. Okay. Late night stream tonight. We did something a little different. No gameplay. Instead, I did the Level 1 podcast.
At night.
Yeah, I did the podcast at night.
Yeah.
You will likely see this daily wrap live on YouTube before you actually see the podcast.
You'll see this daily rep. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? This is a separate.
Yeah, I'm still here, Tevin. He's calling me out.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because I didn't upload anything yet. Okay? It was a 2-hour podcast, but I covered the usual topics, including my newly amended schedule, because now my schedule is dramatically different. Having no gameplay today, it's changed and shifted around. All right? In addition to that, there's so much other stuff that we talked about, news and all kinds of stuff, and then we did like an hour or more of Q&A with everyone, and some of it, of course, was definitely relating to my podcast appearance, but a lot of it was just random questions and shooting the shit and having a good time with my audience on the late night stream. I had a great time there too. So overall, you know, I feel today served its purpose for sure.
No, it sure did. Over halfway through.
You know, interview where I answered all the questions.
That wasn't much of an interview. It was more of a dull reaming.
A lot of people did. Some people think it wasn't sufficient. Some people think it was. It is what it is. It's out there now, and there will likely be a follow-up to that in the future as well, because we definitely didn't tackle everything, okay? So perhaps the follow-up is coming, right? But anyway.
Perhaps the follow-up is coming.
Thank you to anyone who watched and gave me a shot today. You know, it was very nice of you. I really appreciate that. Perhaps some of you are newcomers.
Maybe it is.
And you can give me money.
Okay? You're watching it and you're having a good time with it. Thanks. Consider subscribing, because you can't talk on my streams if you don't subscribe for 24 hours. It's a rule I have around here to avoid that monstrous trolling. We have a really good time interacting because I have that in effect, okay?
Yeah, so now I need to drink water. So listen to me drink water, new viewer. Cup. And I'll throw up clear while I'm drinking.
So,
couple smacks.
One other thing that I did do tonight. Tonight, I reviewed Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, over on DSP React.
What?
Is that live as of now? Probably not, but it will go live overnight.
What?
My latest movie review, watched it 2 days ago. Actually enjoyed the movie. Go check out that review if you want some React style. Okay? Now, tomorrow, very different kind of day. All gameplay, and we're not doing a level 1 podcast. Why would we do one when I just did one all night, right? So tomorrow...
Dude, what he should do is he should just be like, I'm just going to do the level 1 podcast at night now. He should just replace every night stream with the level 1 podcast. Just completely, like, fuck up its original purpose.
Not even a bad idea.
Usual time, 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. But
don't let him hear that.
Podcast. Instead, I'm gonna do like a 20-minute kind of, you know, hot.
What podcast? Pre-stream? Maybe a pre-stream podcast? Hello?
Hi everyone, let's just chat until everyone.
Yeah, autism forces him to do a podcast anyway, even when he doesn't want to.
Hey everyone, let's just chat, Goop. You don't need 20 minutes for that shit.
So
yes, let's just have him chat, guys.
10:45 a.m. Pacific time, but we're not doing a podcast. Instead, I'm gonna do like a 20-minute kind of, you know, hi everyone, let's just chat until everyone's here, and then once we get enough people that I feel we could start, you know, maybe 20-30 minutes. We'll start with gameplay right away.
Is that what he does with the night streams now? He just waits until he feels like he has enough people, whatever the hell that means.
On the late stream tomorrow night.
That's what your music pre-stream segments are for, idiot.
Coming up later in the week, we got the React stuff on Saturday.
I just love
I spawn, I die.
He keeps making this point.
Yes, I'm just gonna talk to you guys until I feel like we have enough people. Yeah, what the hell is I spawn, I die for then? He broke my nether portal, how? I just want to race. I don't know what you're talking about.
Saturday, a lot of gameplay.
What do you think, Ann? Should the level 1 podcast always be at night? So he doesn't do a podcast in the daytime, he just starts gameplay in the day. We just never have a night stream gameplay ever again. I think that's a good idea.
We can get back to normal stuff tomorrow and gameplay. Thanks. Have a good night. Peace out.
If you think about it, the pre-stream podcast is about as long as a night stream anyway. I think it could work. See? Yeah, think about it. Peace might be onto something. Oh, we should gaslight him. Oh, I think Dongus might have some suggestions tomorrow. But I'm supposed to be at the grocery store. No. I'll do it from the phone. Well, Expand Dong says, I should... You really liked how I did the podcast last night. You think I should do that every night? Ah, really? What do you guys think? I got a $1 tip from Snow Carl, and he says, well, yeah, you think that's a good idea too, huh, Snow Carl? See, look, it would make it good for coverage nights too. Who cares about him playing Oblivion? Who wants to see him play Ishin? Let's see him talk at night. Yeah, let's do it. Let's switch it up.
What is up, everyone? Phil here. Welcome to DSP Reacts, and welcome to my review of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Now, of course, to compensate, the day streams will be longer. Like, he could still start at the time the pre-stream would start, but he instead would just start gameplay, and he would just have longer gameplay segments.
Then why are you Then maybe this review is gonna not be a good idea, Goop.
One that I saw. Admittedly, I thought I probably like this one more, only because it kind of skips the backstory of, you know, how Sonic came to Earth, but instead just kind of goes into an interesting plot about Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and of course the return of Dr. Eggman. I was shocked. I thought he would be called Dr. Robotnik.
Wait. He said he couldn't watch Sonic 1, but Sonic 1 is on Hulu.
So I didn't have the prerequisite
so why
knowledge to understand all the stuff from the first movie. I think the movie does at least a half-decent job of kind of at least glossing over it. You know,
if hiding Hulu was such a big deal, why didn't we review it today? So can we watch Sonic 1?
This is normal speed, right? Yes.
We could have watched Sonic 1 the whole time.
Given Sonic his powers.
Hey, this is pretty topical music.
Basically, watching part 2, you try to understand these things. So in this movie, you find out that
you can't switch games during a stream, unfortunately. Do you know which stream you're on, Peaches, right now?
Knuckles. And
yes!
And that Knuckles was the last remaining Echidna. I guess the rest had all been killed or died off. And he was searching power.
They were killed and then died off.
You know, the Emerald of Power, the ultimate Master Emerald, apparently was hidden somewhere on Earth, and he felt that Sonic the Hedgehog was actually the key to getting it. So,
yeah, there's going to
be some spoilers. I have to go through the plot to let you know what I thought.
Oh my god, he's going to spoil Sonic.
The movie opens up with Eggman trapped on a mushroom planet. I have no idea how he got there, but I don't really care.
Mushroom planet.
To do with the plot of the first movie. Probably he ended up getting stranded at the end or whatever.
Why isn't he wearing the Sonic hat? Because you need to give him $100.
Why don't you already? There's already stuff about the movie you don't care about. That's a bad sign.
He experiments on it to try to, you know, power stuff. And as he's doing this, it sends out like a big explosion signal. Well, Knuckles
that's my point, Jay Frosty. He admitted today he has Hulu.
Comes through a portal.
He pays for Hulu. Sonic 1 is on Hulu.
Eggman leads him to Earth, saying that's what Sonic is. That's what you're looking for. That's where you need to go. So the first kind of half of the movie,
he could have done like a Hulu trial, or well, that could have been the narrative. The narrative is that he does a Hulu trial, when in reality he had Hulu the whole time. Then he could have watched Sonic 1.
At the same time, excuse me.
Damn, excuse me.
Sonic is living with a bunch of humans. These two humans, I guess, from the first movie. You know, a man and a woman. You know, married couple.
A man and a woman.
At this point, they're used to him,
you know, a married couple.
Or someone from another dimension, and they're leaving the house to him and a dog.
You sound like an alien from another dimension, man.
Why? What's funny is that Sonic apparently in this franchise has teleportation abilities. I don't remember him ever having that in games, and so he can use his.
This is supposed to be like the games.
Them to Hawaii for their wedding. It's not their wedding. It's actually the wedding of the wife's sister. Okay. While he basically looks after the house.
Dude, there is I swear there's a reality somewhere. There is. Okay. Just follow me on this.
Their wedding. It's not their wedding. It's
right here.
Has teleportation abilities. I don't remember him ever having that in games. And so he can use his magic rings to teleport them to Hawaii for their wedding.
And then he goes, man, it sure would be nice if that exists in the real world. Then I could take my wife on a honeymoon. Sadly, I don't have enough, you know, funds for that. But, you know, maybe someday.
It's not their wedding. It's actually the wedding of the wife's sister. Okay?
Bum bum.
All right, now guys.
While he basically looks after the house. So they're going to Hawaii. They're hoping for the best that Sonic won't destroy everything, or he'll take care of it at least.
Can I teleport to the zoo? I'm just saying, superfluous moniker. The zoo's like 15 minutes away. You can just drive there. Hello? And it costs like $16 for admission.
It's basically like Robotnik and Knuckles coming after Sonic. Sonic has no idea, you know, who Knuckles is or how Robotnik is back. And then, while Sonic is on the run from these two, another interdimensional being named Tails shows up. Of course, everyone
with tax maybe.
Sonic game.
Is that how you describe Tails, an interdimensional being?
You're kind of a hero to me.
WWE Champions money.
I always watched you from another dimension. And
hey, maybe he can, like, okay. maybe he can like order DoorDash to the zoo from the nearest restaurant and then ride in the car with that person with his food to the zoo. Think about that shit.
This is opportunity.
Fuck you!
You need help that I would come and help you or whatever. It was kind of weird in that regard. How Tails was kind of written in. There was Tails for the whole first movie. I don't know. A lot of sense, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I guess in the first movie they were saying there was an explosion, and the explosion triggered Tails to monitor the planet. But why he chose this particular reason to help Sonic, I don't know if it's very clear. Anyway, the movie is a wild ride. Basically, they're going all over the world. Okay?
I like to watch flamingos. What's your favorite zoo animal? I don't know which one makes me the least depressed.
Trying to find Olympus or something that's going to lead them to the Master Emerald. They find this temple underground, or underwater, I should say, that the Master Emerald is hidden in. Once the Master Emerald is found, Knuckles thinks he's going to get it, but instead Robotnik steals it. Excuse me. Eggman, I'm going to have a lot of problems calling
Just say Robotnik, who cares?
And Robotnik then, having this emerald, betrays...
You say Robotnik as soon as you say I need to not say Robotnik?
Knuckles thinks he's going to get it, but instead Robotnik steals it. Excuse me. Eggman, I'm going to have a lot of problems calling you Eggman. And Robotnik then...
And you literally just say Robotnik right after that. And then you touch your eyeball and I'm just like, bruh, why does this need to be 12 minutes long?
Is DSP one of those boomers who insists that it's fucking Robotnik? Knows that was a made-up name, right? Well, of course, every name is made up. Think about it.
What the hell's blocking his finger? Oh. It's like reading this blue thing as like some sort of appendage or something. That's weird. Huh.
Betrays, Knuckles. He says, no, it's all for me, which of course we knew was going to happen anyway. That's the kind of guy Robot is. And essentially now becomes a superpowered mech robot. That is very reminiscent.
A mech robot.
The boss of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I want to say.
2. I thought you were a Sonic fan. You played Sonic last year.
And now Sonic basically has to fight this thing. He's trying, he's failing. His human friends show up to save him in the nick of time.
I still call him that. Oh, but that was because my dad would call my brother that.
Is it a pickup?
What?
Anyway.
Yeah, get over here, Robotnik. We gotta make the foe.
Essentially, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails team up, take down, Eggman. And
I don't want to make the foe, Dad. You're gonna make the foe.
Super Sonic, so he can fight Eggman to defeat him. That's really
just assuming.
No, guys.
I'm no better than Phil. I'm just assuming you guys make
foe. What I just told you is a very accurate plot synopsis. At the end of the day,
yeah, it's like how all we do is make tamales and tacos over here.
Like, Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, all go to live with the man and the woman and happily ever after. They're actually playing baseball. So it's weird because there was a lot else to the movie that I feel was filler. All right, like total filler. Like for example, this movie. So
hey, can I take a brief intermission? Okay.
Filler in the Sonic
on the Discord
movie
because there was something I wanted to remind myself of. It was So I kind of want to play like Pokemon TCG, like the Game Boy game.
Wow.
Like as like a random like like a chill thing because I really like that. I remembered I really like that game. Like I want to use it as like a way to fill up time. So that's one thing I was thinking of. And then the other thing...
How you doing, Dr. Robotnik? And we would go to get Rally's Checkers once a month for some chili dogs and fries. It was a very specific routine.
And
I don't have any Rallies or Checkers near me. Doesn't it depend on where you're at? Like, it depends. It's kind of like a Carl Jr. and Hardee's kind of thing. I'm pretty sure the closest place to me would be Checkers.
Okay, I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna like post the picture. Okay.
When I say closest, I mean it's far out.
And then
I'm pretty sure a Checkers is closer to me than a Rally's.
It showed up on my like Twitter feed, and I found it really, really humorous. It was where is it? Here? Oh, it was this one.
Hey, look at that. 150cc, 100cc, and 50cc. All 3-star first place.
Disney really gifted us with some fun.
Yes.
And then the reply to this was 2 minors, a car, and a dog. All right, we'll go back to watching this. Sorry. No, not that one. No, not that one either. This one.
Now do 200cc. Did you think I wasn't?
You know what I mean? Go back and watch.
You know who you're talking to. I'm practicing for the St. Patrick's Day showdown tomorrow.
Every film with
by which I mean later today.
Has character development.
I'm waiting for this rap to end.
Like it feels like you're watching
it's
two
the movie
movies,
review
the
now.
Transformers and the story of these humans that are interjecting themselves into the story just because it takes place on Earth. You could very well ignore all these humans and just have the Transformers interacting. The movie would probably be better. I honestly feel like this is.
Yeah, the tracks are not designed for 200cc. Even these new DLC tracks that have come out after 200cc existed, still. They aren't designed for 200cc.
But
what did he just do with his mouth?
At one point, Sonic goes to Hawaii.
Like the old tracks, you can justify as well. They didn't know. Who could have guessed that 200cc was gonna exist?
Is he unhinging his jaw like a snake?
Now we got these new tracks, and they're still not designed for 200cc.
Like yeah, like his jaw made like an audible click, like clack. Like here, listen, I'll turn BGM off. Listen to the clack.
They felt like they had side plots. For example, at one point, Sonic goes
right here, coming up
to Hawaii because he needs the help of the.
Oh wait, no, RTX blocks it. Fuck, I'm stupid. RTX blocks little sounds like that.
At one point, Sonic goes to Hawaii.
Okay, right here.
Hawaii because he needs the help of the humans, but ends up ruining the wedding of, you know, the wife's sister. Come to find out, the whole thing was a setup.
I'm married.
The government actually trying to figure out if Sonic would show up because the husband and wife that are befriending Sonic were there at the wedding, and I guess they were trying to find some way to get them to reveal Sonic. It didn't really make much sense, and I guess it just tied in with the plot of the first movie where I guess Sonic was an extraterrestrial. They were trying to catch him or something, kind of like E.T. when you think about it.
Yeah,
it was weird. It was
E.T.
Is Sonic? Would Sonic not be an alien in that situation film?
Did he wear braces?
He's a fucking weird blue furry hamster man.
Sonic who's been captured. It was really weird. I was like, what does this have to really do with anything? It just, you know,
I just want Sonic to run really fast and pick up rings, Scoop.
It's completely added in. The movie's 2 hours long. Honestly, I feel like the movie would be better at hour 9 or hour 30. Like 30 minutes, you could have cut all the human stuff out and it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay. So you just want Sonic running around picking up rings for an hour and a half? Hello?
At the same time, a lot of people might have had issue with that because apparently the humans were actually part of the main cast of the first movie. In this movie, they don't feel important whatsoever. Like I said, they're almost gone for the whole movie. Then they show up at the end to save Sonic by driving up in like an...
Wait, so what's the problem? The humans were gone for most of the movie, it sounds like?
Pickup truck. It's like, what? Where'd they come from? Where is this? Like, this is ridiculous.
I think people complained about the humans in the first movie, so they kept them in the second movie because they had to, because of canon. They already exist. But, well, you know, they still gotta be there. Still gotta give them something to do.
Just exists.
But you wanted more Sonic action. You wanted it.
Okay.
You, Rue.
There's a lot of stuff like that in the movie. I'm gonna be critical of it. Like, I don't know why it's in there. It definitely feels like a bloated movie. However,
you're a bloated man.
I really like, for example, I usually have a lot of issue. Excuse me. When I'm watching a live action movie and it uses CGI, I feel like modern CGI is just.
Look, okay, we just need to go find a real hedgehog and then just paint it blue. Okay, and just start training it to spin around, idiot.
Not that good. And a lot of the times things look fake. Well, in this movie, I think Sonic, Knuckles, Tails look as good as they possibly could be as representations of their video game characters in a
what does that
I'm
mean?
okay with the CGI in this movie.
I wish they kept the shitty Sonic before they made him look good. That would have been wild, man.
And that's a rarity for me. Like, usually I have a lot of issues when it comes to the CGI in these kind of movies, but I actually had zero issue with it the entire time. I didn't have a problem believing
as close to their game representations as they possibly could have been.
Really well, some of the action scenes, like their snowboarding and stuff, like that looks like the game. And it was neat that it did actually look like the game because they used CGI. Can you imagine them trying to use models and stuff to do this, stop action or something?
No, it was perfect. He was horrifying.
Horrible. Kind of like how Sonic.
Fuck yourself.
Was supposed to look.
yeah, ugly Sonic. I know. Wow, I know memes.
Like what? Like that's such a cheesy catch line. You know, Robotnik didn't have catch lines in the games, and the fact that they had to give him like a cheesy catch line is pretty ridiculous. But I do like his acting in this.
What was his catchphrase? I'm by.
I'm by.
And it fits the robot character. It really does.
Bye.
Although, admittedly, if you like a more serious Eggman or Robotnik, you probably
go
fast. He's a funny guy. What I will say is this: did this movie absolutely blow me away?
You know, this movie was made for babies, right?
No, it did not.
Oh, okay.
But I was entertained. There were several times when I thought maybe this is going to be a cringe fest. I legitimately was smiling ear to ear.
Ear to ear, DSP was smiling.
Ear to ear.
Was he Garfield? I saw the thing and clapped, you guys.
I saw that horrible Chip and Dale movie, dude. That movie made me want to actually sewer slide.
With the stuff going on in the movie, some of the puns, some of the jokes, some of the actions.
Watching that movie, I really felt the fact that we live in a dystopian current year. I really did.
Which is exciting. I liked it, and that's interesting. What I would call this is the perfect popcorn movie. You just sit down, you sit back.
The perfect popcorn movie.
Drink, and you're here to relax. You don't care about being challenged intellectually. You're not looking for highbrow stuff. You just want to have a good popcorn experience. And
a good popcorn experience? I could have a good popcorn experience watching good movies, though.
Walk out of there after watching and say, wow, that's...
Not saying this movie isn't good. I don't know anything about it.
That's exactly the best way I can...
Just that it's made for babies.
It's pretty darn fun. And I like it for that. Like, I think there should be more movies that... Like, for example, the Marvel movie, right? A lot of the times now, they're so over the top with humor, or then they try to wedge in serious overtones.
Yeah, I like the reveal of gadgets.
Whatever happened to popcorn? Where we just
Uh-huh.
went there to have a good time, and we could walk out and say that was a quick good one, right? Like, I feel like that's what this movie is, and it probably would have been better.
I just remember I wouldn't stop talking. And my wife's like, hey, I'm trying to watch this movie. I said, no, I'm going to ruin this shitty movie for you. And then she divorced me. The end.
Startling criticism that I do.
Dude, what was that look you just gave?
All criticism I have. The one. Startling criticism that I do have.
Whoa.
This is a nitpick for
Major
sure.
nitpick.
There's no Sonic the Hedgehog music in the movie at all, except someone's ringtone is the Sonic theme or something like that.
Oh my god, it didn't have my song. I was waiting for it so I could go like, I know that's the song. Hey everybody, stands up in the movie. That's the song. And like,
They were subverting your expectations.
You're causing a disturbance.
Like, that's it. There is no Sonic music. I was like, huh? How can you tell me that you've turned Sonic the Hedgehog, an iconic 1990s cartoon character, into...
I clapped when I heard it. I clapped. I started crying.
Any of the iconic music from the games in this movie at all. I don't know if they used any in the first movie, but it was all licensed music, and that really, I didn't like the licensed music. I would have loved if it was remixes. Even modern remixes that sounds like kind of modern music. If it was Sonic music, I would love that. Why couldn't they have a Follow Me, Escape from the City scene running through the
I didn't really feel like
Robotnik when he's trying to catch him. That would be amazing.
I don't really feel like it needed mixes.
What a
I said
whatever.
yeah. I said one word.
I like Sonic the Hedgehog too. I would give it 2 thumbs up as an action.
That's like a criticism about the movie that I didn't see. I didn't see anyone saying where was the Sonic music.
Very fun. I recommend that you check it out.
It's weird. You think people would be saying that?
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I hope you
Maybe I just
enjoyed it.
haven't been looking in the cringy places.
Thank you so much. See you then.
No, Jade can't. Watching Sonic for Jade is like watching like an episode of Jackass or watching WWE as a kid. Like, I want to go fast too. Look at me. Like rolls down the driveway like he lives on like like a graded hill. He's like, look at me. I can't stop. The end. And that's my story. Wait, did we ever finish The Last of Us? This isn't The Last of Us. Do I need to watch the rest of this?
So, the second episode, Tess dies. The third episode, there's literally none. It's the story of Bill. The fourth episode,
hey, Bill. I know that guy.
Okay,
not that Bill.
Instead of watching the rest of this, okay, so there's looks like about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. How about instead of watching this for 15 minutes, we watch AI Steam Ham for 15 minutes? Who the hell's Ash Said Hi Star Trek Online? Hello?
Love Star Trek Online. I play that game all the time.
But I think waiting around the mission can contribute to bugs. Oh, no problem. I totally get it. I totally get it.
Okay, thanks.
This fire! No, I don't have to show you anything. It's unlikely that you'll believe me, but I assure you that—
Wait, I clipped one of these. Can I look at my clips on here? How do I find my clips? I don't know how this works. I don't know how this fucking website works. Ask her to watch the interview.
Oh, that was an interesting lunch, President Skinner. I'm afraid I should be going now, though. I have things to attend to. I think I smell smoke.
Smoke? What smoke? I don't smell a thing. I think it must be the beast of Exmoor. What?
Oh, is there a clips? Clips? Hello? Clips? Okay, I call this one Black-Pilled Skinner.
You're kidding, right? The house is burning down and you're pretending there's nothing wrong.
I'm willing to admit I'm in denial, but I'd rather have a mental disorder than face the reality that my home is being destroyed.
It's time to face facts, Mr. Skinner. We need to get out of here now.
Very well. I suppose the time for pretending is over.
Yes, let's go
This shit
now.
is so stupid.
And then they live happily ever after. So I just wanted to make sure you saw my clip. I clipped that. Me! Great.
Please come in and make yourself comfortable. The first strike ration is cooking, but it won't be ready for a few hours.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
We're gonna watch a couple cycles of this and I'm going to bed. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, gee, can't you play Lunar? No,
Well, you
not
can
in the
help
amount of
me
time I
set
have
the
left.
table or get some drinks ready while we wait. That would be
The
a
Last of Us
great
video has a super dent outro. Okay, we'll watch the super dent outro, and then I get to watch my Steam grabs.
Watching them long term. But for now, that's it for Last of Us Season 1. 7 out of 10. Sadly, a pale comparison to the video game. Thanks for watching, everyone.
I was 7 out of 10 bad by his definition.
Wait, hold on.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you later.
You can see his eyes like squint.
Was he
Like
IGN?
he's like a raptor. Like he's a velociraptor closing in on a little.
Frog
dude.
is IGN.
Right here. Right here.
7 out of 10 is bad
Yes.
to him.
Right there.
We've never
See the
been more
squint?
of a society than right now in this moment. Hey, look, it's that bad outro.
Thanks for whacking.
Thanks for whacking.
YouTube.com/DSP.
I agree.
Website fill@hotmail.com. DSP Reacts. Okay. You did it, man.
I think this is the last cup I'm gonna do. I'm
Smoke.
sorry, you guys.
It's just steam from the steamed first. Strike ration on me.
Yeah, that's
just doing what I do.
He still hasn't fixed it. This is from this is old. Apparently the Sonic one he fixed it.
What's really going on here?
Okay, the truth is, there was a small kitchen fire, but I got it under control right away, so no need to worry.
Skinner, why did you bring Mott-Shellen instead of First Strike Ration?
First Strike Ration?
This is a strange substitution.
Oh, of course.
What?
You see, I heard Mott-Shellen is actually a local expression here.
Oh, it's an MRE.
It's the traditional name for this new, improved
Wait, what?
battlefield.
What's in it?
I just thought it would be more fitting to serve the school.
There are
with
YouTube
something,
channels that
well,
go into
local.
MREs. It's a weird little sector of YouTube.
Far-fetched.
Italian pocket sandwich.
Are you sure that's
Sounds
what
yummy.
it's really called?
Yes, absolutely.
At some point
I'm
in this
sure
reality, I
all
want to
the
dive
soldiers
into it.
in the area would be happy to eat.
Apparently, there's some MREs
This
that taste really good.
exceptional
Like,
individuals
it
that
was
look
like
at
a specific-
MREs.
I don't know what it was.
Those on the
Mac
front
and cheese or something.
Well, if you
Depends
say
on
so.
the MRE you get,
Please
right?
make sure next time you are more careful with the food you serve in the cafeteria.
Here's an MRE from
Mr.
World War II,
Skinner,
man. Let's
the
fucking
kitchen
give
is
it a try.
on fire. We have to get out before it spreads.
No, this comes straight from the horse's mouth.
This is no fun.
There are very
This isn't
specific
any different
MRE
from
flavors that are good, and
upstream.
they get traded around.
Yeah.
They get traded around
It's
more
slightly
than DSP's
worse.
wife.
And harder to look at.
To get out of here now.
Oh, no. There's nothing to be alarmed about here.
It's
sure
mirror
just a
mode,
changeling
Eddie.
trying to
Felt it
scare
yet
us.
again.
Changeling.
I see
Mirror
the
mode
changeling.
isn't 200 cc.
Well, it was a
Its
pleasure
mirror
having
mode is
fun.
always
At least
locked
one
to
MRE
150.
It was nice.
You would have
seeing
known
you.
that, but you're a
See you
fucking troll.
later.
Obviously.
Yes,
You never played
of
the game.
course.
You don't have a Switch.
Have a safe trip.
Or a Wii.
Thank you.
Remember, if there are any changes, just pretend they never happened.
Ah, pretending things never happened. I will try to keep that in mind. Goodbye.
I wonder what country has the worst MREs.
Probably ours. Unironically. It's all I ever hear when it comes to MREs.
Superintendent
How
Chalmers.
bad they taste.
Please come in.
Thank you, Principal
Korea?
Skinner.
Do they have MREs?
My apologies.
I have to think North Korea sources MREs
That was
from
a
another
good
country.
collaboration.
But
A lot of
make
technical
yourself
hiccups,
comfortable.
and we didn't
Can I
really.
offer you a drink?
There wasn't a lot of
No.
talking during the
Yeah, I
interview
heard
itself.
that
We were
Yama
taking
was
notes.
Fine for now.
We convened
Can I ask
very
what brings
briefly
you here
after the
tonight?
interview.
You
I
invited
And that
can't
was nice.
believe I burned the Ashkenazic. Now I have to start all over. Why did I have to be so careless? I was so looking forward to tasting this dish. I guess I'll have to make something else now.
I turned tilt controls
Now,
on,
what
and
could
I had no
use
idea.
to replace the burnt Ashkenazic with clapper art?
I
Maybe
hate
the
tilt
bird in the tree
controls.
outside the window could help me. I could use its feathers to add some texture and sweetness to the clapper art. Maybe it's time to take a closer look.
I like when he wants to like add a tree branch to the meal.
Soft and colorful.
I like when he's like, maybe I could use that tree branch to replace the omelet. It's like, okay.
I think I've got my answer. Now I just need to figure out how to get the feathers from the bird. Maybe I should see if I can find a way to get the
stop
bird to
hating.
come closer to the window so I can get the feathers off.
It was a democratic process.
I know what I'll do. I'll put some sweet in
Even
a bowl
Jacobs
near
likes
the
this.
window and see if the
That
bird
should tell
will
you its
come to get
quality.
it.
Wait.
That should do the trick. Okay, here goes nothing. I'll put the bowl of sweet outside the window and see if I can lure the
Revy.
bird over here.
Revy, the Kage is here for
kitchen
some
full of
reason.
And why were you climbing out the window?
I'm
It's nothing
something.
to worry
I'm
about,
almost conked out.
sir.
Once we hit 14 hours, then I can
It's
go home.
just a bit of steam from the steamed Ashkenazic I'm making. It happens sometimes, nothing to be concerned about.
That doesn't explain why you were climbing out the window.
Oh, that. I was just stretching my legs.
Revy.
I was...
Chauncey, I literally can listen
I've been
to this
here
for like
since
4
10 in the
hours,
morning.
And I have.
Clapper art. And why did
And I have not had any breaks.
I opened my phone. I
Yes.
was gonna go for a walk with my dogs, right? I'm like, okay, I need something for like 20 minutes.
It's a deliciously creamy...
And then there was all this
custard cake
DSP shit on my feed. I'm like,
cinnamon and lemon
nah,
zest.
it's gotta be steamed hams,
A
bro.
perfect substitute for
It's gotta be
Ashkenazic
steamed hams. Fuck
I
DSP.
thought it would be a nice
that guy.
surprise for our guests. And after all,
Hey, I dodged the red
variety
shell.
is
Well, I'm not sure that qualifies as Ashkenazic food. You should have consulted me first before making the switch.
Tell me the truth.
No, like Rogeezy, I can autistically analyze why this is
really
good.
did think clapper art would be
And
a
why,
great
like,
addition to our menu.
In the same
had
way
no
that
intention
like
of
AI
messing with
Seinfeld
you.
got completely ruined,
Sorry if
you
it
can
caused any
autistically pinpoint the things that make
I
it
still
good.
need to know why you switched it out.
Yeah, this is the
Did
compression
someone
stream, exactly.
influence you to make the change?
No,
Did they
no
pay you
Gun
to do
and
it?
Wingo updates.
What
Gun
is
doesn't even
going
have.
on
He didn't.
here?
Ralph didn't
I
do
can
anything
smell
today. I thought Ralph would have commented on the DSP
don't
stuff.
worry,
He had nothing to say. The
worry
coward.
about.
So the
It
voice
must be
modulation
the
is very important.
and scaring off the birds in the yard. That's all.
That doesn't explain
Yeah,
why
I've seen
the
both.
kitchen
I've seen that one too,
smoky.
Boxer. I played it on a stream for a bit.
I demand to see what's going on.
No, there's no need to worry. It must be the book it time a monkey man, I assure you.
Skinner, I don't believe you.
Thank you for the bananas.
We have to get out of here. The kitchen is on fire. Oh.
Now, Ralph didn't say anything.
that's,
And one thing I noticed too recently is Chalmers always gets the last word in for this scene,
Original. Well, I guess I'll be leaving then.
and it's usually funny.
Thank you for lunch, Skinner. No problem. Have a good one. It's all good. No fire here, nothing to worry about. It's Book It Tima Monkey Man.
right? Well, bye then.
Bye. Bye. Now.
No, I meant
Nothing
Ralph didn't
to
say anything
worry
about the interview, when it
Just
probably would have been
Book
funny
It
for him to do
Tima
so.
Monkey Man. Just a little joke.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye.
The way Chalmers said bye. Yeah, bye. That's how I want to end this stream. Yeah,
Welcome,
bye.
Superintendent Chalmers. Please come
No,
in.
no, I agree. That's why I mute it when I stream it. I always mute the doorbell if I can remember.
You're hungry.
But yeah,
I'm
I
in the
wish I
middle
can
of
make the
cooking up a
doorbell
stuffed
not
squid.
exist. I would
It
really
should
appreciate
be
that.
ready soon.
I'm famished. What made you decide to cook squid?
It's one of my
Squid?
favorite dishes. I like to experiment with new recipes, and I figured it was time I tried out this one. I'm sure you'll like it. What a disaster. How could I have been so careless? I thought I was paying attention, yet I still managed to burn the squid. I can't believe I made such a
Burn the
mess
squid?
of this. Hopefully I can salvage some of it and make it taste okay. I guess I just have to learn from this mistake. And make sure to pay closer attention next time. There's a fishing boat in the harbor. If I can find a way to get to it, maybe I can buy some fresh jinhua. That should do nicely for the stuffed squid. I'd better hurry. Let's see if I can find a way to get to the boat before it leaves. Maybe I can ask the dock workers for help. They must be used to people renting boats. I'll try that first. All right, let's go and see if I can find someone to help me. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
What are you doing in here, Skinner? And why is the kitchen full of smoke?
Dude, I like this. How do I get this emote?
I was just making some steamed stuffed
Oh, it's a
squid,
twitchy
and there's
motherfucker.
some steam
Can I
from
steal
that.
it?
It's nothing to worry about.
That doesn't explain why you were climbing out the window, Skinner. Now tell me the truth. Is there a fire in here?
No, of course not. I was just
going
trying to
messy
get
for the
some
next
fresh air.
Splatfest run,
Really,
probably.
there's nothing to worry about.
I haven't really looked at
I
it
promise.
yet.
Skinner, what is this? It looks nothing like stuffed squid.
Yes, I believe this is a regional dish called jinhua. It's a specialty around
Jinhua?
here, and I'm sure you're going to love it. I'm sure you'll find it very
Alright.
flavorful and
I
satisfying.
am getting lost in
I'm
the
not sure I
sauce,
believe
as
you.
they say.
Are you sure this isn't just a cover-up for something else?
You know what that
No,
means.
I assure you, this is authentic jinhua. It's a wonderful dish, and I wouldn't lie about something like this. I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I'll be the judge of that. Let's just see how it tastes. Skinner, the kitchen is on fire. We need to put it out.
No, it's not. That's just a Flying Dutchman. Nothing
Flying
to worry
Dutchman?
about here.
Let me see it then. I need proof.
No, you can't. It will just scare you more. It's nothing to worry about.
At least coal, for hell. This is out of control. I have to go now. Thanks for lunch, Seymour. I have to go now. Thanks for lunch, Seymour. The house is
Dutch Bros cook.
We need to call the fire department.
Fire?
Speaking of things
No,
that are out of
no, no,
control,
no.
I think I'm
That's
just about
the
out of
Flying
control too.
Dutchman.
Ladies and
Just
gentlemen.
an old seafaring legend.
It's the Dutch Brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna call it there. We'll let Peace close out his stream there. Thank you, big ups, and howdy do to everyone that showed up. We got through the daily wrap. We got through the Sonic group. We got through the interview. We got through the other streams. We managed to run 14 hours without dying. Stopping because I showed up. Yeah, you cracked the code. Nobody knows this, but I actually hate Miss Shark. I've always hated him. Oh, I thought I was muted. See, I'm so tired I can't even do that bit correctly. No, it's not because he just showed up. But you knew that. You're just fucking joking. I sound dead? Yeah. I wonder why. The timer in the bottom right of your stream probably has a lot to do with that. Okay. If I slap myself awake, I should be able to end the stream. Ow. Okay. Alright, I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing up. Yeah, there wasn't... It's technically 14 hours and 21 minutes because we had 20 minutes of me doing tech difficulties. And that was fun. And then I streamed for real 14 hours. And we had a lot of fun and stuff, and I didn't do anything else. But I had Popeyes, and the Popeyes was good, and I need to go Mimi time now. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm sorry I didn't play Kirby today. Yeah, I gotta apologize, because the stream sucked. I didn't play Kirby. Gotta move Kirby. And I didn't play anything else, or something. I played Mario Kart. Oh, and I'm sorry for the tech difficulties. I was supposed to be on at 10, so I could talk a full hour with Luke before the interview actually started, and that didn't happen. And then by the end of the interview, we were both too drained to actually talk anymore. Don't worry. There's always a brighter rainbow at the end of the what? Brighter pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. I'm trying. You gotta let me do a thing. I'm trying to do a thing. You guys are probably thinking, oh, Dingus is drunk or something. No, I'm not. I'm straight edge. It's because I've been awake since 7 in the morning and glued to this chair because I wanted to watch an interview that I thought would take an hour or something. And it didn't take an hour. Did you know my original idea was I was gonna do like the collab for like 2 hours and then I was gonna take a break and then I was gonna do Kirby gameplay and then we didn't do that. If you think about it, maybe I could have still streamed 14 hours in that scenario. Maybe it would just have to be like 2 hours of the collab and then 10 hours of Kirby, or no, 12 hours of Kirby. My math's off. Yeah, I'm totally drinking. Obviously. Yeah, I didn't even get to talk to Anne. We'll make a whatever. We're gonna play Mario Kart tomorrow. I'll bring it up. Whatever we were supposed to talk about today, I'll talk to him tomorrow. It's cool. Yeah, what? The schedule? Yeah, schedule. Mario Kart tomorrow. It's St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna pick green characters or some shit. You can join if you want. You don't have to pick green characters. Oh, woo! I'm not actually woozy. I'm a little woozy, but like I'm also trying to exaggerate for comedic effect. What am I doing? No, I don't do nothing Saturday. What do I do Sunday? Pablo, what am I doing Sunday? I don't know what you're doing yet. Why the fuck did I hire you? Oh wait, no, I had the idea. I wanted to break up the variety and just do several streams focused on a specific game so I can finish it up. Yeah, that's the idea I had. And I think we're gonna start with Xenoblade. We're gonna do multiple Xenoblade streams until it's 100% out the way, done, off the menu, and we'll continue doing that. We'll probably do Fire Emblem after that. We can knock those two out. I think after that, Kirby would be the next one to do because it's closer to me beating it. Then Metroid, then Kingdom Hearts, and then we'll add some other stuff into the rotation. You guys don't care though. You don't come to Dingus streams for the fucking games, or at least you tell me that. No, you don't want Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna switch to the ending scene eventually, and we're going to Tevin's house. For somehow, Tevin is not dead. Even though we both started at roughly the same amount of time. Yeah, Tevin is barely hitting 14 hours. Yet if you go to his stream, he's not nearly as dead as me. It really makes you think, doesn't it? It's nice to rest your oh my god, don't I want to rest my eyes? I want to rest them so bad. My whole eyes wiggle. We didn't even do anything else. We didn't look at anything else, you guys. It was just existing. Perpetuity. And for what? What did I really learn? What did we learn? Go bed? No, I don't want to go Mimi time. I don't want to go Mimi time. Oh, Haruuru baby, Haruuru da, Wimachimi baby, Haruuru da. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't want to sing with a barbershop. Wait, I gotta read the things. I gotta read the things. Don't go. Don't go. You guys were positive. I gotta read it. Don't you want me to read? Oh, thank you, Roxanne, with the follow. Snacko with the follow. Trashman, 5 bits. Are you ready to give up hating on Phil now? I never hated Phil. I love Phil. Phil brought us all together. I wouldn't know any of you guys if it wasn't for Phil. I don't have any hate in my heart for Phil. He's not a cool guy, though. You guys are, though. UNFW with the 500 bits. Beamer with the follow. Ryohan Resub tier 1 for 9 months in a row. Crashman, 5 bits. 7 hours down. Dingus, 10 to go. Close. He said 17 hours. Not quite. We went for 14. Turbo with the follow. Get Stompas with the follow. Isika with the follow. Frog in a Tuxedo with the follow. Can you feel the sunshine with the follow? Ludwig, massive post collab raid. Party 32. The collapser. Zerglu, tier 1 for 6 months in a row, 7 months total. Swollen Dingus, whoa. Gifting the tier 1 of Ludwig, 6 month. Aces Win gives up tier 1 to Vice City Automatic. And Guy with 2 names, the 8 months. And Whirlwind, 14. The amazing follow. Alright, what are we doing? Oh, raid. Yeah, go bully Tevin. You guys know Tevin, right? He's gonna be gone for like another 8 hours, guaranteed. This dude's insane. Okay, here's the raid. I actually have a message. Good to go. Thank you for the ad. And thanks for all the ads today. I saw there were a lot of ad redeems. Dude, I love money. Dummy. Okay, here's the raid message. No raid for you? What the fuck? You actually did boot up at 2 in the morning? Ah, just tell Tevin the radio. I'm tired. Maybe I'll have you on another tab. I can go time. For once, I'm actually like writing the picture. 10 hours. 10 hours, 10 seconds. See you later. Adios.